like 3 minutes late for the first version. The old version's dead now. Click on the new version. I tried to create a new version.
Yeah, I have.
I am in.
Okay. Hello, audience. Welcome to, I don't know, 30 to 60 seconds ago. So, the reason why there was a stream delete, and I redid the stream, was because YouTube just straight up wouldn't let me futz at the latency settings. I would click, like, low or ultra low. It would just reload the page, kick my preview out, and then just set it back to normal. So, everybody has to deal with being in the past. I'm sorry, but it's late, and I'm not going to take it. It's been like 2 weeks since I failed Portrayal.
We're not gonna take it.
We will take the copyright strike, though. No, but...
I don't sing Twisted Sister that well.
No, correct. You don't have enough hair.
No, Omega, I have enough hair. It's just not on the right place.
Also true, probably. But yeah, so I'm sorry you guys have to deal with bad latency. But if you couldn't tell from the thumb, the excellent thumb I designed that YouTube, well, Me6 ignored the first time. YouTube got it. And from this splash screen, we're going to do X-Sabers today. And also, thus, probably XX-Saber.
They were in an anime episode?
I'm there. I don't know where the splash screen is from. Let me double check.
I think that's from Rush Duels.
Who the fuck is that to the right,
nope.
though?
Arc V episode listing.
The fuck?
Interesting.
I don't remember that.
They were used by Kit Blade in Arc V.
Okay, that has to have been like
a one-off character.
Yeah, absolutely. It's absolutely a one-off character. This is interesting, because we were just having that debate the other night about Gem Knights. If they were the only, like, hidden arsenal archetype, the only dual terminal
Well, to be fair, X-Sabers did actually get some support cards in Arc V.
Why does Souza look so evil?
I don't know.
To be fair, Souza looks evil on his actual card art.
True.
But yeah,
I just look at his card. It's like, you don't fit with the rest of the X-Sabers. All the other ones are like, these noble heroes, and then Souza's just like, I'm a fucking eat a baby.
Is that meant to be fucking Fall Troll?
I think that is Fall Troll.
Oh,
with the big
one with the sword
yeah.
guy?
Yeah, no, he has the stupid wing things that Fall Troll has.
Yeah, I know it's hard to tell because Fall Troll's art we'll see later is very weird, very dynamic.
I can't tell if that's supposed to be who is the tiny one?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Course,
we'll figure it out. So let us explain the archetype X-Sabers that you see before you. X-Saber, literally X-Saber, is a archetype of Earth monsters who are mostly beast warriors and warriors, but some are just beasts. And there's one insect and there's one reptile. Can you tell who the reptile is?
Yeah, Ragigura.
Yeah.
Wait, I meant to say different monster.
your X-Saber instincts were too good.
Ragigura, the X-Saber waifu.
It's actually Gottoms.
But
Gottoms might be a reptile.
But the thing is, they are a lore archetype, so we're doing X-Sabers because nobody was quite alive enough to do Ice Barrier tonight. That'll require some juicing up. We'll need to like get some coffee or something.
I was hoping for a person that I think has not been around for a long time to be here for it, but eh.
I mean, you could say it. Vesper, if you're listening, I want you back on Fail Portrayal. I've been listening to the old ones. You're great.
We just need to get a picture of the image of you with that boombox. What movie is that from?
Vesper's away right now. I would probably message them directly, but no, it's fine. They know.
I actually haven't talked to Vesper in a while.
Yeah, they've been gone for like.
Vesper speaks intermittently. I see them talking.
Yeah, I've talked in the comments, but not like.
Anyway,
yeah,
let's not bog down in our personal lives. The relationship of the Yu-Gi-Oh crew. We're here to talk about X-Sabers. So basically, the X-Saber lore is very simple. In the beginning, there was dual terminal, and then there was worms, and some guys didn't like the worms. So the X-Sabers are part of the original crew that forms the Allies of Justice. So
they're one of the three groups.
Yeah. As I said, they're one of the groups that form the Allies of Justice. So
the other being the bird people and the dinosaurs.
Yes, because they are tied.
Oh yeah, no, and the ice barriers.
Yeah, no. The dinosaurs don't even show up till later. Technically, they're busy waiting for.
It's the bird people and the ice.
They're their own
thing. Enslaved by the angels.
But so the worms invade. And so the X-Sabers are like, we shall fight you. And then at some point, they get upgraded into double X-Sabers.
Well, some of them.
Yeah, some of them, who are also still X-Sabers because of the way archetype phrasing works.
They get like a mid-season upgrade.
It's very confusing.
There is some theory that the fact that they're called X-Sabers might be because with just the X-Saber monsters, they are 10 monsters, so it's 10 sabers. And then with double X, there are 10 members, so there are 20 total. There are 20 sabers. About that.
Oh.
I don't know if that's 100% true, if that's like the source, but yes. We've got some targets there. So
That's some like Swords of X shit.
we're going to be starting on X-Sabers with
Fuck is that thing on the right?
alphabetical. So I'm going to pull up on the stream screen. I'm going to kill the splash and show up a very important boy.
How many?
Oh,
How many?
Yeah, I believe this is the main boy, if that's who I'm thinking of.
The bottom?
oh right, yeah, we're super
We're starting
behind.
alphabetical, so
Yeah, we can't see anything yet, Omega.
yeah,
don't
yeah,
worry.
yeah. I know. I'll spoil it for you. It's Airbellum.
Yeah,
Ah!
no, he
Right,
slid
yeah.
on the screen just
Okay.
then as you said it.
Oh, I'm still behind that.
Still behind there too.
Oh, you guys might want to refresh then. If
Nice.
Loth-
Why,
if
is,
Loth
why
is
am I the
outside-
Australian
Australian
boy.
faster?
Because Lane
yes.
likes you.
This is the X-Saber that is famous from non-X-Saber decks.
Yeah. So like aesthetically, this is our first X-Saber. We can notice some themes. He's got some blades and he's got some
Lionel.
X's.
Oh my god, it is a Thundercat.
I mean, it's a Thundercat,
Back-
but also he's just Wolverine and or Sabretooth.
Wait, no, he's just Sabretooth. Like,
Yeah.
not even Wolverine. He's literally just Sabretooth. He has the costume colors.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
But
How
it's
did they
just
not get sued for this?
I think it's because he has Wolverine's claws. He can't be Sabretooth. He has
But
Wolverine.
Sabretooth has stolen Wolverine's claws before.
I suppose.
that work?
Maybe we're not counting on that.
He ripped them out of his arms.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can just
okay.
yoink those. I think
Oh, wait,
they.
what the fuck
I
is-
think for Wolverine, they
Sabretooth is
technically
very
just-
hardcore.
I'm pretty sure with Wolverine they just eventually grow back. Does that mean though
Yes,
that he
they
has to
do.
get them recoded in adamantium?
Yes, that was actually a plot point.
That sounds really painful for him.
Comic books,
It-
especially
it-
X-Men.
It is.
I mean,
Dude.
honestly, if X-Sabers are not a reference to the fucking X-Men, you know, I'll eat.
Oh, they
I'll
definitely
eat a,
are.
I'll eat a common.
They
I'll eat
definitely
a
are.
VFD. Fuck a common. I'll eat VFD. I have like 3. He's bad. I can eat one. He's never.
Yeah, he'll
coming
never
back.
come back past
Yo,
one.
yo, fucking eat.
I won't be
Uh.
Farfa and eat my 1 copy of Warrock Mountain because I might be able to con somebody out of like $20 that way. Anyway, no.
Actually,
randomly
for
to
$20
YouTube.
bucks.
How did it become good?
I don't know what Warrock Mountain's worth, but it was hyped up a lot, so it's worth a little
On
bit of cash.
By
Patreon, a
who?
short video.
By
Who
lunatics.
was hyping this up?
By people that believe in warriors.
Drunk lunatics with brainworms were like, no, but Warrock are going to be good. They're going to get a second round of support. Their field spell's so cracked, man.
Remember, it's by people that believe warriors are good inherently.
It's
I mean-
a warrior deck, man. They're going to be good. And then, no, they need the battle phase. They're awful.
You know what would be good? Fucking, I forgot their name because they're so bad at this point.
Is it pure X-Saber?
Nah, I was gonna say Glad Beasts, but 20 years later.
Yeah, no. Glad Beasts are
I
just
mean-
irrelevant.
So
now.
Dallas,
God.
you've actually won. The battle phase becomes inferior.
To be fair, Gladbeast actually topped a tournament in 2020.
Well, that's because
Was
they have
that a
Jizzle
real
as
tournament?
Dallas.
Yes, no, this isn't the Australia moment. Or not
Okay.
2020,
Hey!
sorry, 2019.
Just because we're Australian doesn't mean we don't exist.
No, there's an
But
Australian
there
tournament
is
that
a
Robin
fake,
and Miss
There's
very
actually doesn't
famous
exist.
fake regional that
Oh.
happened that didn't happen in Australia. Anyway, Airbellum. This is what he looks like. He's got swords. He's got X's.
Yeah, this
Well.
is the most famous of the X-Sabers, as made famous by Rescue Cat.
The
Yeah.
weirdest
So
thing is
here's
he's-
the. Well, actually, go ahead, Alex. If you got some talk about his.
the weirdest thing about him is that he's got claws, but he also is known for hand ripping.
Yeah. I mean, you know, he rips with those claws. They got big old hook blades. But no, so X-Saber Airbellum is a beast level 3 tuna. He comes from the OG Hidden Arsenal, but was also a common in a starter deck like 6 months before because, meh.
Because he was that good.
Yeah. So you don't care about his stats, though. For a 3-star, he does have 1600 attack, which is okay, and does matter for his effect. Because if this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent via direct attack, discard 1 random card from their hand. So this is a level 3 beast tuner who has a hand drip effect.
Yeah, and pre-nerf with Rescue Cat, this was pretty good.
Yeah, OG Cat was just what? Tribute Cat, fetch beasts, no effect negation or
Yeah.
anything.
No effect. Well, destroy at end of turn.
Yeah, destroy at the end of the turn. But you would just I don't know what, like go second, pull 3 X-Saber Airbellums and punch.
Yeah, you could do that. Rip 2 cards.
Yeah. rip a couple cards, and that's pretty brutal. Ripping 2 cards is usually a very broken strategy if you can control it.
And then they printed this one beast card that made Rescue Cat go infinite, and then they banned Rescue Cat.
What was that card again?
It came out like this last set. I can't remember. It's like a common.
But yeah, so this is one of our original X-Sabers. He has an effect that is notable. You've probably seen his smug face before. I mean, I don't know. Actually, he's not smug. He is.
No, he looks
I
like he's gonna kill
suspect,
you.
based on some of the other arts we're gonna see, that X-Sabers are gonna be a little edgy, a little try-hard.
I think they were like turned into like I think the artworks got plated to their bodies of actually putting them on.
I
Or something.
don't know if Axe understood the words I said because they didn't have anything to do with what he just said.
I do like how it looks like he ripped the X button off of a controller and then colored it red.
Yes.
That is literally just the X-Men symbol, though.
Also that,
Yeah.
yeah. No. Are you guys ready to move on to another card that has
Yeah.
similar themes but not the same?
I
All
am
right.
ready.
We're going alphabetical, so
ready
our
'cause
next
Dallas
target
just kicked
is
my ass.
X-Saber Anupiranha.
Oh yeah.
Gesundheit.
This lady.
Piranha.
There's probably Rule 34 of this somewhere.
By the
it
way, I
is
want to throw out
internet.
this is the uncensored art. What they quote unquote censored in the internet. Let me pull it up. It's hilarious.
Oh, yeah,
I
this
think
is one of the funniest
I think honestly, with the way this looks, it's almost like they. I would almost say it's like they did the fucking Sailor Moon thing. They changed Anupiranha's gender almost of how the comparison is.
Oh, did they make it flatter?
Very much so.
Hold on, let's.
Yeah.
because
You gotta wait,
to
guys.
be
Gotta wait
fair-
for the load.
To be fair, that
It's-
is one of the dumbest looking boob sock designs I've seen in a
I mean, it's
while.
not. I mean the overbooks, but it's not. Dallas, it's not that weird because I know that there are definitely underbust corsets in that leather.
That is
But
Why
yes,
do you think it's
that
ahead
is
of me?
that's just a bad edit.
that's a very bad Photoshop
Oh
edit.
my
Yes.
Yeah, because that
Yeah,
looks like,
no.
It just looks like
Oh
it.
no!
I
It looks like an
honestly-
effeminate dude.
I
I
personally...
love the fact that.
No, it doesn't.
Sorry. You can,
I actually like
in the difference, you can see that it's lost its shine as well. It's lost its hopes and dreams.
Dallas says that about every censorship. Dallas just hates tits. Confirmed.
No, that's not true. I
Dallas
don't say
hates
that
tits
about
at the
every
battlefield.
censorship. I
Now she cut out.
I definitely that he cuts off.
because it looks like a fucking gimp costume.
But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
so
it looks like
Anu-
they made a
I mean,
side
I will.
reference.
Dallas, looking at her sword, I'm pretty sure Anupiranha is just. Speaking of ripoffs, is just
Lilac?
blonde
Ivy.
Ivy Valentine.
Yeah. For the longest time, I actually thought she had weird Dr. Octopus like
Also, that was for robotic.
Yeah, Dallas, you're breaking up if you can't hear us. Dallas is being
Also-
sent to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, clearly after he kicked my ass in Yu-Gi-Oh, he's just being sent. But just one quick thing, what's up with her left hand and fingers?
It's,
It's extended towards the camera.
It's
I'm
the way
also
it's...
Omega. Before you rudely cut me off, I was gonna say I hate both of these arts. I
Fair
just
enough,
don't
fair
think this
enough.
is very well drawn.
Well, it's not a matter of cutting you off, Dallas. It's not no.
Omega
But yeah, you
didn't
also
cut you
roboted.
off.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
you
sorry.
cutting you off.
But no, yeah. So, I mean, I don't have
Also,
any problem
her
with
lips,
this art.
her lips are so weird.
She's drawn with full. Wow, Dallas just doesn't understand art.
I like her hair.
You draw detail
not
with
a
the lips so
floodgate,
you can
Dallas
tell that
doesn't
there are
like it.
lips. She has a nose, which is interesting.
Would you...
Big, very
Would
curly
you rather
hair.
she had Kim Possible lips, where it looks like she has a mustache?
That would be funny.
Damn it!
I mean, I mean, yes. Obviously, Anupiranha is drawn to be a sexy lady. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this is an Ivy reference with her
Yes.
like folding out slip
I
grip
would
sword.
go for.
So
And her weird bondage outfit.
Yes.
Sadly, she's a normal monster.
it kind of looks like her outfit is just made of belts to me. I don't know if
It
that's
is,
anyone
honestly.
else.
Oh, I
That-
mean, yeah, no. This is just she's wearing
Uh,
fetish gear.
Nomura took belts to the next level. The outfit is the belt.
The new
But she
Kingdom Hearts
also has a
looking good.
belt which has a hip shield, not a sheath
Which
on
is
that
a-
side where it should go, but she has a hip shield that's got an X on it, so you know. She's got a sword with an X in it, and she's wearing an X. That's an X-Saber, baby.
Unfortunately,
X-Saber.
she's bad.
I mean, she's a vanilla, so that's not necessarily the worst.
Well, it's
Um,
just this was still the era where vanilla 1800 beater wasn't cutting it because
Yes. Well, and that's probably why she's never been reprinted. She was printed once in that structure deck we mentioned, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's 20... Well, 29 works, but most people say 2009 structure deck. And then she was printed in Dual Terminal, and then was never printed again. I would actually hope that in the new Hidden Arsenal Volume 1 they're doing, they would reprint her because she's never been reprinted, but they might not because allegedly this contains the reprint of Magician's Souls that should really be in Legendary Duelist Season 3, among other things, like a Dragoonity support card import. So I don't actually know if they're making Hidden Arsenal Volume 1 to reprint old Hidden Arsenal cards that have never been reprinted. They may just be bamboozling us. Oh, yes, no, it will no longer cost that much, because that's what happens when card gets reprints. Their value gets slashed dramatically.
Reprinted is a common, please. Just piss off all the collectors.
That would be such a big dig, and I don't know, though, because it's technically generic. That might be a little too spiced.
But what spellcaster deck?
Yeah, I'm about to say, I don't know if spellcaster decks are hyping up, and I could see them wanting to do it because they would want you to buy Battle of Chaos, because that's going to have more Dark Magician shit in it.
I can't believe Dallas is looking down on penned best deck like this. This is crazy.
Do you run Magician's Souls in the penned Magician's deck?
No, you don't, because you have a better searcher in your deck.
But yeah, no. So X-Saber Anupiranha that's 2 words, by the way. Anupiranha.
What's the card text say?
Well, I was gonna read it, but I was gonna say first. She is a Earth Warrior level 4 with 1800 attack. She's a normal, so you can unexpected die her out. But her flavor text says, a female X-Saber warrior known for her graceful attacks and calm decision-making in battle. Her ambition is merciless and strikes fear in the hearts of her enemies. So yes, X-Sabers are in fact tryhard.
She's the token female, which is...
she's bad, by the way.
She's not... Hey, she's not... If she was the token female, she'd be the only female.
No, here's the thing.
She's the only one that's like
she's not the token female because the other female is the token female because I legitimately forgot she existed.
I mean, it doesn't help that Anupiranha is not, like I said, she's been printed once.
Well, also, you know what else didn't help? In the first round of X-Saber support after the structure deck, they released an 1800 attack point monster with an effect that does things.
Yeah.
To be fair, Dallas, I still don't think she's the worst X-Saber monster.
No, she's not. I never said. Yeah. I never said that. Don't put that in my mouth. I just said she's bad.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is I
those
don't
are two different things. Those are two different things.
There's levels of quality here.
Because we'll get to that.
I think Hidden Arsenal Volume 1, by the way, has been delayed until January. I'd probably pick up a couple boxes of it myself. I'd love to buy a display case, but those are expensive. Display cases and side sets are expensive. If y'all want to see me, I'd love to open one of El Dorado, but it's like $150. If y'all want to see me, watch this video a lot. Tell your friends. Super chat. Super thanks.
Red super chats.
They have to be red. Just super chat a little.
Chats.
Just, if I got a whole ass display box, I would probably have to like stream it. But that would be thanks to your generous support, audience. But we're gonna move on to another boy now. Speaking of X-Sabers who are bad.
Oh, is this isn't the
We're
worst
doing
one
this in
either.
alphabetical order of X-Sabers, so
yeah, he's
behold
bad, but
X-Saber Axel. And you guys have to wait a second to behold.
I think Axel is okay.
His design is fine.
Oh, when you compare, no, I'm saying his art.
Oh, art-wise, yeah, he's okay. Art is okay.
I can't. Yeah.
Also, out of the 2 Hidden Arsenal supers, I do not think he's the worst of the 2. Or wait, am I remembering this wrong? I've never used either of them.
I don't remember. We'll look at him later. But like,
no, yeah, this is the bad one. No, this is the bad one.
Yeah, this is the off one. He is a Beast Warrior, yes.
Yeah,
that's why he's got slightly fuzzy. He's got a kind of pointy face and pointy ears.
I kind of don't like the angle
wrestler because he has a fucking title belt on.
Yeah, he has the X title belt on. He's got straps with an end with claws or fangs because he's such a.
His guy arms look so skinny.
He looks like he could be a Glad Beast, honestly.
I don't know about a Glad Beast. I don't think he's furry enough for that, but he is definitely like. He is an anime non-human sword boy. Like he probably howls like a wolf or something.
This is specifically from 80s anime.
80s anime or like from like a 90s comic.
This is from some Vampire Hunter D bullshit.
Robin
I can see that, yeah.
Robin, you were
say
saying.
that, but I think Vampire Hunter.
Robin,
D
you were
was better than
saying,
this.
as people who are not
Sorry.
Robin continue to say things.
Man, it's too bad I just keep interrupting everybody. That's so sad.
Oh my God.
As
Don't bring
a
it up.
sword person, I hate that he has a curved sword and a straight saw blade.
Oh, he's got like a curved gun handle, but his sword is straight. Yeah, it's a little weird.
It's
Robin.
just I hate
Also,
it.
he does the squall pose, and he does not. No.
Well, one of his hands is resting on his giant belt. His thumb is literally pointing at his X
Also,
over his
he's
dick.
fucking hurting himself. Like, how do you do that with your arm? Like, he's like pushing his hand backwards.
I mean, his hands are weird. Look at his hand, where his wrist starts, where his hand is wrapped around that sword.
This man has Mickey Mouse limbs.
He's got animal joints, I think is what it
He
is.
has like a 3-inch long wrist.
He
It's
has
crazy
super
how
goo
many joints
hands.
that has.
Also, yeah, his haircut is a little dumb. He's got like it's long in the back, but he's wearing it down like one side of his face. It's weird.
An orc with hair.
Also, he's got guys. Hold on now, and I gotta bust out the red marker for this one. Guys,
Oh,
get a
are
load of this piece of hair.
Are you
It
noticing
forms a
his,
perfect loop.
I can't wait to see this.
Are you noticing his steel jowls?
No, not his steel jaw. That's just he's wearing a hat because he's got a headband on. I meant the bit where I just outlined. He's got like a literal loop of hair.
Sorry, Omega. I'm still in the far distant past.
I know.
I'm
Well,
in Star
You'll get to
Wars
see me
land.
draw it a couple of times, but like
Okay.
it's in his ear bit. It like loops around here, but it starts up here.
Okay,
Infinite
now I
hand.
see.
As
Now
I
it's
draw it a
Yeah.
couple of times.
Oh
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
Yeah,
There
so
it is.
he's got a single lock of hair that like does a fucking full L-shape fishhook around his face. What the fuck?
and I do believe this is the worst X-Saber monster that is a main deck monster.
Probably yes. He is.
That's
he's
why I
awful.
don't run him.
He's very bad.
Yeah.
So I think we've criticized his artwork enough. He's bad and should feel bad. He should also feel bad for his effect. This is a level 1 Beast Warrior with 400 attack and 100 defense. While you control this face-up card, when a Saber monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, draw 1 card.
Omega,
It's
I
just-
realized we have been going out of order.
Well, we've
We
been going in
missed someone
alphabetical order.
No, we missed someone in alphabetical order.
Did we? It was an X-Saber?
Yeah. Yeah.
You talk about X-Saber Invoker.
That doesn't work like that, no.
No, I'm talking about Commander Gottoms Swordmaster.
Well, he's not technically in my X-Saber list, so I was going to hit him up at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
After the
Never
original
mind.
X-Sabers, I was going to tuck him in before we
Well,
did double
also
X.
MX Saber is a
Yeah, we do that as well. But that's...
And it's alphabetical as in excluding the X-Saber tail.
Well, yeah, I was doing X-Sabers
Oh,
alphabetically because MX Saber would jump to the front, but I'm like, let's not start there. That would be too confusing. So
That's
we will work through regular Gottoms before we do double X-Sabers because there's double
That's
X-Saber
like starting
Gottoms.
Blue Eyes with Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
That would be very funny.
No, you start Blue Eyes with Paladin of White Dragon.
That would also be very funny. But yeah,
I
so
just like
X-Saber
Saber.
Axel is bad. If you can't tell why he's bad, I listed his stats. His effect requires another Saber monster to be destroyed by battle while he's face up on the field,
It
i.e.
requires your
something that
opponent
will
to not
never
feed.
happen.
Um,
So if he was the Link monster, it'd be okay.
So the thing about X-Sabers is X-Sabers are a bad archetype technically, as in a lot of their effects are bad, propped up by 1 spell card and 2 monsters. The entire archetype lives and dies on Fall Troll, Gottoms Emergency Call, and just any X-Saber tuner.
I think.
So
I
think-
also,
I-
Dallas, I
place.
want to bring this up. Talking about you talked about how Anupiranha was kind of bad. I do also now kind of agree because we're about to show another X-Saber which has 1800 attack and an effect, which was also in that same structure deck.
Yes, no.
Look,
This is what I
also-
was talking about. She was bad because she just was immediately. I didn't know it was in the same structure deck.
Like
I thought it was like right afterwards.
Like
But
also, I
No.
I think Boggart Knight and like Fullhelm Knight are both pretty good for what they are.
I'm exaggerating a little bit, but
Double
the majority
X,
of
I will
the
say
power,
this: double X Sabers are usually better than single X Sabers.
The
Though
majority
a
of
couple
the
X Saber
power level-
synchros are useful.
Ax,
like,
what I mean
I'll-
is the reason
Go ahead.
the reason that deck got into tournaments is on the back of Gotham's Emergency Call, because that effect is bonkers.
Gotcha.
Yes, got an emergency call by the way, which is our thumbnail art. We may talk about that effect later.
Oh
But,
God, this
yeah.
thing.
This is X-Saber Galahad.
Yes, he is a 3 of in almost every X-Saber deck because he's just the Hey, I didn't draw false roll.
By the
need
way, I
something
want to throw this out there.
humongous.
So double X-Saber Regura is a reptile. This guy's not a reptile or a fish
No.
or anything. This is an Earth Warrior, guys. This is an Earth
That's
Warrior.
I'm pretty sure that's just a mask.
Yeah, that's clearly just.
No, he's got a tail, Dallas. There's a tail down there.
Unless he,
And he's got gills.
fake
I'll
blood.
outline his
injected
gills for
into
you.
his suit.
Okay, here's the thing though. He has hair, therefore he can't be a fish.
I thought that was a mask for a moment
No,
there,
he-
but real.
I mean, by Yu-Gi-Oh art standards, a fish.
A
will
fish can have hair.
Oh my god, wait, no. He has water tubes in the back for his gills.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And he's got
Wait,
gills on the side
wait.
of his hat.
Wait,
This guy is too
Omega.
try hard with his
Yeah.
armor.
he's short. He has things he needs to breathe on his back. This guy's just a grunt from Halo.
It's just a crap for Halo.
Omega,
Is he gonna
Yu-Gi-Oh
be
would
Right,
never
Grinch,
print.
You'll see him in every deck.
Yu-Gi-Oh would never print a fish with hair. I don't know what you're talking about. They would never.
Wait,
do it.
mermaids, mermaids,
Hmm.
marine,
They would
the
never do
marine
that.
cesses.
As I look in there.
They would
Oh,
never
wait, Dallas is
print
posted
hair.
a thing. But they've never printed a firefish.
Wait,
No, they're
Isn't
fire
it-
aqua monsters. They're not firefish monsters.
and there's Pyro Aquamarks, yeah.
Yeah, they're fire aquas, but they're not fire fish monsters. Anyway, this is Galahad. He has a spear. He's got a lot of X's. He's wearing pants, I guess.
Omega, I just had an idea of what we could do for a video
What?
because I think it'd be hilarious. Yu-Gi-Oh Jeopardy.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
no.
yeah, that would be good. I've seen that
I
done.
will volunteer to host it.
I will lose
Yeah, if you could think
horribly,
of
but I
some
will
trivia,
try.
you'd probably I'd probably get schooled, but I would try. We'll maybe organize that sometime instead of fail portrayal. We'll do Yu-Gi-Oh Jeopardy.
Yeah,
There's a lot of weird Yu-Gi-Oh trivia.
Yeah.
I would probably try pretty hard.
I'll take
One is
makes
actually
no
the
sense
one-
for 500.
You can't get worse than Farfa because I think on one of them he got like negative 5,000.
I take.
He bet it all and lost.
I take. What's this card art even?
Well, no,
Or
he
2,000.
just kept answering questions and just like I don't know.
Could one section be rulings and just be like rulings that shouldn't exist?
Yes, no. One section will be rulings and it will make you hate me.
Yes. If
What
I
is-
set
Explain
Beatrice,
every aspect of the damage step.
what
Well,
is
if I
no, it's,
attack
remember, you
via-
gotta be able to
so-
phrase the answer as what
Yes.
is.
So if I attack a Theo's Kluger in his face, okay, I'm not even gonna bother.
No,
starting
no.
that.
Let-
So
let's
if you
let's talk about
activate
Galahad.
pole, if you activate pole position, no.
No, nobody activates pole position. Honestly, I don't think there's a lot to say about Galahad. He is a fish lizard.
I think he's a lizard. I think he's more of a lizard boy.
Yeah, he's got a long tail. He's got a weird
know,
froggy face. Maybe he's a
if they ever-
salamander.
If there ever been a thing called Fish Warrior, it would be this guy.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is a fish warrior for sure.
Well, no, it would be Sea Serpent Warrior of Darkness first, but then it'd be this guy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
X-Saber Warrior of Darkness. Remember that guy was meta for us? He was a big deal.
There are a lot of cards that were meta for us that shouldn't have been.
God, progressing is so fun, but it's so funny when you look back at old episodes as we've done and realize just how fucking stupid early Yu-Gi-Oh is.
Remember when Dark Hole was met? Wait.
Still is. I still want my Dark Holes back to 3, baby. Well, 2,
Yeah.
because that's
I
all I know.
don't.
But anyway,
I don't.
Here's Galahad. He's a fish with, or a salamander, or a lizard. He's some kind of reptifibian. Probably amphibian, because he's got the water tanks and the gills, probably. He has a ponytail, and he has a spear. Why is
I
he
mean,
called
there are
Galahad?
aquatic-
Who knows?
Aren't there aquatic reptiles? Am I crazy?
I mean, there are aquatic reptiles, but they hold their breath.
Yeah.
I didn't. I'm not that kind of scientist, so I don't know dick about animals.
I see the gill
Also,
there.
that is
You're a
not
scientist
that's
at
not where
all?
my bachelor's of science is either, Dallas.
Yeah,
So-
but I took like none of those classes.
Social sciences. I mean, I took a
I'm-
couple bio credits in general ed.
I think
I've
mine
avoided-
was physics. I took
Ah.
physics for mine.
Yeah, I
I've
didn't need to
avoided
study
both science
physics.
courses because labs suck.
I took a couple of basic bitch bio credits.
There's not really.
I know how to peg someone with a ball from a staircase.
Anyway,
Okay.
X-Saber
Thank God
Galahad
you finished that.
is a Earth
I
warrior
also know how to peg someone, but that's different.
with
damn it.
1800 attack, and he has an effect. If this card attacks an opponent's monster, it gains 300 attack during the damage step only. If this card is attacked by an opponent's monster, it loses 500 attack during the damage step only. When this card is selected as an attack target, you contribute another Saber monster to negate that attack.
Yes. Which is a relevant effect.
Yes, so basically he's kind of like a Steamroid. You know, he gets bigger when he attacks, but gets smaller when he is attacked. Steamroid's technically, I believe it's it's turn-based, not on who's attacking, but you know what I mean. But he does have a built-in protection effect.
Yes. And which is actually relevant, because X-Sabers do swarm really good.
Yeah, that's kind of their thing.
That's how they became meta-relevant for a while.
Getting a lot of little boys on board, and then you make big synchros, or you just punch.
Isn't that how that most on Yu-Gi-Oh works? Where you have a lot of things on board, you just win.
No. Sometimes you win by not letting your opponent play the game.
There's hard stun
about...
control. There's also the classic move of towers, where you just convert all your resources into one monster that your opponent just cannot deal with.
That is the current Adignister strategy.
Yeah, and Adignister's like tier 2 now because of the recent ban list.
I don't know. I think Adignister's kind of cracked.
Adignister is really good at making the Cyber's arrival at Adignister is hard, but if you can do it, the game is kind of over.
Yeah, it's just like...
Yeah.
He is a fucker.
Yeah.
All right.
Especially if you can make 6-mat arrival.
Yeah,
that's the spiced one. But all right, I'm pulling up the picture for. I will let you guys know now. It is.
Oh, yeah, what does Galahad do again?
I just said it.
Steamroid.
You literally weren't listening.
Steamroid, and he can sack a. What's the tree-looking one? What's the leaf motherfucker?
I don't know. He can tribute another saber for to negate. Anyway, we're pulling up X-Saber Palomuro.
Oh, this is the tree-looking motherfucker.
Yes, this is a reptile. This is actually a reptile. That last guy wasn't a reptile. This is a reptile.
Bitch, a leaf.
Really?
I can't. Okay. That's
I mean, there's a lot of reptiles that look like leaves.
Oh, okay. No, he doesn't have legs. He's a snake body.
Your reptile?
No, he's got a leg.
I can't.
Axe that. Look at where his arm is.
No. Oh, I see it. Okay, yeah.
He's got a leg under his arm. He's got two legs.
He has been spread-eagled for us.
No, I think he's sitting on his own tail. Like
yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, but he has them spread eagle legs.
Oh yeah, no, he is sitting with a power stance.
Yeah.
Is he holding his spear by the blade or is it sheathed? I can't tell.
I don't know what he's doing with that spear.
I think
that is the dumbest.
Sheathed?
I don't know what it is.
Because they are called X-Sabers.
No, it's a spear, and he just doesn't know how to spear.
Okay.
He's just, what is this? I am Saber user.
I gotta say, Palomuro, you lose points in the X-Saber Club because there's not any giant X's on your body. You just have your X button on your weapon.
Maybe it's just covering
What,
it
He's
up.
building a fucking pulpit!
Oh, maybe it's on his chest.
His stance is an X.
Also, what's the deal with the rope?
He go hang someone.
He throws the spear, I think.
He may throw the spear, or also it's probably just so he can sheath it on his back because he's not wearing.
Honestly, his job in X-Sabers is literally to die, so I don't know what he does actually.
I can actually say with the anime art, they don't have a giant X on him either.
Okay, so we've seen a full body shot of Palomuro. He does not have an X. Interesting. But yeah, Palomuro, I mean, he's a sneaky boy with spiky armor. That's cool. I like his armor design from what I can see of it. I think the artist got a little too artsy here with like the interplay of the god rays and shit and like half his body in shadow. I feel like he could be cooler if he was taking a more dynamic stance. Right now he's just kind of chilling and clearing, I think.
He looks way more threatening than he has any right to with how many attack points he has.
Yes, he looks way cooler than he deserves.
So basically, he's a level 1 Sahagin that you beat over by attacking once.
Yeah,
yes,
basically.
actually, because funnily enough, he's a level 1 Earth Tuner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I. Luff, do you think it's fair to call him X-Saber's worst tuner?
Yeah.
Out of their
I
tuners,
would call
probably.
him his worst tuner.
Like he's not as shite as Axel, but
No.
he is probably not their best tuner. I mean,
Yeah,
we saw
Axel is not a
Arabellum.
tuner.
Yeah, no, but I mean,
He is
like
a
in general, he
one-for-one
can't be the
tuner,
worst
which is
monster
relevant.
because
Well,
Axel exists.
Well, there's some. Honestly, most of the tuners for X-Sabers are actually good.
Yes.
Which
And
is
I
why
will
he
say,
kind of
I don't
loses
think
points.
Palomuro is bad. It's just that there are probably better options.
Yeah.
He has 200 attack and 300 defense, so his stat line's not going to live anything. But
He is not as good as the other X-Saber tuner that begins with Pa.
we also
Yes,
saw
we'll get to him.
Airbellum already, who is also
Well,
pretty good.
Also, the problem is his
Yeah.
number. Yes, he's a 1. That is, with one card exception that didn't get printed till way later. I don't know why you would ever need a 1. in
I
X-Saber.
mean, let's see.
Yes,
is it
Wayne.
both Rolling Six?
That's the
Blacklist.
one I was talking about.
Also, Wayne wasn't printed that much later.
Wayne was like early.
Well, but
This
also,
guy was a common in the
usually,
shinning
usually you go. Spoiler: you usually go into Wayne with 2 and 3. Is how you go into
That's
Wayne,
also
'cause-
yes, I understand that, but like there is a target for him. But his effect is when another Saber monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can pay 500 life points to special summon this card from your graveyard. So once he's in the graveyard, if another Saber monster is hit, so you can't loop himself. It's a very funny way of
He's
saying that.
decent
But yeah.
for like doing stuff. Like there's some pretty funny stuff you can set up with on summon trigger effects later, but honestly, he's one of the weaker ends of the X-Saber.
And I do agree with you, Dallas. His pose is way too cool and threatening for his stat line.
Yes.
Yeah, he's kind of a wimpy boy.
He gets bodied.
Yes.
Our next
Especially
boy-
compared to the next tuner.
Yeah, our next boy, I think, has very appropriate art for what
Yes.
his effect is.
No,
Yeah,
and
so
this is
what
what
you-
I would call the star tuner of X-Sabers for being an annoying dick.
He's certainly the one I see people play the most, I think. Hell, I put him in a non X-Saber deck just because I needed his number.
And
Yeah.
Although surprisingly enough, a bit wimpier than the previous guy.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter when you're
in
X-Saber
some
It
ways.
doesn't,
True.
In
it
some
doesn't
ways
matter when you
tougher.
can't die.
But also, he's a brick house. So,
Pulling up X-Saber Pashul. Also, yes, Carlos noted in chat. I have Skyrim music looping because we're talking about swordy boys.
Oh, cool. I can't hear.
No,
'cause
no.
otherwise
Ambience, not battle music. I could switch to battle music though, but
Man, I just think
I
of
prefer
like,
ambience.
we could have gone Saber music instead, but whatever.
No, not really.
No,
I love Pashul. Pashul is probably my favorite X-Saber card, just because he's...
So yeah,
Yeah.
Pashul's got good art. I mean, if you want to talk about like references, if he didn't have a sword, you could probably say he looks like some combination of 90s comic book characters.
No,
or 80s
this
comic
is
book
when
characters.
you realize...
I was going to say he's X-Saber Mad-Eye Moody.
No,
So another option.
Pashul is what made me
Cable.
realize something about X-Sabers. They're not actually a fantasy archetype. They're just straight up cyberpunk, because motherfucker has cyborg hands.
Yeah, he's got.
And
You can
cyborg
see the
leg.
spring-loaded in it and like pneumatic tubes in his arm and leg. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
cyborg eye.
and that is actually clarified. Yeah, they're wearing prosthesis, and I mean that makes sense. These guys are all in dual terminal, so
Also,
shit
that
like
fucking
pylons
sword.
exist.
That
Yeah,
fucking
I-
sword is great.
He's got a
Like,
big
I-
chunky sword.
X
always-
gonna give it to you.
I always took the X-Sabers as people that basically went underdo like enhancement surgery.
No, they're basically people who've been through some shit. Is
Yeah,
what I
they
would
are
say
all
for
veteran
Pashul.
warriors, and they get their. I believe it is not they choose to get cybernetic enhancements. It's just their fight with the
Well,
worms is so fucking metal.
so-
they have to get
so-
robot parts
So
bolted
to
on.
do some lore dumping, the reason why they're a collection of misfit like people that aren't any uniform like race or type or creed is because they're basically the remnants of the lost civilizations from the worms eating everything.
Yeah, they are. Commander Gottoms called up the last 10 guys he could find to be his his dudes and fight them. And here we are.
Who's
with
not
these-
dead? Come with me to fight.
You know, when the other major people who form the Ally of Justice Alliance are the Ice Barrier tribe and the Mist Valley tribe.
Who are still busy keeping Trishula locked away.
This
And
Valley's are doing a
also,
good job.
I-
They pull their weight.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's be honest, one of those is maybe pulling their weight.
Well, here's the thing. To be fair to the X-Sabers, you put respect on their name because they're the only hidden arsenal archetype, bar one that I don't think counts because it didn't happen until they got support way later, that ever got tournament topping decks. The only one.
I don't know what you're talking about. Divine Wind of the Mist Valley topped all the time.
It did not.
Uh,
You are in fact
what
wrong.
are you talking about?
Also, that card wasn't even in hidden
Fields?
arsenal.
What are you talking about? Gusto could do it.
But
If they try
hard enough.
here's
Not
Pashul.
relevant,
We can see
David.
he's got a fancy X in
Gusto
his sword and a fancy X on his
Yeah.
knee guard.
proud of
Also,
his
Omega,
job.
I figured out we're brilliant because speaking of the being vague, the other archetype I was talking about was Gem Knights.
Yeah.
I figured out where Brilliant Fusion comes in.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Secrets of Eternity.
God damn it. No, you're right. I
That
remember
wasn't
that
even
from the meme.
That wasn't even a meme. I'm
Now
right.
that you mention it, I do remember Simo does say that this
Yeah.
set introduced Brilliant Fusion.
Yes.
Thanks, Simo.
It was a meme, but not a meme.
God
Someone's
damn it.
gonna have to explain that meme to me, possibly again. If
Blame
it-
MBT.
Yeah, so on one of his Watch Progression Series streams, MBT just had a brain meltdown and just played the opening of Secrets of Eternity like 4 times in a row. Somebody in chat would just say, yeah, it was a lot. Somebody in chat would just say, sorry, I didn't hear the intro. He was like, oh, you didn't hear the intro? He would skip back to the beginning of the video, do it again.
And then people started saying, just fucking move on. And, it's like,
then he stuck it out for a while. But it's okay. He got his in the end because everybody turned it into a copy pasta and just spam it in his chat.
It became a meme, and he went, "Oh crap, I've got."
Yeah,
too far."
he did it as a funny bit for one video, but now he's stuck with it for the end of time.
The thing I love about MBT is that, like, he does a bunch of dumb bullshit, but he also has a limit on the dumb bullshit.
MBT knows when the joke is dead.
Like,
yeah,
I think it's like the jank history of jank. It's like fucking like Ash Blossom toe sniffer, and he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you people?"
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
It's a name of a patron. Simo does patron reads like we do, only he has way more patrons than us. You guys should get on that. People who aren't patrons.
Ash
And
Blossom's feet
much
pics
like
is
how
one,
I
think.
have to read out the patron name Ahagao Comics every show,
Yeah.
Simo
not
has to
bad,
read
lad.
out many unfortunate patron names.
MBT's hard
You can tell which one of us.
Shout out to I
Doesn't
want to
watch
suck
out.
MBT's toes.
Yeah, that guy existed. Let's move on to Pashul here. His effect is, by the way, Pashul is a level 2 tuner who has 100 attack, 0 defense, but it doesn't fucking matter. He's a tuner, by the way, also, because I didn't say that. This card cannot be destroyed by battle. You cannot punch Pashul.
He
I mean,
forever
you
stays.
can. It's just
It does nothing.
It does
yeah.
nothing.
Killing him
unflappable.
doesn't cause him to die. There
Catastrophe,
I go.
however.
I've said the meme.
During
Okay, that's
each
a-
of your opponent's standby phases, you take 1,000 damage. You must control this card in face-up defense position to activate and resolve its effect. So basically, what usually happens is you set Pashul, your opponent runs into Pashul. Pashul is basically Spirit Reaper. He cannot be stopped. And then, before your opponent's turn rolls around, you summon something, sink away. You're fine. Pashul is a very good tuner because he is a stalwart wall and absolutely sets up synchro plays very easily.
No, literally the turn in X-Sabers that I've ever played, from what I've played, has been set Pashul, set emergency call, pass, wait for your opponent to run into Pashul, then actually play your game.
Yeah.
I also enjoy that he's basically in like the position he would be in defense.
Yes, no, he is drawn in defense position. They know what you're going to do.
Yeah.
This is how every monster is when they are drawn in defense position.
He's been through some shit because it looks like he's got a bandage and his shoulder pad horns are fucked up except for one.
All right, so interestingly, I think are all these. Let me double check this one. Are you also? Okay, no. So
mean,
this isn't. We're going to go to their first synchro monster. We do not only have the original X-Saber synchros left. We have one non-synchro in here as well, who is also, I believe, bad. I don't.
Isn't it? Let's see. Isn't
I
it
don't
like
remember
Doza,
Uruz being
Airbellum,
used
and
a lot.
Wayne?
Uruz is okay.
Okay. Our first one though
Alright,
is.
He's no Axel.
Speaking of this guy, the one guy in that
Yeah,
in
boy.
the shot who looks a little weird. Let us introduce everybody at home to X-Saber Souza.
Yeah.
He's the
I
most
mean,
electrifying man in sports entertainment.
I feel like as we could say it, every squad has a bad apple.
Yeah, he is the heel.
Yeah, no. This guy, whatever group he was originally from, were assholes. This
He
guy
probably stabbed one of his own guys.
This guy is a Fire Emblem starter boss. He is that bandit you fight on the first map in every fucking game. Look at this guy.
Maybe not the first map, but
I mean, he's got 2 swords.
yeah.
That's true. It might be the
No,
second.
yeah.
Look at the first
This
ten.
guy's like a solid 8th map, like one. Like what was that one in fucking Roy's
It's the first
game?
arc, essentially.
Where you had to do the volcano mission. He looks like the dude in that.
So, yeah, here's Souza. He's got 2 swords, thus making an X, and his swords have X buttons, and he's got an X on his belt and an X on his pauldron. He's got a
Also
lovely X
Omega.
behind him and an
X
X on his
card.
forehead.
Oh.
So
He's also
many
fucking ripped.
X's.
Oh, Omega. He's definitely not a first round Fire Emblem villain because he's not nearly ugly enough.
That's true. He's
Yeah.
only a little bit ugly.
Not
Yeah.
if you have
I
a
was gonna say,
magnificent
he's like-
mustache.
Probably that boss you fight like
Yeah.
halfway through
Yeah,
that
he
you
does
see
not
a few
have-
times leading up to it.
He is not horribly malformed like most
It's true.
of the
He does not have a
bandit
smoosh
leaders.
face. He's
So-
just the dude is just a rest. Like in the movie of X Sabers, this guy's played by like an ex wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just as a thing, remember when we talked about Fabled with a guy who just looked like he's just happy to be evil?
Yeah.
He
right,
said
yeah,
that
yeah.
expression where like he's just happy to be an X-Saber and be a fucker.
Happy
Yeah.
to be here.
When you said Fabled, I'm like, Jack of Blades?
No, not that.
The guy who looks
Fabled
so
archetype.
evil?
Two into the bush.
I know, but-
this guy is here for Boop and Snooples.
Boop and Snooples? What the fuck does that
I
mean?
miss-
Okay.
That's a new one.
Yeah, no, you know what?
Booples,
He,
booples.
he looks like the introductory to the bosses are gonna be promoted now.
Yeah, no, this is like, this is
First
whenever
general?
you get access to promotion materials, and the game's like, oh, you were using those on your units, right? Like,
Yeah, it's when they start throwing heroes at you that as bosses.
Another thing I think he looks like is this guy is definitely like an early human villain in like a cheap fantasy anime. Not necessarily.
I'm not gonna lie,
It's
he
totally
looks like
like Luke's
Ashnard,
Shadow.
kind of.
like the Fire Emblem anime. Wait, that
He
doesn't
genuinely looks like Ashnard a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got
no,
a similar.
no,
He's
no.
got a
The Fire
similar
Emblem
build
anime
and
doesn't
structure.
exist.
Before he went gray.
Yeah.
Like Ashnard
Yeah.
pre-insanity.
Yeah, no. I
Honestly,
agree with that.
he's like super ripped, and I feel like he
Or
probably-
spoiler character that I
He's
can't
probably
name.
like 6 to 7.
I like how we keep on just further progressing him further and further into a Fire Emblem.
I mean, he looks
I
like
mean,
a Fire
also,
Emblem
I do
character.
want
You
to
can
throw
say
out there,
anything.
he's out of the original X-Saber synchros, I think he's he's pretty good.
He's not out yet.
Dallas,
he's
the
not
newest
out for us
Fire
yet,
Emblem
even.
is like 3 years old. You can say whatever. It's not a spoiler.
Okay, he looks like Zelgius.
Yeah, that's not even a spoiler. Zelgius is a human.
Well,
He's a person who exists in the game.
I mean,
I don't
I don't know anything about the Fire Emblem fandom. I'm just super casual out
Dallas
here.
is like 3 steps away from
ignore the Fire
spoilers, and
Emblem
he's
fandom.
walking
They're the
on
worst part of
eggshells.
Fire Emblem.
True.
As a Fire
I'm
Emblem
just
fan, I
out
can say
here
that.
Ruined Fire
retweeting
Emblem.
Rhea art. It's all you need to know about me.
She's insane and wanted to fuck her mother.
And
Sure,
then
spoiler, I think.
also, I mean,
This
I'm also out here retweeting Edolith
This
art.
is
but
why
that's a
you
different thing.
follow Bernadetta, our Lord and Savior.
I mean,
Small.
Edelgard? Who the fuck is Edelith?
No, Edolith fan art. Edelgard
True.
Byleth.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here to
That's 'cause
catch
that's
fish and
canon.
fuck my wife. Yes, Edelgard's gay panic is canon. It's just whether you reciprocate. Anyway,
Dude, everyone... Sorry.
Anyway,
So
we're
Souza is a
losing-
level
The
7
Fire Emblem.
synchro. He is a Earth Warrior. He has 2,500 attack, 1,600 defense. He is 1 tuner and 1 or more non-tuner X-Saber monsters. So he is an
Wait,
archetype.
just one more thing before we move on. Can we just talk about how Japan made the gay house the morally ambiguous one?
Well, that's Japan
I'm
for
just
you.
saying.
I mean, I don't think
Like-
that was intentional. I think it just worked
I know,
out that
but
way
it's
with the
just
character
funny.
designs.
well, I think it was. Oh, let's make a morally ambiguous house.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
we need to make
what I
a house
understand
full
the
of
way what I
waifus.
understand the way Three Houses worked was, and you can tell this if you play Black Eagles, was they were going to do a traditional Fire Emblem thing where Edelgard, the red one, was going to be the bad guy the whole time, and then they were like, wait, why can't you just you can already play the other 2 houses. Why can't you just play this house? What if we just did
Fire
that route?
Emblem, not known for nuances in storytelling.
No,
No,
I do
you-
think Three Houses has some of the
Someone
coolest
clearly
writing
hasn't
because
played
you can play
Fire
all the
Emblem before.
like Edelgard literally is the archetypal villain character, but you can also just play her route.
Here's also the thing, though. Like, everyone in Fire
mandatory
Emblem...
Edelgard did nothing wrong.
I'll say this.
Well,
Everyone in... Before we move off of this topic...
I'll
'cause
be
I'm
the
getting
Edelgard
passionate.
apologist here.
Well, no, I agree Edelgard is correct. I would
yeah,
100% side
the
with
people
that.
who did something wrong in that situation is those who slither in the dark. But for some reason, we can't work
Well,
on that
no.
problem.
Here's the thing.
Mateo.
Everyone is objectively right in their reasoning of what they're doing. Everyone is just also operating on not all of the information.
That is the one flaw I think is that Three Houses has kind of committed to no golden ending, like putting everybody on the same page.
I'll say it. Blame the fan reaction to Revelation.
Yeah.
I'll
That is
say it's
entirely
way
what
more
Revelations
than
not
I
a
mean,
third group.
it's definitely an overcompensation. It reminds me of the pivot from Final Fantasy 12 to 13. Like, there was a very vocal minority who didn't like 12 because 12 was basically a single-player MMO with wide-open zones. So 13 is ultra-linear, ultra-conservative game design, and it's very boring.
I still like 13.
I
I
think
like
the gameplay's
Rev-
okay, but like half the characters are just so
Well,
dull.
here's
to
the
me.
thing. I like Revelations because I like
Alright.
gimmicky bullshit.
Alright.
And that's all
I-
Revelations is.
I hate Revelations because
It's gimmicky
the
bullshit?
balance is fucked. There's no balance.
So let's talk about
That's it.
Soza's effect. He can tribute
Yes.
one X-Saber monster, then choose one of these effects that he gains until the end of the turn. His first effect is, at the start of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, destroy that monster. Basically, a super catastrophe effect. His second effect is, this card can't be destroyed by trap effects. So you can, if you have another X-Saber to tribute, you can tribute it to make him immune to traps. He cannot be destroyed by trap effects, so you can still Fiendish Chain him, I guess, but he can't be destroyed. That also means you can deprism, because depris is also bullshit.
Yeah.
Or you can make it so he has a, like I said, baby catastrophe effect. At start of damage step, pop that guy. I believe at start of damage step is before damage calc, so you don't take any damage either.
Yeah, no, it would be because that's when like Grand Mole does his thing too.
Yeah, so
Grand Mole.
that
Shout
makes
out
him
to
a very
understanding
reliable
the
removal
damage
tool.
Step.
And that also makes him an asshole to his own archetype because he's popping his own guys.
I mean, look at this guy, David.
X-Sabers need that though, because
Also,
Yeah.
X-Sabers are associated with hand ripping, but a lot of their mechanics are self-sacrificing. They either tribute themselves or others, or they make you pay life points to do stuff.
Man,
Yeah.
they're literally just the X-Men.
well,
They're- and how they
X-Sabers.
work
The thing is,
together.
the two big X-Saber synchros, or the two main ones that do damage, also have hand rip effect.
Yeah.
The
It's
two
just,
main
uh,
ones.
Or spell trap destruction.
Yeah, Gottoms and Soza.
Yeah.
Can't believe Dallas is
Soza does not have a
disrespecting
hand
Wayne
rip
like
effect?
this.
You mean a
Wayne?
tribute effect?
Wayne is not a synchro that you use. Wayne is a synchro that you synchro climb with.
Wayne
That is his
uses
job.
Synchro everybody uses.
yeah.
Yes,
if
two
you're, if you're
synchro climbs.
Why,
He's the
why would
most
you use
usable
Wayne?
X-Saber.
He's an archetype trader.
No,
Speaking of which, by the way,
if
he
you're-
is next. I am pulling his art up as we speak.
If you're
I
using
would-
Wayne to fight, something happened and you didn't get to Wayne properly.
Yes, as a person who has summoned an X-Saber Wayne a couple of times, yes, no, you don't actually want Wayne. You really want to move up, but sometimes the deck says no.
You Wayne into what you do is you Wayne into Emmer's Blade or not Emmer's Blade.
Emmer's
Full Hum Knight.
Anyway,
The tuner, the 3-star tuner.
I'm pulling
into
up
an
Wayne.
8-star synchro.
Yeah,
if he's
Airbellum.
appeared
He
on
used to wear a
screen.
lot of blue. I noticed he wears a lot of fucking blue.
Yeah,
Look at
I
this
mean, so
Phantom
you could
Diopter
argue
looking
that that
ass.
makes sense considering they basically retconned that he was previously an Ice Barrier guy before he joined the X-Sabers, I guess, because his armor's all like beat up. Whereas General Wayne of the Ice Barrier is all nice and neat. I have absolutely no idea, by the way, why he decided to quit being an Ice Barrier. I guess because they wouldn't let him have a gun that is also a knife.
I mean, I mean.
Yeah, a gun that is also a sword.
I think still have the gun knife.
Oh
I
no!
assume his
No,
barrel
it
keeps
has
swinging.
obviously the
has
sword is
knife
also a
blade,
gun.
not the gun part. Though
Also,
I do believe that gun is not functional because it does not look. It looks like there is a gap, but there's not a big enough gap that he can actually fire that revolver.
Yeah.
Okay,
Th-
so it's
this is
obviously
definitely a
like
gun
a,
for a
like
reason.
a Final Fantasy VIII revolver.
there's
There's
no
no
way
interesting.
without
So
guns
Martha's
out
pulled
of
up his anime art. Yeah, that's not even a cutout. There's literally he literally just stuck his knife on the end of a gun.
Which
there's
it's
Yeah,
really
that's-
the thing of like I guess
Yeah.
you pull the trigger to stab or. slice, I guess.
Squall looks at this man's gunblade and laughs.
Yes, he does.
The revolver is cool, but this is the second guy who's got a pistol grip on a sword,
But,
and I do
okay,
not like
I have a problem with the gun.
it. Yeah.
The
It's a
Konami
bad
War?
revolver. Like the barrel is way too small, or not the barrel. What the fuck is
The
that
chamber?
part called?
Or-
Chamber, yeah.
Now the cylinder is pretty decently sized. It's about as big as his
Yeah.
fist.
I was gonna
Um,
say,
No, look at the anime art.
well, yeah, in
the-
the anime art, the angle is really weird.
Yeah.
It
it
looks
looks
smaller.
like the chamber should be about just slightly smaller than his thumb. That put
Might-
that in the 357 range, probably.
Yeah, no, that's in his original card art. That's a pretty big stonking revolver he can't shoot anybody with. because there's a knife in it.
I mean,
It also
mean,
has a pump on it.
it's no
Yeah,
44
you're correct.
revolver,
It
but
looks like
let's
it's
be
drawn
honest,
with a pump action on the
357
bottom.
Yeah.
Even though there's
It's
clearly
action
no magazine or
revolver.
chamber there.
Remember, a lot of Japanese artists don't know what guns are.
That's
Oh,
true.
God,
I mean, I think it's just a foregrip, but it looks like the pump on a shotgun.
Yeah.
I have to show you this art because I just found the ugliest anime art from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, no, I
There's
agree
a
with
second
that.
one.
But like I was saying,
Crazy.
it's no 44 revolver, but 357 is more practical anyway.
Dallas is obsessed with Performapal Swordfish.
It's so bad.
Oh,
No,
Anyway, so
fuck, what did I
I
look
mean, we
at?
can say this: X-Saber Wayne clearly is an X-Saber. He's got an X on his shoulder. He's got a knife, some kind of saber. It has an
He's
X on
great
it.
for going into other synchros.
he
That's
has
pretty
two.
much it.
He's got a cowboy hat.
and
That's true. He's
for-
wearing a set.
let's-
He's got 2 knife guns. I can see the hammers on the other one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and let's be honest, a 5-star 2100. I mean, he's not bad if you get stuck with him.
It's gonna bore your decks.
I mean, he's got generic warrior effect, so that's decent. You ideally want to synchro climb. but
You
can
honestly,
get that.
I've seen him used less in X-Sabers because of awkward numbering.
Yeah, no, I agree that.
X-Saber's big target is because, me and Omega were actually talking about this the other day. X-Sabers have one of the only 2 Mat 9s in the game, so their big number to hit is 6 and 3.
Yeah. Because
Which,
two material sync 9 is a very narrow slice, especially early
spoiler,
in the game, and it's
there might be
rough.
a certain X-Saber monster that is very enabling of that.
So, X-Saber Wayne's effect is pretty simple. He's an Earth Synchro, level 5. 1 tuner, 1 or more non-tuner monster, so he's completely generic, unlike Souza. When this card is Synchro summoned, you can special summon 1 level 4 lower warrior type monster from your hand. So he's got the on-summon Marauding Captain effect.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Marauding Captain, very easy target to make Wayne. Marauding Captain into a 2-star tuner. You can make Wayne. You can do it again. You can synchro.
Outside of Archetype, he's a 5-star.
He is a generic
wants warrior
5-star,
support.
which is problematic sometimes.
You've seen me do it a couple times. Junk Synchron's kind of the perfect guy to make him if you're making him out of Archetype.
Oh yeah, Carlin's just brought this up, but there's bullet holes in the X in the background. I didn't notice that
And
before.
if
Yeah,
you
he's
have
got
a
a cool
second
background.
Junk Synchron in your hand, you just made Stardust
Yeah.
Yes.
whatever 8.
Yeah, no.
Well, heck, even in X-Saber decks, the main thing was him into Arabellum into Stardust.
Yeah, no. It's he is a good synchro climber. He is generic. That makes him functional. He is not the best synchro, but for the love of God, the man's a generic sync 5. That's so much in
Yeah.
this day and age.
Oh yeah.
We cry
And
so much about non-generic synchros. They're so painful.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Let's pull
Sometimes
up.
they need to. Sometimes cards need to not be generic, and when they are, but
Think
sometimes that way around applies too.
Some cards need to be generic that aren't, and some cards need to stop.
Like I
I'll
feel
be
like
honest,
the
I like it. I like his aesthetic. I grew up on
He's a wasteland
old
cowboy.
John Wayne cowboy flicks.
Yeah, yeah. It's part of the thing Dallas mentioned earlier about Pashul. Like, these guys are post-apocalyptic, cyborg knights, because they're being invaded by aliens. So, like, it's a good aesthetic. I like his hat and his mask.
Yeah.
But we're going to move on
Yeah.
to Urubellum.
That is a nice hat.
Or technically
This
Urbellum.
is probably my favorite art of the normal X-Sabers.
He looks like a gladiator that
It's a
became
shame his
Cyberpunk.
effect is not great.
Yeah.
Or his effect is good, I should reiterate. It's a shame about his attack points.
Yeah, I was
His-
gonna
Yeah,
say,
so
his
I remember how I
his
said
effect is
Souza
okay.
was a 2507. Urbellum is a 2207.
It's not that big
Which
of a
means
difference.
he
but
gets
it-
like, okay, so we want to let this know. Synchro monsters synchros exist where obviously they do the thing. They do this with Xyz and lots of other extra X too, where if they have really good effects, they compensate by making their attack points lower. Stardust is a 8, but he's only 2500.
They overcompensated with this guy.
But
yeah, just a
that's
little bit.
like compared to like Gaia Charger, right?
Yeah.
Gaia Force of Earth, who
think
has no effect at all and is a generic 6 synchro for 2600.
No, Omega, I'll do you one better. Let's compare Goyo Guardian.
Yeah,
Errata.
Goyo's another one. Goyo, I know some people complain about Goyo being type locked, but Goyo's stats and his effect are fucking horseshit. The man's a level 6 with 28,
Yeah.
and he has
Well,
a really
it's
gnarly
because I think the unfortunate part of Goyo was because he appears, I think, in the second or third episode of the anime, so very early on.
Well,
And
no,
I
the
think
thing
before
was,
I
they
think the,
had figured
balance
out.
wasn't there in the anime.
I can tell you why
Yeah.
Goyo got. I can tell you why Goyo, why people complain about Goyo being locked. I don't think it has much to do with why he was locked, more when he was locked.
Okay,
Because
I can
they
see that.
blatantly locked him to push Link Monster.
Probably.
Oh,
makes
was it that
sense.
late?
Yes,
Yeah, I
he
mean,
got
so
banned
here-
in MR4.
Here's the thing.
Ooh.
I will say
Or
this.
he got eroded, I should say.
And this is the other thing. Erratas are much more likely to happen if a card has appeared in the anime because they
Don't want to ban it.
yeah, they don't want to leave it banned because then it loses the market value. It's like, okay, this
Yeah.
card doesn't do, this is this card appears and a major character uses it. That means we can't use it to promo this character. We can't, sell it in structured decks or whatever if it's banned. So they usually errata those and they try to make them consistent with what happens on screen. Firewall Dragon, for instance, famously has this errata. It was a main character's ace monster that was so fucking broken they had to ban it.
They didn't ban it for way longer than they should have not.
No.
Because it was an ace monster.
Yeah.
They held
And-
on to it because they really didn't want to get rid of it, but they had to because Firewall unerrated Firewall, I should say, is dumb. Post-errata Firewall is really only good for Cyber decks, which is probably what it should have been, but here we are.
Yeah.
Yes. And unfortunately, the only meta Cybers deck doesn't use it because it has a better boss monster to go into.
Well, also, now Access Code Talker exists.
Yes, that's a card that also might need to get hit, but that's a different conversation.
Did I?
Nah,
I
access
might
code
have
is actually fine.
pulled one of those in my second 10.
Good. That card's worth like $100.
It's a very expensive card.
I'll need to go back through and look. I might
Access
have
Code's
pulled
Access Code's a spicy boy.
It's probably
Yeah.
the
It's
second
the
best
meta-
boss
it's the
monster
benefit
right
of-
now. Right behind Zeus.
Because
I would argue right now in the current meta, it's better than Zeus.
Triple
Nah.
Zeus, triple Zeus.
Because
Zeus
well,
is-
Omega triple Zeus.
Zeus
Well-
is not once
Are
per
you gonna
chain.
play Xyz?
well, here's the thing.
Oh
the-
fuck no!
Okay.
If I'm not gonna drag Zeus to local.
I said in the
I
current
definitely
meta-
don't have an Xyz deck.
I say in the current meta because there's only one meta deck that even plays Xyz Monster, and honestly, it doesn't play them anymore because Konami just killed that with a hammer
Oh,
and
right.
like 4
yeah.
ban lists.
Boy,
Yeah,
can't
that's
I
not-
wait to play Zodiacs this week.
Yeah,
sure
co-
be a shame if all my cards got hit because of Tribe Brigade.
Fucking
Well,
Tribe
I mean,
Brigade.
Zodiacs know what they did.
When did people start getting bored of Drytron and Tribe Brigade?
Anyway, we're not here to talk about the meta. We're here to talk about Airbellum. He's a man. He has a hat.
I don't actually like his art.
I like
that
his
much.
art
He's
a
got a
lot.
cool
How
hat
do we
though.
get to Zodiacs from?
He's
Airbellum.
all
You
right.
don't like his art?
Artwork wise, like
I
I,
mean, I
said,
think
I think
like
Axel's
Walt
insane.
kind of said.
I
it's-
think I know this card when it came out, and I just
I
never
think he
liked
has
that
the
much.
best. I think he has the best art of any of the cards we've seen so far.
It just
personally.
feels generic. to me.
I think
I
his
put it on
proportions on
Wave.
his arms are a little weird. They're bothering me a little, but otherwise, I think his art is pretty good. He's got an X belt.
I
he's got
I
his
don't know why,
armor,
but
he's
he's
got
just
some
really
belts and some bandages. I love his hat.
yeah,
Yeah,
feels like
literally
the
the only thing I don't like about him is his attack is a little small.
Yeah, no, the aesthetic wise, he is my favorite.
Like,
Now,
if
I
they
don't think I
bumped
even
it to,
run it
like,
in my X-Saber deck.
24. I
Well,
think
yeah,
it'd be-
they hobbled his attack because of his effect. His effect
No,
is
that's-
And I don't think his effect is worth how much. they
I
hobbled,
mean, maybe not as much, but it's.
yeah.
He
That-
should have
and
been a
that's why I'm
2,500
saying, like,
meter.
If he was a
I mean, no.
24,
What they
I'd
should have
feel
done
a
is
bit
they should have
better.
made him
400.
24 to make him on par with Ryza, because Ryza has a similar effect.
Yeah.
They should have monarched him. But anyway, so his effect is when this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent while they have 4 more cards in hand, place 1 random card from their hand on top of their deck.
I could see this guy punching a monarch.
This is stacking the
funny.
deck, whether it's from field with something like Ryza or Phoenix Wing, or from hand, is usually pretty brutal, especially if
Yeah.
it's easy to make, which it should be. This guy's a 7 in X-Sabers. You have plenty of elements to work with to get those numbers out. So
Or
I can
even
see why
outside of
they...
X-Sabers,
That's also
because
true.
he's
He's
generic.
generic, yeah. He's also generic. So 7 is another good number. If you can make... Speaking of monsters that are level 7 that have their stats slightly hobbled because of their effect, he can't even punch Black Rose.
Yeah. Well, Black Rose has the 24 because it's
Yes,
it's
but
the
I would like
red
to point out
eyes.
once again, There are quite a few 6s, like Iron Chain Dragon has 25, Gaia has 26.
Yeah.
Iron Chain Dragon does not have 25. It has 26.
Iron Chain
I thought
is
it was-
25.
Yeah, it's 25.
Iron Chain has
No,
25.
Gaia
I'm looking at
beats
them
up
right now.
Gaia beats up Iron Chain. This is why a
Yeah,
lot of us
right.
were very upset at Gaia for several weeks.
It's why I
God,
kept
imagine
having to
saying
run
those
Gaia.
words.
Yeah, we
Imagine
were upset
being-
at Gaia because he was a free sync 6 that beat every other synchro we could play. Except
didn't have
me
the
playing
secrets.
Goyo, but I couldn't play Goyo
I-
because
Red
of all
Dragon
the
Arc.
dex
I had to
bullshit.
keep running him because I'm like, oh god, all these other cooler synchros. I need.
Remember that time where I synced Gaia and you're like, well, shit, my deck just doesn't
Yes,
make
no.
anything big enough to punch that.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't that you sunk Gaia. It was that you had Gaia and Stardust, and I went, well, I just die now.
Yeah,
Did I
because you
have
can't,
Stardust
you
out?
cannot, you
Yes,
you
'cause
could
I got
not
destroyed.
blow up Stardust. You could not activate like Dark Hole to get rid of.
Yes, no, because I
Gaia.
had a
You
Dark
could-
Hole and TT. I had a Dark Hole in
Ah,
hand
okay.
and a TT set, and I was like,
but you would not outpunch that deck. Anyway, so Airbellum is okay. We're gonna look at our final normal X-Saber, and then we'll go to Gottoms, the Gottoms. But not the Gottoms, just regular Gottoms.
Ha.
This
But
is,
first, we're
Commander
gonna look at
Gottoms.
a guy.
Uruz.
Yes, Uruz.
Guy that sort of reminds me of Hero.
I like his art a lot.
Stain.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
bad though.
Uruz.
He's not bad, but he's just not good.
I like this. Not just because of his reds, but I do like he's got his swords crossed in an X pose. He's got some sick
Yeah.
armor.
Yeah.
He almost looks.
He almost looks normal.
Well, no, I was gonna say he almost looks like. Find the words here, David. Sam. With the
I heard
helmet?
sandwich.
I
Sam
said-
Show?
Samurai-ish.
Yeah, he's definitely got that kind of look to his hat.
Reminds me
Yeah.
of Team Samurai X's like symbol thing, but I think that's based off Shien.
I have a problem with his armor.
What?
Why does he have claw feet?
Because he's a beast warrior,
That's-
Dallas.
That
He's
just
a
bothers
Catman.
me.
He's a beast warrior.
Uh, no, see, because that
Look at
was
his-
going to
look
be
at his
the other
lower
thing.
mouth.
He looks like a samurai ninja cross-up. Sort of.
Here's the problem. They're crossing aesthetics here. And this is pedantic as shit, and I will still do it because I don't care. You have
Correct.
Japanese armor design, and then the swords are very, very clearly Chinese design because they have the hook blade, they have the sword tassels, like
Yeah, no.
Well, I mean, I think
This
it does
is-
kind of go because he also is wearing like a. It's either his hair is huge or he's wearing like a bear or wolfkin cloak.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
he is
Armor's
definitely a
hard,
little
yeah.
hodgepodge together.
yeah.
So
But
that-
the swords and armor, like, yes,
Yeah,
I
you're
know
right,
I'm a
though. He
nerd for
definitely
knowing this.
Yeah,
but
those are definitely. They're not exact, but they are definitely more fantastical versions of Tiger Hook swords.
they're
Which
Tiger
kind of
Hook
befits his
out.
cat-like. Kind of looks like it befits his cat-like face and his claws.
Dallas,
but
don't
yeah.
worry. He just loves his wushu novels.
No, that's what it is. This is the China Boo. This is a Japanese
Yeah.
China Boo.
There's also a giant
Uruz
panther
here.
man.
X-Saber Uruz is a Earth Beast warrior with 1600 attack and 1000 defense. He is a level 4, so his stats are a little anemic, but he has a magic number in there. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can tribute this card to return the destroyed card to the top of your owner's deck. So, like Airbellum, Uruz. So, does that mean that Airbellum is supposed to be Uruz and Airbellum stacked together? That
I
would be the
think
right
so.
numbers. I don't think
Oh,
that works in the lore because there's like 10
Um,
X-Sabers, but that does
It
make
doesn't
sense
all.
with the etymology.
Also,
Yeah,
just as a thing I just noticed,
maybe you should compare their swords.
Also, what is their face? What is his face? Because episodes, does he have like one eye and like what is his mouth?
You can't compare their swords. Airbellum has the most boring swords ever.
Like,
They're
is it just me?
great
But like, I think he only has like one eye.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
but-
his
I'm
helmet's
not
definitely
sure.
scratched. I don't know if that means he only has one eye or just you can't see it because his helmet is damaged.
I'm
What is
still
it now?
giving worst sword award to Wayne.
Well, yeah, that
But-
was a
Wayne's-
non-functional
Wayne's
Wayne's
swords
gun.
are designed like Maniac, but at least they look cool. Airbellum just has straight swords.
I mean,
I'll
Souza just
take
had straight
simple
swords as
over.
well.
I'll take simple over fucking
And
dumb gun. pistol.
Airbellum and Souza both have fucking huge straight swords, at least.
Oh, also, I forgot to mention this on Wayne. Why in the WoW is his shoulder pad so fucking huge?
Hidden Arsenal, baby. It was the early
Well,
2010s.
Metal.
He had to put his
some-
X-Saber shoulder
something-
pads on top
something
of his
metal
ice
boxes.
barrier shoulder
Yeah, no,
pad.
that is literally
Something,
just WoW
something
shoulders.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah, he is
I don't
literally
think that
just
we're, I
like
don't
a
think we're
fucking.
talking about metal boxes.
I
He's
can't
a
believe
fucking.
Wade is a Titan.
Would he be a rogue?
Anyway, I feel like we're outstepping our.
They're melting down out here. They're melting down out here, X. I'm looking for
What was it?
Gottoms.
Did we say what this thing does? Or
Yes,
did I
you just
forget?
don't listen to me
Yeah.
when I say his effect.
I think I'm
Axe is caught in a time loop.
Axe is just tuning me out when he tunes all the rest of you out. He just goes into a fugue state.
Wait,
He's like,
what is
don't
oh,
even
Loph is
know.
on it. He's like, Loph is on a shit again. Time to do it.
Why is it Tuesday?
No, it is Tuesday. Yes.
Oh wait,
Tuesday's
I did the
coming.
one day
Bring your notes.
It's actually Tuesday, motherfucker.
for me.
Wow, Dallas.
What are you talking about? It's
seven
Wednesday.
choices, and you picked the one that.
Well, I mean, it's true. It's incorrect for Loft because he's in the future.
Remember, that was
Yeah,
the
no.
Tomb Raider today. It is Tuesday
Alright.
or Friday.
Dude, I don't
Hold on.
remember days of the
that's
week
my opinion.
anymore. I'm
Anyway,
doing a...
eventually on screen,
Hi,
Commander
Gottoms.
Gottom's Swordmaster, Swordmaster will appear.
Yeah.
He's got cool armor.
He is Commander Gottoms. He wants you to fight worms.
Oh, are we actually at Commander Gottoms?
Yeah, he's on.
So, I think this art is bad only because I know what his actual art looks like.
Yeah, we may actually, well, you can see it in the thumbnail. Gottom's emergency call you can see, and then there's the double X-Saber version of him as
Well,
well.
yeah, double X-Saber Gottoms puts this art to shame, so...
Yeah, this is
I-
just
Yeah.
Gottoms is doing the pose. You can't even see his full body. I like that they include the details. His mask has the X shape. He's got the X on his sword. You can see, but
I
otherwise
just like
he's
all
just
the-
doing a very standard sword.
I just like all the actual patterns to his armor where it's like actually looks like it was like forged. Like you can see the cool patterns in the hands of like his gauntlets.
Oh
and
yeah,
I
no,
just-
the detail.
I
work is
like the metal work.
good. I just think that they minimized the number of details they could show because this is a waist up shot.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing is he's basically the Professor X of the group. It's a weird dumb way.
So yeah,
or the
no,
Magneto with
just
that hat.
you
I love
talking about his
Magneto.
pose for a second. Yeah, no, that is the ready pose. That is
The arms.
when I was going through my security course. No, that is the pose you stand at to stand at the ready wall on security detail.
Yep, he's doing the power pose.
Security
Your
guard
great
got
sword on
Now-
security detail. That's crazy.
Oh,
I
okay.
went through some basic courses while I was
Okay,
on
now
hold forever.
I was trying to figure out what this actually reminded me of. This actually reminds me of the Black Knight from Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it, but
Oh,
no,
it's Black
this
Knight
is
pose,
just
yeah.
straight up the
I
Black
mean,
Knight.
there's a lot of poses. I don't.
No, I'll show you a picture of the armor. Hold on.
I mean, I know, but it's not exactly
Yeah.
the same. However,
I
when
forget.
did Dawn of Radiance was GameCube, so it definitely came out before
Path of
this.
Radiance.
Dawn
Path
of Radiance?
Dawn of.
Dawn of Radiance is
I
not a
can't.
thing.
I only played one of them. It's been so many years. I cannot remember what those are
Also,
called.
Omega.
By the way,
look at
this
this
is the
pose,
reason why
so-
most people
Omega.
say
Dawn
the
of
Fire Emblems
Radiance.
by number because you can't say the names.
Nine.
Okay,
I
tell
can
me the
say
number of
3
Dawn of
houses.
Radiance. I dare you to try. I dare you to try and say
The
number. of Dawn of
number
Radiance.
is 39. Utopia.
Or-
Now let's see.
No,
the
the number
I mean,
is-
no, it's not. I mean, the pose is the same. The armor isn't the same. Like his is much smoother and has giant shoulder pads, and his helmet is not categorically not the same because with
Yeah.
Gottoms they did the X visor thing, and he has a winged helm.
Yeah.
What Gottoms
But,
is actually definitely with that segmented armor style and that helmet, he is definitely aping some late Roman shit though.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
I was
that is-
gonna
that
say,
is- again,
actually-
that is the classic. That is the classic knight standing vigil pose.
I think he is actually ripping more of Garland than anything. In
I could
armor
also see
style.
that. Yeah, he will knock you all down.
Specifically, Garland from Dissidia.
Yeah.
Or if
Oh,
they ever
yeah.
put him in 14, I don't know. But because I can't say he looks like the fucking NES Garland, because
Oh, again, talking about knights and their being at the ready
Yeah.
stance.
no, I just mean the armor
Yeah.
minus the helmet looks like Garland. Not the helmet.
okay.
The helmet doesn't look anything like
I
it.
know we
but-
have X-Def in 14. Not sure about Garland.
Oh god,
Anyway,
X-Death.
So Gottoms is a level 6 monster. He is not technically an X-Saber, but he is related to the Saber archetype, which, by the way, isn't a real archetype. It technically includes Element Saber. Element Sabers are not connected to Hidden Arsenal as far as I can tell at all. They are linked to the Elemental Lords, but I don't think those are connected to Dual Terminal. It's just a happy coincidence that they happen to contain Saber.
Yeah.
But so he is a level 6 Beast Warrior, by the way, even though we can't see any of his body. He is a Beast Warrior, allegedly. 2100 attack, 1600 defense. All face-up Saber monsters you control gain 400 attack. So obviously they just had to not make him a Saber monster, so he can't be a 2500 one tribute monster. God forbid.
Yeah, God forbid he break the ceiling of the Monarch stat line.
It's okay. Don't worry.
It's okay because this is a synchro archetype, so I'm sure you sync into something right off the bat.
Well,
don't even bother,
no, you don't ever use him. There's an unfortunate fact of X-Sabers have the best level 6 monster ever, and it's not Gottoms, so he never gets played.
Yeah, but so while we're on the subject, I'm not going to show the card art because it is literally our thumbnail, but I do want to talk about Gottom's Emergency Call. Very briefly, because it's part of the strat.
Yeah, no, that's the best.
This is a normal trap card. If a face-up X-Saber monster is on the field, target 2 X-Saber monsters in your graveyard, special summon them to your side of the field. So if you have a face-up X-Saber and you have 2 X-Sabers in grave, you can return them, so you spam. That's their thing.
Basically, it lets you synchro, then get the synchro material back to also be on the field.
Yeah, and Mirror Match is funny with this card.
Yes, because it does not say your graveyard.
Yeah.
Any graveyard.
It just says X-Sabers in the graveyard.
And also
garbage is cool, guys.
Yeah, and also the fact that it is a card will not protect you from the sword he is pointing at you.
I also figured out who that one guy we didn't recognize in the lineup, the initial lineup.
Oh, is it Guard Strike?
No, I'm pretty sure it's Bogart Knight, who's our
that would make sense.
Weird.
Bogart Knight is not nearly as green in his card art, but that could be a lighting effect. Anyway, I have pulled up. We're moving on to the double
This
X-Sabers.
is some weird art.
So I do believe the double X-Sabers have a lot more dynamic poses.
Yes, and all of them are unlike the X-Sabers, all of them are usable.
Yes.
I took the whole thing of the X-Sabers as like they're the next line or they're the upgraded versions of the original line.
Well, I don't think they're upgraded because they don't look like any of them. I think, if anything, the guess on the wiki is probably correct. The double X-Sabers are the next 10 guys they recruited to make 20 of them. Because apparently Master Gottoms loves his 10s.
Well, I think all the original X-Sabers
It's almost
died.
like
Also
X
true.
is the numeral for 10.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then someday we'll get to the triple X-Sabers, the porn parody version.
What about
I also thought about making that joke, but I'm pretty sure if I did that in the title, YouTube would get mad at me.
It's
Gottoms.
just retrains of
The worms have
Hyunlei.
escaped. We need a group of 10 teenagers with attitude and swords.
It's just retrains of Hyunlei Soza and fucking Anu. It's not. I can't
Anupiranha?
fucking Hakuna Matata.
It's Anu
Anupiranha.
Piranha. Her
That's a
name is
wonderful
literally the
phrase.
piranha, the animal.
Anupiranha.
You were very close, Dallas.
Magula Halada.
Anyway,
A green enchilada.
Bogart Knight. He's up on the screen, I hope, finally.
he is.
You're
He was on
not
there for a
even
while.
trying, Dallas.
So I would say I
The
do
new
think,
Infatada.
Well, I do not think he is a upgraded version of another guy. You can tell that the X-Sabers are stepping up their game. Not only does he appear to have a laser rapier, but also he is wearing armor with Tron lines now. He apparently gets his power from the X button.
Wait, is that just Vorse Raider's cousin?
I mean, that's certainly Force Raider's hat.
Wait.
No, look at his face. I think it's just
certainly
Vorse
Vorse
Raider's
Raider's
cousin.
stat
Just,
line.
so that's the question. Is this by the time the Violons existed?
Attack point.
By the time these printed, do Violons exist?
It might be. I think
Because they
it
might
be
just start.
the
They might
double
just start using
X-Sabers.
Violon tech or something.
Look, at some point, someone's going to need to explain the dual terminal lore to me. because-
Or they start using
I'm
the
gonna
Allied
I'm
Justice
gonna
tech.
buy one copy of Hidden Arsenal Volume 1. I'm gonna photocopy the lore insert from it, and then we'll solve all our problems, David. They will tell me the lore, and I will tell you the lore.
I will do a dramatic reading of dual
You'll
terminal.
I
find
could
the
actually,
lore
honestly, that
excerpt,
would
and
be
it's just
funny.
a single page with the words "get
I remember
fucked."
you. I mean, Omega, you
It's just a
done,
picture
like,
of Trishula.
You did Lovecraft reading, so why not like do like
And
dual
then
terminal
some
readings?
shit happened, and these people got fucked up big time.
I mean, I could do dramatic readings of the translations of the Master Guide, but those are very, very long-winded. The Master
mean,
Guides
you-
are fucking. Ugh. They're purple.
I mean,
prose
didn't you?
fast
I
and
mean,
long.
you've read Lovecraft stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're-
but those were I usually read the like 5-page stories, Axe.
Yeah,
didn't really
I
need
think
the long
I think
ones.
the longest thing you did was the Dunwich Horror, which is still a short story.
Yeah, no, I did. Like I think I stopped in my volume of my complete H.P. Lovecraft at the Call of Cthulhu because that's a short story in 3 parts, and I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
that's too far. We'll do the first 5 and then stop because some of these are
Yeah.
like some of them are like literally 1 page. But
Yeah,
no,
like
by
Silver
the way,
Key,
I
you
do
could
have
probably
dramatic
do it a
readings
weekend.
of some H.P. Lovecraft. They're spooky. Go check them out.
Spooky, scary skeleton.
So Bogart Knight.
Oh, we'll get that.
Bogart Knight is a guy.
He's good.
I mean, yeah, I think his pose is a little.
Yeah.
He's a little flashy, right? He's a little.
But
He's a
his
little
effect,
like,
though.
hey, look at me, I'm coming.
I just can't get over the fact that he just looks like Vorse Raider.
Also, yes, no, he is all. Now that he's blown up, this is definitely just Cyberpunk voice raider.
Yeah, no.
I will say he's 200 defense points lower than Vorse Raider.
Interesting, but he's very close.
That line.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
He's got spikes coming out of his body, but apparently they're part of him because there's just that spike in his elbow. I mean, he's called Bogart Knight, so he's a beast warrior,
Wait.
so clearly he's not human.
I actually genuinely think this might be related to Vorse Raider. Like, unironically.
I mean, I'm sure it's an homage. I doubt Vorse
What
Raider
is-
exists in the dual terminal lore because
Vorse Raider is
isn't-
Vorse Raider is a beast warrior.
Yeah. I'm sure
Yeah.
it's an homage because Vorse Raider is an OG monster, and they love to just reference things.
So
And
Vorse
print money.
Raider's lore, real quick. This wicked beast warrior does everything horrible and every horrid thing imaginable,
This
Yeah,
is
right.
Vorse Raider's cousin, Ted.
and
the Bogart
loves
Knight.
it. His axe bears the marks of countless victims.
So this can't be actual Vorse Raider because Vorse Raider uses an axe. This guy has a
Yeah.
motherfucking laser sword.
This is the equivalent of like the Mexican knockoff Vorse Raider, except
This
not
is our
actually
Spanish
Mexican.
knockoff Vorse Raider.
This is-
Bogart Knight plays Spanish guitar when he gets summoned. Chug-a-dum.
Well, we're gonna sound pretty racist, but this is me amigo Vorse Raider.
I mean, Vorse Raider Zorro. I like his design though. I like the interplay of kind of the tech and then the fact that he's just a muscle dude with a sword,
Yeah.
and a big cape. He's a lot flashier than those guys, but the lines are a lot cleaner. I'm glad we can't see his fucked up feet in full.
Yeah.
So you can only see one of his toe hands.
Okay, yeah, I'm not crazy. Yeah, no, everyone's pointing out that this is an X-Saber Vorse Raider.
I don't
think
like
we
that
have
his
firmly
arm spike
established
is a
that.
part of him.
What was that,
His
Robin?
name.
I don't like that his arm spike is a part of him.
Yeah, I mean I don't like looking at that. That's gross. I don't like it, but it's
So
there,
did I miss a Megan saying the effect?
No, I have
already?
not read his effect yet. No,
Okay.
you did not fugue
Cool.
state.
Yeah,
that.
not this
He is a
time. Don't worry.
1900 Beast Warrior Earth. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon one level 4 or lower X-Saber monster from your hand. Cannot be used as synchro material except for the synchro summon of an X-Saber synchro monster.
We only play X Sabers anyway.
Yeah, so
And goes
and he's
on.
got a 1900 attack stat. So Bogart Knight, good, really good.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he was a super rare, so I have like one of him. I think. Oh no, I have two.
Same.
We're gonna be
Oh,
be
God,
hoping and
fuck
praying
you.
for Star Pack Arc V in the year 2015, where he's a common reprint. That's about
Yeah.
it.
I will say
Yeah.
that I was just looking at my X-Saber polls the other day because Loth was interested in trading me. Don't bother. If it wasn't a common, I didn't get it.
Rip.
Well, Loth, you at least got 2 Dark Soul where I got none. So
Dark Soul.
Well, thanks for spoiling it, guys, because it's time to fill your Dark Soul with light.
I gotta fill your Dark Soul.
I was gonna make that joke, you fuck.
Mother.
Yeah, but
Well,
I
they started
couldn't
talking
remember
about the
what
Dark
it is.
Soul, and the furtive pig, and Dark Soul looks like a furtive pygmy.
The furtive pygmy.
Never easily forgotten.
Because
And then we did
I've
the-
pulled him up, but I just have to stare at this motherfucker while I wait for you guys to catch up. And
I mean, real.
I'm not having
no
a
one
good time.
forgets. No one forgets Dark Soul. Because
I don't understand how this is an X-Saber card.
Well, Dallas, he's covered in X's. That's how he's an X-Saber. He's got at least
Also,
three.
You see, the real thing is Dark Souls 4 will feature X-Sabers.
So as a thing, he's like
that's when they make
near
the
dead.
that's when they make the
Oh my God, he's a wolf man.
Oh yeah, he is a dog man.
Yeah, he's a beast warrior. It tracks.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think he's not a beast warrior. He's
Oh no,
just
he's
a beast.
a beast. That's right. He's one of the weird ones.
Yeah.
He's just a beast.
That's why you can rescue cat him.
Yeah.
But
Why
no,
would you
I love
rescue
what David
this?
said there about Dark Souls 4. So Dark Souls 4 is clearly going to be
Do you know the effect?
It's gonna be post-apocalyptic,
He's actually pretty good.
post-apocalyptic Dark Souls with like
No,
Mad Max
David
shit.
doesn't know the effects, so therefore I can rescue cat him and he'll be surprised.
I was gonna say no. I'm talking aesthetically. Why would you rescue cat this?
Because the guy is
Because
currently
unfortunately, he's actually one of the best X-Saber monsters.
Yeah,
Ah,
Dark Soul
okay.
is pretty important.
But rescue cat is cute.
So,
Where's your guys? Safety.
yeah. Do you guys have anything to say about this this Red Riding Hood motherfucker?
I don't know.
I
so
think
what,
this
what
is
is
the
this,
ugliest art that they've done so far.
Can I bring up how flimsy his weapon looks? Like it looks like it will just like the break.
Yeah,
at
Well,
the top.
that's
This is a
because
terrible Dark Souls, but this
spoilers.
guy's never gonna get
Scythes are not weapons, and you should never use them as
Sorry.
weapons.
No.
If people
Well,
don't
that is
know.
also correct. The anime ass edgy 90s scythe weapon is not real. War scythes do exist, but that's where you take the scythe blade and you rotate it 90 degrees, so it's just a really weird glaive.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Also,
Omega?
literally, war scythes are a peasant weapon that you use because all you have is a scythe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what I
you
will
guys-
say-
Because spoiler alert, the easiest weapon to train a peasant to use is a spear.
Anyway, Loth, you were saying something?
What I will say in terms of this guy, because you asked before, is that this is the day I've been waiting for.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a scythe and a red cloak. Get him out there. He's also from the year, like, what, 2010 probably?
Oh my god,
Yeah,
why?
2010.
I love Dark Soul, but this guy, his design is
His
so
art is
stupid.
so goofy. Like, he's got a weird wolfman face, but he's got just skinny skin arms that go down to his weird scythe. I will disagree with Axe. I don't think his scythe looks flimsy. That blade is chunky. That's clearly wedge-shaped.
No. I'm
Yeah.
saying look at the hinge at the back of the scythe, the top of that. It looks like it will just break off.
No, that's all one
it's
solid.
like-
That's all one solid piece of sheet steel, and it's got Tron lines on it.
Yeah. Obviously, it's meant to be a precision, high caliber sniper rifle.
Also,
so-
as you
Line's
can
very
see,
important
he's
to its
radiating.
durability.
Oh, sorry, Robin.
Nah, go on. I was just commenting on Omega.
He's radiating pure stink line energy. He knows he belongs in the graveyard.
I
I
mean,
mean,
yes,
like,
no,
I've
he
seen
knows he
death
goes to the
energy.
graveyard. He is already a ghost. I think there's some interesting
Return our
touches
ghost.
here, like he's wearing like full body power armor under there, but also he's wearing a hood like a weirdo. He's got he's got his glow bracelets to go to the rave, including in his
Yeah.
cloak.
Maybe
obviously,
there's a lot.
strength.
There's a lot to be
this guy is
sassy
a
about Dark
Fallout
Soul.
feral ghoul.
I'm also. I think there's a funny thing. I think he actually can't lift the scythe. He's actually just trying to hold it off the ground.
I mean, his arms aren't very defined. He may not actually be able to lift that thing. It's very top heavy. Anyway, double
Well,
X-Saber
that's
Dark
why I
Soul.
said he's a Fallout feral ghoul. He has the feral ghoul arms.
Double X-Saber Dark Soul is a level 3 Earth Beast with 100 attack and 100 defense. Because you don't want him to live. You want him to die. Because during the end phase, if this card was sent from your side of the field to the graveyard this turn, you can add one X-Saber monster from your deck to your hand. So much like, Set Pashul Pass is a trick, Double X-Saber Dark Soul is a very obvious bait because you want this guy to get flattened because he's a free search during the end phase.
He also procs up safe throwing.
Or also off those other effects that tribute. So if he is sent to the graveyard from your side of the field this turn, during the end phase you can pop him. He's also not once per turn, so if hypothetically you could get like several Dark Souls on board and then get rid of him. This is actually a very important question about Rescue Cat. Does Rescue Cat negate in graveyard?
No, it does not.
So
It
Rescue
negates on
Cat
field.
is valid.
Yeah. That's
'Cause
why
once it goes to the graveyard.
Now all of those Rescue Cat X-Saber decks make sense.
Yeah.
Well, before it made more sense because Rescue Cat didn't negate any effects.
Yes,
so.
no, you could do bullshit, but even when he negates, yeah, you could do the thing. He's all-bodied little arms.
Rescue
yes,
Cat is
no.
a card that is in the current modern metagame, to put into perspective.
Yeah, even though it's been nerfed like 2 times.
Yeah, it has been. It is the card that they cannot kill.
You can't kill this cat.
You really can't. There's
Oh
like
my
you
god,
killed
I'm
me
so
twice.
excited about our next Double X-Saber, guys.
Oh,
Does anybody have
yeah.
anything left to say about Dark Soul before he goes to
Is
the
it the
graveyard
boy
forever?
or no? It's that one. Yeah, it's the other boy.
I've also
Does
noticed that like
insect-
his scythe has no like
The
downward
fucking
cutting
secret
power. It's
rare.
all upward.
No,
it's
no,
almost
he's got
like
like
he's
ridged blades in the middle. It might be like because it's got Tron lines on it. Also, it might be a tech blade. Who knows? Anyway, it's time for an X-Saber that starts with E.
Yeah, he's possibly one of the best X-Sabers. I didn't get many of him because he's a secret rare, so I got one.
Oh.
But
It's time for Emmer's Blade.
Emer's
The
Blade.
only insect, I believe.
Ah, yes,
fuck is
Emma's
this
Blade.
art?
Oh yeah, the one
X.
the one you want to play multiples of.
Yeah, well, no, you don't need to play multiples. But I mean, he's better than any.
I mean,
Here's the thing about
I want to throw this
X-Sabers.
out there, just in terms of his design, before we get about his mechanics. I mean, he's a bug man. He's basically, you know, like a Thrycreen from
mantis man.
D&D. He has, you know, his cool mantis blades. I don't know how he cuts anybody with them in that shape. Maybe he switches the grip.
He looks like a really weird scyther.
But I do want to say that other than the fact that obviously he's wearing the double X-Saber armor, he's covered in X's now. I don't know where this guy comes from because there is no insect archetype like this in Dual Terminal.
I
There
assume
are
the worms
Naturia
killed
bugs.
the insects first.
Yeah, maybe.
It's
I mean-
Gotham's pet mantis.
I mean, the gusto birds need to
Maybe
eat something.
I
Well,
mean,
they eat
there
worms.
is a Naturia mantis.
Yeah, there are
So
Naturias,
maybe.
so I don't know.
Also,
I need to
notice
look
that
up
the
Naturian
background.
mantis.
I think the background also
Most
shows how
metal
like
mantis
how
are.
they attack shit. So it's like you can see how widely he swings.
I don't actually think it's that. I just think it's there was probably a bug place in
The world, but the
fucking
worms ate
place
all.
land. I can't
The
remember
worms.
the name.
I mean, I have to pull up
Place
Naturia
name?
Mantis's art because, not to
Well,
spoil
no.
Naturias, but you guys have to see this comparison. These
Oh,
two
yeah,
cards
no.
exist in the same universe. They are part of the
Yeah,
shared lore.
Naturia is one of those things where it's like this doesn't fit with the rest
Naturia
of
is
these archetypes.
like a-
So remember how I
Naturia's
said
weird.
that X-Sabers are very try-hard and edgy, literally covered in edges. Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
there's Naturia.
Oh, yeah. Just to bring it up, Naturia feel like they exist as in from like a children's picture book.
Well, no,
It's,
this
it's,
is
it's
the
a kid's cartoon.
this is
Oh,
the
yeah,
Hanna Barbera
most people are
situation
related.
where He-Man and My Little Pony are in the same universe.
Yeah,
Spoiler, that's true.
it
By
is
the
kind of
power of
interesting.
Grayskull.
My little
Nice.
swordsman, my little swordsman.
Oh God, no,
I'll
Mega,
run you
stop.
through with a pike.
Anyway, there's Naturia Mantis. Mantis is clearly Eversblade's girlfriend.
I don't want to think about.
Are we
that.
sure
Let's
that's a
move on.
girl?
I was gonna say,
entirely
sure.
obviously
Yeah.
this is the meme of you
Wait, no,
versus
no.
the guy she told you not to
Wait,
worry
that
about.
Well,
also
no,
works.
that's bad for Emmer's Blade because that means he's gonna die because the
Yeah,
Naturia
it's gonna
Mantis will
eat his
eat his head.
I don't know if Naturia Mantis could, because Naturia Mantis's blades
Wait,
would leave.
hold on.
Dude, have
Um,
you seen?
I do
Mantis
also
is
want
a-
to throw out there, though, David brought up a meme. This could also be another meme, how it started versus how it's going. We started as Naturia Mantis, how it's going, Naturia Eversblade. I'm ready to fight, nerds.
not to like go in a different terrifying route, but have you seen praying mantis mouths?
Oh, I mean,
I don't want it.
most insects
don't want it.
mouth parts up close. I mean, look at Emmer's Blade. You can already see he's got a blade mustache in there. Like, and
Okay,
that's
sure.
nothing on real mouth
Remember-
parts.
Remember,
Insects are-
everyone, nature is metal.
Yeah,
Na-
no,
yeah,
best
nature's
subreddit
fucking
ever.
metal. So a double X-Saber Emmer's Blade is a level 3 Earth insect with an effect. When this card
hold
is
on.
destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can
This is
special
why you
summon
don't mess with
one
praying mantises.
level 4 or lower X-Saber monster from your deck. So here's your recruiter, boys.
Also, I have something to note here. Naturia Mantis beats this guy up.
Yes.
Yeah, I was about to say, does the stats mean he wins? Or
No, the stat
mantis-
means he loses.
Oh no, so yeah, that's Naturia.
Yeah,
Clearly,
no,
Naturia
I mean, like,
Mantis
sorry.
is his girlfriend.
I meant Naturia mantis.
Naturia Mantis is the one you worry about.
Yeah, it's a 1600 beater
17.
or 17 rather.
Like,
Yeah, because
The
Naturia is a
idea of, like,
fucking weird
how sudden
guy.
has it going?
Even if
Naturias
Mantis
are
is
weirdly like a lot of X-Sabers are babies because they're a synchro archetype that's supposed to get beat up.
Naturia
Naturia
are
are
a
like freakishly tanky for a lot of their cards.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a stun deck, so yeah.
Like all of their
Mantis in the-
cards are either like you just don't get to attack me or come at me, Scrublord, I'm ripped.
Fucking
Yeah, no,
mosquito is you can't attack me. There's another Naturia monster on the field.
There's
Uh,
also
Ma-
I am literally a rock.
I'm
Naturia
a
rock.
rock.
Sorry, David,
I'm
you
a-
been trying to say something?
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say even in defense mode, our poor X-Saber boy here can't beat over Naturia Mantis.
Also, the fun fact is, I believe females are 4 times the size of males.
Yeah, that's not how this art looks, but no. Most
Well, no.
animals actually have.
Remember, all of the leaves in Naturia artwork are actually like 30 feet long because it's part of a giant world tree.
That's true. Okay, so Naturium Mantis could be huge, but I would
It could
throw
be
out there's
6 feet
lots
tall,
of
yes.
creatures in lots of animals in nature have sexual dimorphism the other way. Usually the females are fucking huge. It's only
Right, the
like,
Infernoids are in the middle of that.
Oh yeah, right. They live on top of the Infernoid corpses.
yeah, the Infernoid goo is in the Kabbalah tree that the Klees are gonna summon forth. It's bullshit. We'll get there later. For now, we have to look at another lovely artwork.
Is this the boy?
We have to look at the man, the myth, the legend, double X
Yeah,
Saber
no, this
Fall
is the
Troll.
boy. This is the best card in the entire archetype.
Yep.
And I gotta be real. I'm looking at him blown up. The action pose is a little goofy, but I don't hate Fall Troll.
Oh, dude, his anime art is so good.
Yeah, we saw his anime earlier. He looks a lot better like that. This pose with this angle is a little weird. Like I've just now
Looks
realized
too
that
buff in that anime art.
his armor is slightly like pot-bellied because he's got his double X button right over his gut. But also he might need that to hold his guts in because I've noticed now he has 2 robot hands. The man has no hands.
Also, if I could say something, a lot of armor is usually like that because it helps deflect the thing.
Yeah, but this is like a little more pronounced than that.
Oh god.
Also, yeah, he
that's
does
what
have 2
Fall
mechanical
Troll
ones.
looks- I don't know why, but for the longest time, with the way Fall Troll looked, I thought he had like a weird Roman helmet on. I don't know why looking at this.
It's probably
Up
because I
close.
think part of his sword hilt shoots out above his head. No, he's wearing a Cyclops visor.
Also,
He's even lamer now.
To put it to the meme of that's not a knife. That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Yeah, he's got a huge fucking laser
Like a
claymore.
fucking beam claymore.
Yeah. No, Fall Troll is a beast.
Yeah, he is a huge boy. And you can tell it from this art. They've got him shot at a low angle. He's lifting the giant fucking sword over his head. You can see that the sword literally doesn't fit in the frame. I will illustrate for you for people at home if you can't see. But this is the tip of his sword, and this is the other tip of his sword. It's literally the pommel is out one end of the frame. The tip of the blade is out the other. So yeah, Fall Troll is a huge motherfucker. I
And
think
he's
pretty
also
cool.
giving off that, and he's also deflecting that force lightning with it or something.
Yeah.
And outside of the Synchros, he's probably the best card in the deck.
I mean,
Yeah.
doesn't
I mean,
he-
I do think his giant shoulder wing things are a little dumb. Don't know what those are for. Does he like?
I mean,
does he
they
like have
are.
a subwoofer system?
To be awesome.
I mean, he
they-
jetpacks in because he special summons himself.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're
I mean,
his jetpacks.
so in the anime for sure, they're drawn like jetpack wings. In this art, they look a lot flatter and more to the side. I don't know if that's how they are drawn in the original art. But the anime seem to have interpreted him in motion a lot more sensibly.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's for a deflector shield.
It could be. Fall Troll is
No,
a
that-
big
that-
He's got enough tech on him that he probably has some.
So
some
remember
kind
how
of
we talked
barrier.
about how you just don't use Gottoms Swordsmaster because there's a way better level 6? Here it is. It's Fall Troll.
Here's the way better level 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Fall Troll's shoulder packs exist so he can't get indoors.
so Fall Troll is a level 6 with 2400 attack and 1800 defense. Eat my short monarchs. Unfortunately, he cannot be normal summoned or set. He
But
must
that doesn't matter.
You don't want
must
to.
be special summoned from your hand by controlling 2 or more face-up X-Saber monsters, and cannot be special summoned any other way. That's a little bit annoying.
No, it's surprisingly easy though when we have reprints.
But no, it's easy. It's just you can't get him out of the graveyard once he's gone. And you have to, like,
I
add him
mean,
back to hand. You can't
Monster
special him out there.
reincarnation.
Yeah, you have to add him back to hand.
Or
But
deck.
once per turn, you can target one level 4 or lower X-Saber monster in your graveyard and special summon that target. So yeah, this is an X-Saber with an inherent special summon condition that requires you to swarm, not fucking hard. Set Pashul, play any guy. Also, we're going to talk later, there's some more with inherent special summons.
Yes.
And then you can special him. And then when you special him, once per turn, he just gets an X-Saber out of your graveyard.
Because you
Wait,
can
there's
do a
more than
lot of
special
synchro
inherent
climbing
special
immediately.
summon?
Doesn't Full Helm Knight special?
No.
I thought it did. Was it on
No.
normal?
Bogart Knight special summon to level 4 or lower.
Okay. Bogart
Yeah.
Knight special summons another one. I thought there was more with
Rogigura
special
does
summons.
stuff. Rogigura recycles Fall
We'll
Troll.
double check. I could have sworn that
Or-
there was
no.
Loth has special summoned another X-Saber other than Fall Troll against me in the past sometime. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, that's Goddess Strike.
Gardestrike
Yeah.
isn't in
Oh,
here,
that
too.
was a
Okay.
secret rare, so he doesn't exist to me.
No, we're not talking
Yeah.
about Prague. I'm talking about Loth has played constructed X-Sabers against
Yeah,
me.
no.
But yeah, Fall Troll, pretty good. Pretty important.
Loth, I'm guessing you also whiffed Guard Strike?
Let me double check. But anyway.
Yeah.
While I go check.
So I could
No.
see how from this upcoming card that Axe had a certain thought earlier. This is, I think, the first time we've got a card that definitely looks like it is artistically referencing another card, though not quite.
Oh, is this Chun-Li?
No.
Oh, different card. Okay.
This is, no, not that kind of reference. This is Full Helm Knight, F.
Okay.
Because
I can't
Full
go
Helm
with that.
Knight has, like, a very similar, spoilers as I'm waiting for it to come up. Full Helm Knight's art design,
He's Anupiranha.
hairstyle, and weapon are very similar to Anupiranha.
Well,
I
she's
think
just better, so why would you ever play Anupiranha?
I think you could even, like, I'm not sure. Do we have the anime art?
Anupiranha's a bad card.
Yeah, there's...
I mean, it's a normal monster, so I don't think it's...
No, this is
It's
ju-
got
this is
800
just
attack.
Chibi Piranha.
I can't tell from the anime art if those are pecs or tits.
I assume it's male because it looks...
I
give
think
you-
from, like, the anime art, it's supposed to be a guy. It's hard to tell, though. If I
Do you
had to
think it's
guess,
her
this is
brother?
probably...
Dude.
Yeah, this is probably Anupiranha's, like, younger brother or something.
Yeah, no.
Or her
Yeah,
son.
I don't
Who
think
the
that's
fuck
a
knows?
girl.
It's,
Also,
it's
were
hard
those-
for me to tell.
I know I wasn't here for
I
it.
mean-
Are those connected by electricity or?
Yes, those are using superconducting electromagnetism.
Yeah.
I hate it
okay.
regardless, but I just
So-
can't tell.
So the art just made me think of that Billy the Laser Kid from My Hero Academia a bit with the hair.
Yeah, no, it does look like Aoyama.
Just without the
Also-
suit.
Smiley, he's got a big hair and a...
The anime art maybe like it could be female. I can't fucking tell.
No, I think
Yeah.
it's a guy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I said, I looked at the anime art and I'm like, I literally can't tell. Are those pecs or tits?
It's in the Haku category. It's not quite full Krona, where not even the author is just like,
It didn't matter. It didn't matter to the story. They're just ambiguous.
So,
Those
but,
are the best.
I think we can clearly say that Full Helm Knight is a direct reference to Anupiranha.
Yes.
Wearing a similar outfit, has slightly different colors, is wearing his X-Saber, his double X-Saber technically, shield on the other hip. So they're kind of like a pair. It's pretty interesting.
Okay,
But
yeah,
so-
it is totally probably then like her brother.
well,
Yes.
okay, so Omega, Full Helm Knight kind of has a special summoning effect, but it's not good.
No, it was not an inherent special summon. That's not what I was thinking. I thought it was
Yeah.
Full Helm Knight, but it's a different card. It's
Guard
Strike.
Strike, yeah.
So I don't think there's a lot to be said about Full Helm Knight that we didn't already say about Anupiranha earlier.
It's a tuner.
Yeah, I mean, like, card-wise we can, but I mean it's art, because he's basically wearing the same
got-
shit up
he's
that,
got,
that Anupiranha is, but with more glowing
I like
lines
the
and
pose
orange.
better because it's a better action shot.
If
Yeah.
they ever made an anime just about like the dual terminal series, I feel like they could probably do something cool with it. But that's kind of, I guess, that's all I have to say. Like,
So, effect-wise, double X-Saber Full Helm Knight is a warrior tuner, level 3, Earth, of course. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can target the attacking monster and negate that attack. This effect can only be used once while this card is face-up on the field. If this card destroys an opponent's defense position monster by battle, you can target one level 4 or lower X-Saber monster in your graveyard, special summon it. This is a card with 1300 attack. That second effect is not good.
It's not going to happen.
I would prefer if tuners had inherent special summons on themselves. But
The first
this-
effect is pretty decent, though.
yeah, the first effect is okay because, like Pashul, you can like turn one, just fucking normal summon Full Helm Knight and be like, "Come at me, Scrublord."
No, wait, hey, Omega. Remember, the X-Sabers have an equip spell. You could equip him with the Sword of Sparkles. Yes, that's
yeah.
actually the X-Saber's equip spell.
Doesn't Saber Vault also give you like 100 attack points? Or
Oh yeah,
something
their
down?
field spell. It gives you 100
based
attack
off level,
points per their
it
level.
would give him
The
300
called
field
it
spell
correctly.
that we all whiffed.
It
Oh
was
no,
100.
Loth, remember, I'm trying to trade you a copy of it.
Right. I need to talk to you about that.
But yeah.
I
Yes.
got two. Of all the secret rares to get 2 of an X-Sabers, I got 2 Saber Vaults.
Anyway, so Full Helm Knight's second effect is not great. I like I said, I much prefer tuners that special summon themselves. but that negate effect is pretty good, and it's a level 3 tuner that does stuff. It's alright. It is a warrior, so you can do some stuff.
He's not the worst, but he's not the best.
I mean, I personally prefer him over whatchamacallit, Airbellum, just because he's a warrior, and there's more stuff to do with that.
Yeah.
Like, Beast is fine, but a lot of the BBBW cards haven't come out yet. So Warrior just has more options.
So speaking of interesting monsters with inherent special summon effects, I'm going to pull up Guard Strike.
Guard the Strike, the worst art in this goddamn series.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this blade, this X-Saber, and I do not like it. It's like this
it's
guy
bad.
did like clearly Guard Strike inherited
I also just realized
Airbellum and Uruz's gear,
Look,
and he just
before we transfer, because I'm still on Full Home Knight. Full Home Knight doesn't have any pupils, and it's terrifying.
Well,
Oh yeah,
too late,
I
Alex.
barely ever see this card, but like I just know his arm blade is shaped around his fucking arm.
It's
Yeah.
because he's shittier Full Troll, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, he's basically the archetypes Sidra kind of a thing, but you have a better one of that. You've got Faltrol, so it doesn't matter. I mean, I think the art is not, like, out of the X-Sabers, it's pretty bad. I would say it's not the worst art I have ever seen. Like,
No.
you can tell what this is, you know, his...
No, I should clarify. I just meant in of the X-Sabers, I think it's their worst.
I'm staring too long at his leg bits, and I'm getting more confused. I can't tell. Is he just wearing tight pants?
Was
But
it
he's got
Uruz
claw plates.
the
He
one
must
that
be
had
wearing
like? Was Uruz the one that had the 2 swords and the samurai armor?
Yes. Uruz
Yeah,
was the one
this
with
looks
the
like
blades.
shitty Uruz.
This feels like Uruz who just got new gear.
This is like Uruz who got worse gear, honestly.
I mean, I do think the
better,
double hook
cyber
sword
gear.
is way cooler than whatever the fuck is happening with this thing.
Well, it looks like he's got more cyber gear instead of just weird like post-apocalypse gear.
Well, also
it
his
looks
head,
like he
his
can't-
headpiece.
He can't move his arm back, or else he's gonna stab himself.
This looks like a rejected Leomon design.
There's too many
I can
useless
kinda see
plays
that,
on this
yeah.
character.
He's gonna
They're
die
way
at some
too
point
many.
in the series. Don't worry.
He's gonna die when he kills himself because he swung back.
No, it's the curse of being a Leomon in any
Yeah,
Digimon
no, a
series.
Leomon dies in every Digimon series.
Usually, sometimes he dies for being an idiot. Sometimes he dies for being.
In one series he died twice.
Was it different versions?
Yeah, it was 2 different Leomons.
Anyway, I'm not gonna go down that hole. I think
But
Robin said
God
something
is
about
trying
too many things on this.
Yeah,
man's.
we've been down too
Art
many.
sucks.
We've been down too many holes tonight, and I only
Isn't that
just
the
got
point
here.
of fucking fail portrayal?
You could say it's a. You could
I mean,
say it's the
yes.
curse of the
It's time to
X-Saber
talk
hole.
about the thing.
It's a saber.
God
hole.
damn it, dude! I was gonna say we about
Saber
saber hole.
This is the dumbest conversation going on in Let's Talk.
So,
It
Guard
really
Strike is a
is,
level
Robin.
5 Beast Warrior, or 2100 attack,
I'm just looking at this
1400
going,
defense.
what
By the
the
way, I want to
fuck?
throw this out there. Level 5 Beast
what is
Warrior
this
has
thing?
100 less attack.
Oh,
With Saber
nobody
Volt,
knows.
this guy can
You could
punch
guess.
Airbellum, except he can't, because Airbellum would also get stronger. Anyway, if you have 2 or more X-Saber monsters in your graveyard, and you
Time
control no
goes.
monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. It's a shitty Sidra.
Yeah.
I only heard half of it because I had
Omega,
to
gonna.
Yes,
Our
but no.
Discord
but-
has no brain cells.
Yes, but no. But yes, but no, because you could
I'm
special
sure
summon
Mega
him
has Let's Talk
after
muted.
playing Dark
I mean, yes, but
I'm
Now
not-
remember, they're not patrons.
I'm
so
not
don't
going to
matter.
justify him completely with that, but I mean, it isn't dependent on your opponent having a monster and you not.
Never mind. One's it.
Just giving him like a
And
thing.
If-
Why are you
if
being
I-
an apologist? I guess.
If I want special summon X-Sabers, I would summon Rabbit and get 2 of the normal monster.
It's honestly
And then-
the only problem I have with Garda Strike is his level. If he was a level 4, he would be so much a better card. If he was a level 6, he'd just be Faltrol, but another copy,
that's-
so that'd be good. No,
Yeah,
because
the
you
fact
should
that
use
he's
him because he's
5
another
also, I want
copy.
to throw this out there. You, the thing you do if you want to get if you want to just get the level 4 normal is you can play Unexpected Die, which, by the way, does actually give Anupiranha value because
The
you can
thing
play
was-
3 Unexpected Die and just fish her out of the
Like,
deck for free.
Guard
turn one.
Strike is good now because Soza exists, but pre-Soza existing, like there was no good target for Guard Strike because Like I guess you could go into Palomuro for Hyunlei, but why were you playing Palomuro?
You could sync them. You could sync them with a 2-tuner to make
Airbellum's not
Yeah,
really
but
a payoff.
Airbellum, like the problem is
no.
Bogart Knight and
That's why
Fultrell
I was.
exist.
That's why I was being super unenthusiastic about it.
Because generally the play is either Bogart Knight into
this
one of the
motherfucker.
tuners into
Look at this
syncing,
goat.
Oh, look, a giant deer man.
or Fultrell into one of the tuners.
I mean,
into
it's an antelope, guys. If you've
Oh.
never watched
Oh.
the animal.
Garson.
I am
version.
bad. I'm bad at remembering biology
I
things.
can't believe we're in the goat format again. It's crazy.
Garsum's good.
My God, I can't
Yeah,
believe
that's-
there's a kangaroo on the screen.
Look,
Oh
you
my
should-
God.
I mean,
Oh
to
my
be
God,
fair,
guys,
to be
look,
fair,
an elk.
Loth, other than the horns, he looks a lot more like a kangaroo than an antelope.
Yeah.
Ibex. I don't know why he's wearing. Did they cut off his
What-
horns
what-
and turn them into swords, or was that his special request? Yo, dog, I want swords that look like my horns. Also, they have to be curved.
I
Also,
mean, let's
he's
be
got, like,
honest.
he's
There
got,
are
like,
people
speeder
that would be
heels.
like that.
That's
That
true.
guys, he's wearing spats.
Yeah,
Well, it's because I don't think they want his dick around.
he also has a
His dick was-
loincloth. It's weird. This is
I mean,
weird
that's-
design.
that's like a
it's not a
tabard.
loincloth, it's a tabard. Yeah, it's coming down from like his belt level.
Yeah. No, he also has weird boob windows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
I
why
think peck windows. He's got peck windows, yeah.
His armor chest plate is cut out or doesn't cover exactly the
Yeah,
part it
no.
needs to cover.
I don't think it's
Got
quite
it,
as bad as
right.
Guard Strike,
That's
because at
got
least
it
his
going
equipment
on.
looks cool. But
Look at his feet.
Oh no, yeah,
No.
he's
He's wearing
digital.
artificial heels.
No.
Those
He
are
has hoof
rollers.
feet. He has hoof feet.
Okay.
His feet
Yeah.
are clearly
So-
bent that way.
So why does he have a Konami orb with the X-Saber logo on the back of his neck? That just seems painful.
Well,
think
that's just
Yeah!
that's just where his X button goes, Robin.
I think
That's
that-
just where
wait.
his X button goes. It's on the back.
I
of
was
his
But
It
he
looks like
has
the
one
ball
on
of
his
his neck.
chest
Yeah.
and on his feet. He has
Yeah,
them everywhere.
Garsum
He
is a-
doesn't need another one.
Here's the thing: when we
That
get to
kills him.
double X Sabers, Commander Gottoms was like, "All right, guys, we got to have branding. I love the X's on the belts, but we got to double down. X's everywhere. I want everyone to know you're double X Sabers now." And then he just put it
He
everywhere.
also found a lot more animal people.
why do I
Branding,
just imagine
branding.
Gotham sounding like Sarge?
we've been tricked and quite possibly bamboozled.
God damn it! God damn it, Rocket Girl! I need you to get over here.
Strike.
Put that in a memo titled "Shit I Already
I
Know."
already know.
Love that one. That's one of my favorite lines. Anyway, we're not gonna here to quote Red versus Blue, unless we are.
We're not.
Garsum is a level 4 beast. Duh. He's clearly an antelope, not an antelope warrior. How dare you suggest that? He's
I
level
mean-
4 with
I mean-
1400 attack and 400 defense. His effect is when this card is on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard by a card effect, add a X-Saber monster from your deck to your hand. This card gains 200 attack for each face-up X-Saber monster you control. So technically he's not a 1400 because he doesn't say every other. He is
He's a
1600, and if you have 2, he's a 8, and etc. I get what
That-
they're going for. I don't think this is very good.
Well,
You know-
so
Omega,
to
what's the-
explain why he's a good card to use, actually goes into an Xyz monster.
I believe one of the other reasons he's good is that he also works on himself. So just putting him on the field, it's like, aha.
Yeah. I mean, he's 1600. That
Yeah.
can be better than some of your other wussy monsters, but I definitely feel like because he's got an on-destruction effect and then he's got a battle-boosting effect, I'm like, okay, am I supposed to let this guy get destroyed or am I supposed to let this guy stick around and get swole?
So, Omega, I just to bring this up as something earlier before you say it's effective. What defines a warrior? Or is like a beast warrior? It's not like it's a Chinese thing that has a spear and everything.
What is a warrior? Nothing but a miserable little
Look.
pile of...
I'll say this, Axe. This looks like a Beast Warrior. It's the later fucking archetypes that are called Beast Warriors that are shams and cowards.
Beast
So
warriors, so
yeah,
they
I
can't be
mean,
called
so
warriors.
in Japanese, the term for beast warrior is Ju Senshi, so literally beast and warrior.
Yeah. No, this is a Beast Warrior. It is
Yeah.
a warrior who has beast face. It's
The
things
problem is
like-
that he is not a beast warrior; he's just a beast.
Yeah.
Which
They just
is
gave him a
weird, but
sword.
I'm assuming that's just because they don't want to do like weird interplay with effects. I don't know. Like at least when we pull up double X-Saber Gottoms, he's consistent.
Yeah.
Double X-Saber Gottoms is such a good artwork.
Well, he's next, so I'm gonna pull him up. While
Yay.
we're in the lag zone, say your final words to Garsum.
He's
He's very
decent,
buff.
especially in a limited format where most of your 3-ofs you can't run 3 of.
I need to double check how many of him I have.
You probably have 3. He was a
was
like
rare.
rare or common.
He looks
say
he looks
that.
like he'd be the tastiest one so far.
Well, you
Alice, I
You
have
wanna eat him?
2.
You guys keep saying people should
I
have.
mean,
3
until they
commons.
come out with
Doesn't
like
happen.
triple X-Saber chicken or something.
Also, to be fair,
Yeah.
Robin, he was a rare.
Triple
I have-
X-Saber
I have
chicken
two
night.
Which
Well,
just
would
means
have
that,
the
you know,
balance
you
there.
never know. Never know. Also, yeah,
Well, I'm
sadly,
saying
there's no
you
wing
could
beast
probably
X-Sabers.
trade for hymns. Hymns?
Anyway, double X-Saber Gottoms.
I fucking love this art so much.
I've just noticed it's like it looks like his original helmet like popped open.
He needs the meme lord triggered red eyes or
That boy
the
is-
red lens flare.
That
Yeah,
boy
he
is
needs
thick.
the red.
Oh, a sword.
Damn,
That
boy,
boy-
he's thick. That's a
that
big
boy's
ass
thick.
boy.
His-
Damn.
He's a big
armor
man.
No, his original armor was containing his power, and now it's released limiters.
Yes. This is Gottom's beer gut edition.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
no,
he
he's
doesn't
like
have a beer
his
gut.
armor
The man
open
is
up.
just barrel shaped. Also,
He's
by the
just
way,
there.
I
He's
want to
metal
let
shaped.
everybody know I made a shit post about him. You can see it now. But so Gottom's art is pretty good.
Okay, you posted it?
He's got his segmented armor. You can actually see his body now. He swept back the cloak. You can see his whole sword. He's got a double-pronged lightning railgun sword, which I love. And he's
It's
gone
very
back to the
Halo.
classic style. He's wearing a belt that has double X's on it.
Also, his effect is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, so I made the meme about Tribute 1 X-Saber 2 Gottoms, but
No, it's you tribute your board to Gottom hand loop.
yeah, it's pretty. That's how Gottom's topped. He does a hand thing.
There you go.
He will also beat over most other boss
Well,
monsters.
here's the thing. He has a tribute 1 X-Saber monster to discard 1 card at random for your opponent's hand, with no once per turn text at all.
No
Yep.
kind of once per turn. Not even soft once per turn.
Just get
if
more
you have
X-Sabers on board.
X-Sabers to tribute, you can hand
You
rip.
can see the other important line of text on this unedited. 1 tuner and 1 or more earth monsters.
Yeah,
No,
Doesn't
all
require
X-Sabers are
two
Earth, so
non-tuners.
he doesn't require X-Sabers either.
Yeah, he is
Yeah,
just
God.
attribute lock. Now, obviously, because he's a 9 with 2 mats, he's really easy to fault roll out
Yup.
Yep.
with one of your like 2 level 2 tuners. But yeah, no, like you can. He's
You mean
technically generic.
Fultro with a
Ooh.
level 3?
Wait a
Yeah,
second.
sorry, I
I just
misread.
realized he's
Gotham just
not
picks up
attribute
Dark
locked
Soul and
on the
crushes him.
tuner.
Nope.
No, you can use any
So
level 3
there's-
tuner you like, or any appropriate level tuner. Now,
I mean, the thing is,
tuner you
you
use
don't
doesn't
really
even have to
use
be
any
Earth.
other. The problem is you don't play him in a non-X-Saber deck because you can't do the I hand loop you for 5 in a non-X-Saber deck.
you need the
Oh,
X-Sabers to
3100.
have materials.
Because spoiler, when it says X-Sabers, that also means X-Sabers
Yes,
so he
X-Saber
contribute
can
himself
lose double X-Saber,
as
yeah,
well.
So, he can
So
pop
you just
himself
need to
if
get
he
4
to.
others on board.
And then your opponent
Yeah.
just has no hand.
He's
But,
still-
You can't
he's
kill
a-
me.
he's
I
a-
that is
kill me.
important.
He's a level 9 3100 body. That
Yes, who is just a 2-mat synchro.
Fuck you, Blue Eyes!
So
Yeah,
you know what
no,
this
Gottoms
means? If you
punches
got
blue eyes.
Saber Vault out and you got Gottoms, he's a 4000 attack.
Yeah, he's
oh, you're
4,000.
fucking right. Yeah, because Saber Vault's great.
Yeah, he trades with the.
I mean, Saber Vault is not great. It's decent.
It's,
It's
fun to have.
decent.
He
I
trades
like
with Zombie Stein.
Oh god.
No, he doesn't. Zombie stands 45. You keep thinking it's 4,000. It's 45.
Yeah,
What the fuck is Zombie Stein?
It's a number
Zombie
monster
Stein
that
is
you'll know
a,
about later.
These monsters.
It'll
though.
be in the card bank soon.
Axe, I'm gonna punch you enough with it that you're gonna remember what it is.
I will
Yeah.
remember what's ever behind it.
you
it
could
sounds like
feed it into
something
him.
that you'll punch
I've-
someone with like once or twice and then it'll get banned.
No, here's the
Probably
thing.
not.
It won't get banned because there are so many other number monsters that have broken effects that
Dark Mist.
just being a big bungus is not enough.
Hey, Mark, you posted the wrong chat again.
Like,
There's a lot of posting and wrong chat going on in the Discord.
I did do it earlier, and then I saw Mega Yeet.
I'll say this.
yes, I caught that you accidentally posted in the wrong chat, and I'm just like, well, I'll just snip that up for him.
The Zombie Stein comes out the same week as Acid Golem and Volcasaurus, both of which
Oh,
will get
no.
banned before Zombie Stein.
Zombie Stein is mostly just a big bung schwa.
I mean, it has the worst spell negate ever. Change it to defense position. Spoiler, this monster has no ass. So it's basically sacrifice it to negate a spell.
But yeah, so Gottoms here is Gottoming. He's big.
Yeah.
Again,
it
I
is-
just
it is-
love that sword.
Yeah, the sword
So
is cool.
well
I
done.
love that design.
Oh, it's so good. The Sword of Sparkles, it's a great sword.
He's
Sword of
a cool boy.
Oh, that's so solid. Okay.
No, that is indeed the Sword of Sparkles. If you look at the card, it's the sword.
But yeah,
Sparkles.
he's a level 9 guy. You can see all his core stats. Double X-Saber Gottoms. Cool boy.
Gonna play a Nina card. Get Dallas to stop saying of sparkles after sword or pick
Yeah.
up the whole deck.
Again,
The
like
card
said,
is called. Hang on.
Oh,
I mean,
go
he's
ahead,
not
Dallas.
wrong.
But yeah, no. Like I said earlier, he needs some lens flare eyes, and he'd be right for meme material.
I could probably put some lens flare eyes on him.
Yeah.
Much
That's
like I
a
just put the
relatively
Ha
easy
got
edit.
him meme on there. So now we're gonna see an interesting one.
There is
Just-
more monsters after him?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no,
'cause we're
the
just being
best.
alphabetical.
Spoilers. Gottoms is not the reason that X-Saber's topped. It's actually this other synchro.
So we're gonna move on
Yes.
to double X-Saber Hyunlei.
It's Chun-Li. Like, I'm not. It really is just Chun-Li. This is
I
kind of
mean, it's-
blatant.
I don't actually think. Does Chun-Li
mean-
use a sword?
Yes.
Have armor?
Sad to say,
Sometimes.
Hyunlei does not have the legs for it, though.
No, she doesn't.
No, she does not have the thighs. She's Chun-Li with no thigh.
I mean, she's got.
Yeah,
I don't
she's
think
not
she's
Chun-Li.
Chun-Li. She's just another slightly offensive Japanese caricature where every Chinese
Of a
character
Chinese
has
person?
has
Yes.
hair buns. Yes. I
Yes,
don't know
no.
why, but that is a Japan meme. Is that if you're
no.
from China, you have Odango hair buns,
So one of
which are double
one of Chun-Li's-
X-Saber Konami orbs, by the way.
One of Chun-Li's costumes does actually have her having that kind of a dress. Like, it's a dress, but it's the same long sleeves, golden colored.
I will say, I wish I could see a front shot of her because I'm actually curious.
I
don't know if she's
immediately
been
noticed
summoned
something
in like anime.
about
Let me,
this.
let me see.
You can't put that sword in that sheath. It will not fit.
Yeah,
it's
that is
not
correct. It is not
her-
the correct sword sheath.
I do appreciate that it is actually a Dao sword, though.
Oh yeah, no,
That
that's
was-
just
that was
This is clearly the Chinese one.
yeah.
The Chinese.
I
like,
was
places
gonna
are
joke
cool.
that no, clearly it's a laser blade, so the sheath doesn't matter. But no, it
So-
isn't. So I can't.
Yeah, Marth got it. She does have an anime art. It's kind of funny because it's
It really
her
is.
visor is opaque for some reason, and her
That's
her
actually-
hair
that's kind of-
her hair
that's really
orbs are
funny.
no longer hair
Oh,
orbs. They're
man.
huge.
Um,
It's for some strange reason the anime artist did not want to draw this Chinese woman in excruciating detail. I'm
Or
confused.
Two things.
Unless the
Two quick-
anime art came before it. Yeah.
No,
Two quick
it did
things
not.
related
That's
to
this is
the
from Archetype.
Yeah.
this thing. It's related to the hands. One, her fingers looked all fucked up.
yeah.
Two, it looked like she's flipping herself off.
Oh,
Well, she's
yeah.
holding the sword between her fingers.
well, yeah, she's doing that. That is a traditional.
Her fingers look fucked up.
Yeah, it's a traditional Dao stance.
Yeah,
but
no,
yeah,
her
it
her
does look
off
fucked up.
finger is drawn really weird. This is an art the audience can't see, by the way. We should be talking
Yeah.
about her actual card art.
I like that she has two different capes.
I love this art. It's probably my favorite X-Saber art.
Yeah.
Like,
I
it doesn't
do
fit with the rest of the archetype at all, but I don't care.
I mean, no, it does. She's wearing armor with Tron lines and X's on it.
Also, she has the second
And she has
best
a red
cape out of
cape.
all the X-Sabers.
Wow, Dallas thinks the Chinese character looks good. Crazy.
Mm.
I never would have guessed.
I don't actually like just because it's Chinese, but
We should put that on the memo.
Says the China file.
Shit we already know.
No, it's ancient China. He
Sign-
likes, not
sign-
modern
sign
China.
off.
no,
File.
this is ancient Chinese art though.
Yes.
That's the thing.
That's- I mean,
Well,
yes, no, I don't think anybody would
it's-
mistake anybody in this call right now for a People's Republic of China apologist.
I do like the second knife.
Look at my Reddit. It definitely will disprove that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying he's a PRC apologist.
No,
No,
but also that is another meme. Dallas doesn't understand or like Japan. He loves China.
I don't like Japan's government, and I stick by that. They're pseudo-fascist government. And yes, I will call them out. Bite my
I
dick.
mean, you're probably not wrong, but that's
I'm
a
also
discussion
not-
for
That
later.
feels
government,
like a
so
very
I
deep
can't
reach that had nothing to do with
care.
why I say that.
It
meme.
is not.
It has
But-
it has everything to do with the fact that if you mention a Japanese character, trope, historical
That
fact,
was
or
can't
place,
say
Dallas
its
is
name
just like,
correctly.
I cannot
pronounce-
speak.
I
cannot
can't-
understand.
No,
I hear no
Omega.
evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
I
Okay.
firmly believe people have in their brain a space to pronounce Chinese correctly or Japanese correctly, and I
You know
picked
what, Dallas?
Chinese.
You might be right because I cannot say Romanized Chinese to save my fucking life.
Dallas, you are incorrect. I can do neither.
Fair,
Maybe you should
fair
have
enough.
learned.
Well,
Anyway,
that's a third option.
Hyunlei looks great in her
Yeah,
actual card
Hyunlei
art.
is Great.
Yeah.
So she also when you special summon her, she cuts up the spell traps.
Yeah, basically, she fucks
Yeah,
your back
basically.
row.
She is a level 6 synchro monster. She requires
What?
one tuner, one or more non-tuner X-Saber monsters.
So X-Sabers don't run MST.
Yeah, I guess
We
not.
just run Hyunlai.
Yeah, you don't need it. When this card is synchro summoned, you can select and destroy up to 3 spell or trap cards on the field.
Yeah.
So
Once again,
you
that
just-
does not say sat, that does not say set, and it says up to, which is
Yes.
fucking
And
broken.
also, it
does
says
not
on the
specify your
field, so if
opponents.
you have your own annoying thing you've done, like if you've, messengered of peace or something, and you're like, well, now is the time to strike.
Well, gravity bind, but yeah.
Or you're playing
You could
You could
X-Sabers.
just let Messenger Peace go.
What are you talking about? If someone's like somehow got rid of your monster with Call of the Haunted, and Call of the Haunted is just fucking sitting there.
Also true,
Well-
yeah. You probably wouldn't, but if your opponent only has 2 spell traps, and you're just like, well, I've got a
what
third
if
destruction.
yours, though?
I've got this
What's
fiendish
yours,
chain
though?
that's not attached to anything anymore. That's just sitting here forever.
And I do
You
have
know,
a tree-born frog in my graveyard that's dead now.
Hyunlai is the reason X-Sabers had so many top spots, because they're just like, 3 MSTs. Fuck you.
During a time period when I believe MST was still limited.
Yup.
Yeah.
And during
Is
a
it-
time
was he like
period
the
And,
super or was
you
he
know,
ultra? I forget.
viable
Upgrade
competitors
solid.
hadn't quite come out
She
yet.
was an
Cop
ultra or an ultimate.
Cop,
Yeah.
Cop, Night Theme, Cop, Cop.
Also, spoiler. You literally just play Bogart Knight Summon Pashul and you get her.
Yes,
So-
correct.
Yeah.
Hyunlei was an ultra rare. I know because I'm staring at 2 of her.
Okay.
I pulled one and super card banked the other.
Like I'm pretty sure Dallas traded me one when he.
Wait a second.
No, I didn't.
the early
Wait.
I did not trade you one.
You
Wait,
can't supercard
wait.
take a card you
Oh,
have.
someone.
wait, that's
yeah,
illegal.
I can if I pulled it after I super card banked.
Yeah, I guess that
Yeah,
works, but I don't know how that would work with timing.
Did you not?
was
Remember
she
what
dead?
happened to my collection?
I mean, yeah, but how did
Oh.
you super...
Oh.
Okay, whatever.
Oh,
Never mind.
okay.
Dallas is in a
super-
fucking- Dallas is in a fucking
No.
place. It's fine.
I super card banked the week before my collection went poof. That was
Yeah.
week 40.
All right.
That would do it.
It's a weird thing, but whatever. Okay. Well, I don't want to bend time and space too much.
But- I do
Yeah.
want to ask because I
No,
didn't see
I-
it in chat. Did Dallas
I mean, if you
confirm with everyone beforehand?
what's up?
Because I remember it's like, super card bank. You need to make sure you get permission from everyone else.
I did ask Omega, and
I-
Robin
okay,
and you.
I
the
did.
thing
I
was,
did approve things.
Yeah,
thing
I'm,
is-
I'm pretty sure I
approved.
would have said it was okay at the time, given the situation. It's just
Yeah.
now I'm like, wait a minute, does that sound right, Dallas?
I mean, if you want me to redo it, I can. I'll go back.
no,
to
I don't
once,
really want to go
but-
back in time anymore.
I can't
Time
prevent my
travel,
collection
sir.
from exploding.
I
I
just
would like
hate
to
the
not
fact
snap
that
back to
Plus,
reality,
you'll use
sorry.
her twice in one match, and then she'll get banned, and then she'll get prohibited to one.
She won't get
forever.
banned because you'd be playing
Nah.
X-Sabers in the XZ's era.
I just hate dealing with YGO Pro and Dallas. Just the fact that it never seems to work together.
I mean,
Look,
that's not true though.
No,
why
that's
do you Pro and
completely
me
true.
have a love-hate relationship? I love it, and it hates me.
So, going back to swords that are dumb that I didn't realize because this boy is usually very small. We're gonna leave Hyunlei. She's cool. We're gonna go to Regura.
Yeah.
He's a chameleon.
Regigura.
Come on.
Because I beg you, that's
But-
something
I'm
else.
not gonna finish that.
I beg you said something very, very different there.
What?
Not
I hate
very
Regura.
different, but he did say
this
regular.
guy. This guy is terrible.
And there's no like sinister ladies.
What do you mean Regigura is terrible? Regigura is great.
Look at this. Look at these weapons. Look at
Oh,
these
you
Yeah,
mean his
no,
art.
so that's
Yeah,
what I
his
was
art's
gonna say.
pretty
No, no, no.
bad.
His
Look at
his
these
knives are that's what I was objecting to earlier. That's not good. Those
Yeah.
that's not the direction those blades should point.
This
Um,
guy makes
favorite.
Wayne look good.
His
Oh my God.
axes are his swords. His
I
axes
love
are his
this art
swords.
because Regigura is very clearly the X-Saber mascot character.
I mean, yeah,
No,
he's a tiny chameleon
times
man,
walls.
but like I'm just looking at those trench knives, and that's not the direction those blades should be facing with how he's clearly meant to hold them.
Well,
What,
it's
you don't like
it's
swastika blades?
Also,
No, it's still their X's.
no, he's obviously the spy
Still.
assassin.
I mean,
sneaky type.
no. What you do is you just flip them. You just flip them the other way, and it would make sense. You flip them so that they point down at the front end, not up. I mean, I guess
That
technically
would-
you'd pull up on the blade, but like that's still really weird.
I
Like,
think
why
they're
do you have that
tied-
fucking X?
Well, I think they're tied together. They're tied
No,
onto
they're
these
not
axes.
tied. That's just there's a cross piece.
They're
Oh,
just
okay.
it has an X design because
It
X.
You
is
could literally
just
you could
crossforged.
literally rotate them, I think.
Yeah.
And who knows?
No,
Maybe that's what he does. Maybe he could rotate them around that it's not a problem.
I like Regigura a lot because he's adorable.
I mean, yeah, no, I
They,
like
they
the art.
s-
I like his eyes. He almost looks like he's got glasses on. He's just kind of like,
Yeah.
Regigura.
I also like that he has 5 toes, which is not normal for a chameleon, I don't think.
Oh, not Regigura. Seba Regigura. He has a
It's
hard
not
and a
Regi.
soft G.
That's not how you pronounce that.
No, Dallas. That's a localization fuck up. In the Japanese, that first sound is clearly a J.
Okay, it's Regigura. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. But
Yeah.
it's Ragigura is what we have been given,
Yes.
so that is what I'm gonna say.
No, that's fair. I'm just like, that's hilarious that he has a soft G, basically J sound, and then a hard G in there, and I'm like,
Yeah,
and
the
they just gave him
glottal
both G's
fucking
with the translation. God damn it, Stuart. Oh, all right.
Konami.
God damn these people.
The fuck you do? Because this is when Konami had already taken over, so I can't say goddamn it Upper Deck
This
anymore.
was a Konami thing. This was a Konami localization part. This was not Upper Deck Entertainment.
What localization?
I can't remember. How long have we been in the hole? 2 hours. Okay, we can still keep going. We're fine. I'm alive.
You said you wanted a long
We've spent
one.
2 hours in the Saber
I
hole.
did want
Wait,
I
I've
did
used
want a
that
long
joke
one.
already.
I did want more super chats during this long one, but I will take your watch hours. I will take your eyeball watch hour revenue as well.
Your hours are now his.
Yes, correct. Your hours are.
Yes, it is a new Reggie Pokemon, Regigura. It'd be a bug.
But no, I was gonna say earlier, this is not that weird Upper Deck. Upper Deck Entertainment's weird obsession with.
Fucking up localization.
With rapidly relocalizing names where English names were just Japanese and Japanese names become English for no reason.
Because fuck you.
Like Hyozan Ryu is or actually I think a better example is Seiryu. In Japanese, that was just Holy Night Dragon. Which is why Starry Night exists, because that's Holy Night in the TCG. I just guess we don't want to.
OCG.
In the OCG, sorry. In the TCG, Holy Night is too close to Christmas, and we don't want people to think Yu-Gi-Oh's declaring a war on Christmas. I guess I don't actually think that's close enough to be a problem. But
Holy
whatever.
Night Jihad. Oh wait, that's magic. That's magic. Sorry. Yes, no, there is a magic card called Jihad. That did not age well. After being printed in the 80s.
I believe the card is banned now.
The card is banned because it's called Jihad.
We decided that was insensitive. So for some reason, Upper Deck was like, oh, this card's name is just in English. We'll just make it in Japanese to make it feel the same. It's now Seiryu.
Oh my god.
Which became very funny.
Can I tell you the
I want to throw this out there, by the way, before Dallas has his story, though. By the way, Serpent Night Dragon... they didn't realize that was an English thing. That was Serpent Knight with a K dragon. It's supposed to be the dark counterpart to Seiryu. So where's my Night Dragon, my Serpent Knight archetype? Where's my support for Serpent Night Dragon, Rex Raptor's true boss monster? All right, thank you for the orange super chat.
Do you want to know the things that are not okay with about the 90s?
Oh Jesus!
In Magic.
Yeah.
As Jihad enters the battlefield, choose a color and an opponent. White creatures get +2/+1 as long as the chosen player controls a permanent of the chosen color.
Oh, this is as bad as what's that other card that's banned because of that art? Prejudice.
Oh no, that was just the art.
I mean, yeah, the art, but the wording on Prejudice is not great either. I mean, I don't think it's probably as bad as Jihad, but I'm like, there's a reason we don't do this.
To be fair, Jihad literally just translates to Holy War.
Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, Ragigura's effect, they are a level 1 Beast Warrior. They're not a reptile, by the way. Never mind that that's a chameleon. That's a Beast Warrior, guys. Shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Has 200 attack, 1,000 defense. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can add 1 X-Saber monster from your graveyard to your hand, which is good for your Faltro resets. So no, this is a good
no level restriction, no stat restriction.
And this motherfucker was a common in Ancient Prophecy, so that's great.
That means you could also reset your synchros too, right?
Yes, you can because when they're added to hand, they will be added back to the extra deck. So yeah, you can put back your synchros.
Oh my god. Sorry.
What's up?
I need to post this card.
I
found the most racist Magic card.
The one thing I did notice about this guy is he has sheaths on his side. Don't know how you sheath those. I don't know how that works.
I wonder if Dallas is trying to do a.
Yeah,
sorry,
no, I
actually,
mean they've got the little like divot so you could do it, but it's not nearly wide enough to get the entire tip in there. Maybe I'm right. Maybe he can like rotate or fold them up. He has to pop out the side blades to sheathe them and pop them back in. What a nerd.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to have a really bad weapon.
Yeah, no, it's not great. He should just have trench knives. But
So not to derail you a little bit there, Dallas, but we don't want to get Omega banned.
No,
or
we're not
in
gonna
trouble.
talk
That's
about
why I
old school
didn't say
Magic
the name of the
stuff.
card.
Just we're please let's not do the get Omega banned speed run world record.
Omega's not putting. He's not sharing.
Oh, I'm not
going
gonna
to
share that.
Oh,
No, but
no,
there's
I know-
also. I
I
mean,
know.
stop. This is the thing that got Farfa banned briefly on Twitch. Is no, the streamer is responsible for the shit that happens on their stream. That's why
Well,
I
also,
get
to be fair,
demonetized when you say fuck.
I will, if they ban you over the word I said, I will
No,
be able to.
no.
throw
I don't
things
think
at
that's a
them
problem. I
because
think we should go deeper down this hole. I was
I
just
am
gonna double check
I am
some.
indeed Middle Eastern, so I do get leeway on that one.
I was gonna double check some other cards to see if it matters, but there's nothing further other than their one Xyz monster. Funny enough,
Yes.
they had one Xyz monster later that is a big problem. Big problemo card.
Well, it was fine. It was actually at 3 up until a archetype got released called Zodiac.
Yeah, until a certain thing ruined it because they made it generic for some ungodly reason.
I actually like the way Invoker.
I seriously
why
think
is
Invoker should just be X-Sabers. But it's not
yeah.
for some reason, even though its effect does that anyway. So it's bad news bears.
Why-
Anyway, we're gonna pull
To
up.
be fair,
why is it always Zodiac?
Well, to be
yeah,
fair,
like, it's
before
always-
I mean, Zodiac really.
Zodiac hit a lot of cards that were very generic and good, and it
okay.
turned them all into problems.
Here's the
So
thing with
Zodiac
Zodiac.
has a really, because they're a one-card Xyz deck to start with. They're about stacking Xyz monsters. They really turned a lot of Xyz summoning plays on their head, so that's why they caused a lot of problems.
Yeah.
If you want me to be
Konami
honest,
made that, and they're like, okay, but Link 1s will be fine though.
that's a different argument. I think Link
They
1
didn't learn their lesson.
I mean,
no.
I think many Link ones are okay, but a lot of problem cards are Link ones just because they are too generic. But Link
honestly,
2 also in this day and era.
I'm
is
going
not
to be
that hard
very
make.
real. I think Invoker could come back now. Because Zodiac is dead.
Zodiac is pretty dead. So
'Cause
this
the
is
thing is,
MX
there's no
Saber
targets
Invoker.
there's no targets in Tri-Brigade with it because it needs to be level 4.
If you're wondering
and,
what the M
Keros
stands
isn't.
for, it is canon, because they use the funny thing where in Japanese they write his name as M.X, and then they explain what that is. That is missing X-Saber Invoker. So this is the lost X-Saber, everybody, which makes sense because he's the one who's fucking banned. That's hilarious.
It also looks like he's being like. He also has the
They-
die beam, so look, he's probably being warped between dimensions.
Everyone post hashtag they knew.
X-Saber Invoker.
Yeah,
where it is.
so-
Why does he just have a gun?
It's a needle gun.
well, he's a-
I think
Is it a gun?
it's an invoke. I think it's Invoker.
I
as a
believe they
research
talk
gun.
about how he has elements of Constellar
Oh
designs.
my god, he's a Persona 3 character.
He has
Oh,
elements
God, no.
of Constellars.
Yeah.
Oh, did you go beat the Constellation or something?
Also, by the way, once again, I would like to call out the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki on their unsourced conspiracy bullshit. This monster appears to be a combination of Constellar Aldebaran and double X-Saber Fullhelm Knight, as the crest of Constellar on the horns of Aldebaran appears in this monster's helmet. And as for Fullhelm Knight, also, by the way, they say that Fullhelm Knight is a she. That's interesting. I wonder if Fullhelm Knight had lines in the anime. She is the only level 3 warrior-type monster who also appears to be human. What the fuck are you smoking? This does not look
What a
anything
joke.
like Fullhelm Knight or
Yeah,
Anupiranha.
No.
That's not
Wrong.
how... Just because you overlay monsters, that's not how monsters work. Yeah,
Also,
I don't know.
Also, Marth, the other missing sabers are missing. That's the point.
I can tell you exactly
Wait, how many sabers are missing?
Only this guy.
Yes.
No.
I can tell you exactly who he is. It's Invoker, obviously.
True.
He's Alistair?
Yo, I can't wait to normal summon that.
Oh my god, what if he is Alistair? He's actually Alistair wearing X-Saber armor.
I don't know. I don't know where Magistus and all that shit goes in, because, like, that's one of those, like, bombs they dropped on us in oh, it's not Grand Creators. What was the deck build pack with?
Where they show
where Magistus comes out, right? Because Magistus is young Alistair, young Witchcrafter Vare, young Endymion, and the fourth guy who turns into a flaming dragon man and is definitely not traditionally alive anymore after Magistus is done. And they're like, these guys all went to high school together, basically. And I'm like, what the fuck? You can't drop the bomb that, like, Witchcrafters, Endymion, and Alistair all hung out? That's like...
Wait, there was a X-Saber deck that was in a tournament in 2014? Redux. Never mind.
Yeah, Earth.
I was like, what? How did that happen? Oh, Redux.
Dragon Rulers are dumb.
If you ended that with, it was Australian, then I would have been like, fair.
No, it's Redux.
No, it's not that kind.
When you play
also, it was X-Saber Psychics.
Best, Dragon Ruler.
I mean, there's a lot of Earth Psychics. Dragon Rulers make a lot of things possible. There's a reason why most of those cards are still banned. Because they're very bullshit.
And all of them should stay banned, except for maybe Blaster?
Well,
yeah, the one that can be unbanned is currently unbanned.
Yeah.
I personally want Title back, but that's just because I like water.
No, Title can't come back for the exact reasons you want it back.
Yes.
I see. The problem with that is that water is good, actually.
Yeah.
Isn't water saying that it's always under the surface of being like amazing?
No, water.deck has always been a contender.
Title and Redox can never come back. That's just not a conversation.
Water was mediocre, and then they started printing banger after banger water. And
water is like I said, water.deck is a competitive thing.
No, water is in the same position as insects, where it's like they printed all these really dumb, not limited support cards because it used to be trash.
Yeah.
And then it became good.
Okay.
What is this deck? It's running Zombie World Psychics and X-Sabers.
Okay,
Christ.
Oh no, it's just running Zombie World for no tributing. Okay.
Okay, I was just double checking something. YouTube video explaining the lore story dual terminal. Gottoms is Souza's second command.
So Souza is the first command.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Gottems isn't the leader, but it's his emergency call.
Well, yeah, it's his emergency call, but remember, he doesn't become a Saber until double X-Saber, so naturally...
I'm also going to assume Souza probably dies.
I was going to say, Souza might be the one in charge, but Gottoms might also be the one out in the field doing stuff.
He's at the
Remember, guys.
Anyway, do we have anything to say about X-Saber Invoker? I don't really, because he's just like...
It's a good
what
card.
The fuck?
That's about it.
I mean, he's a really good card.
I hate it because it doesn't look like an X-Saber card at all.
No, he looks weird.
I agree. I agree.
Constellar definitely ate an X-Saber to make this man.
Like, it has the worst parts of, like... I don't like... How do I put this?
I mean, I want to throw this out there. There's a very important problem. There's only one X, and you can't even see all of it because it's on his forehead, which you can't see all of.
There's this really generic sci-fi aesthetic that I kind of hate. And Constellar seems to be
Let me guess, is it the Space Marine effect?
Random neon bits on Space
you don't
Marine
like Tron
armor,
lines.
Basically. Yes, no, I don't like Tron lines.
I think Tron lines are okay. I don't think they're done very well because, like, he's glowing red.
I just think they're overdone.
He's emerging heat, but it's in all the worst places, and it's just like, that doesn't make any sense. This guy's not cyberpunk.
Yeah, also his shoulder pads are actually from hell. Like, I hate his shoulder pads so much.
Yeah, and
they actually look like WoW shoulders. Like, I genuinely think I had that armor set.
This is straight up a WoW armor set.
I think I legit had that armor set. I think that's Warrior 2.5, the bug one. No, it doesn't have a mouth on it. Never mind. It's some warrior armor.
But I don't think there's much to say about him.
I think it's the angle, but he looks like he's 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
He's either 3 feet tall or 30 feet tall.
Yes.
True. There is no middle
ground. Tell which.
Oh yeah, that frame right there.
Kind of wide.
Do any cards left?
No, I mean we can. There's one I can bring up as just a funny thing, but this is basically it for proper X-Sabers.
Okay.
I do want to talk about his effects. So we explained to you why he's banned and should be banned or should have been banned in that time. maybe he
Well,
can come back because.
we can come back now because there's no point
So
in
this
playing
is
Zodiac.
MX-Saber Invoker is an Xyz monster. He requires any 2 level 3 monsters, so he is completely generic. That's another one of your big problems there. Has 1600 attack, 500 defense, not a big deal.
Doesn't matter.
So once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, special summon 1 level 4 Earth Warrior or Beast Warrior monster from your deck in defense position, but destroy it during the end phase. Now, why is this a problem in Zodiac? Oh, I mentioned it earlier, 1 mat Xyz.
Yes, that Xyz into the Xyz
Yes.
into Xyz.
Because
Also,
So
can anyone
basically-
think of any problem cards that special summon from the deck?
yeah, that's true. This is its problem. It is a, I mean, technically it has a type and attribute lock, but not really. This is a non-archetyped lock, generic Xyz with a generic from deck summon, and it doesn't negate, and it just brings him out. And then Zodiacs came along, and it's like, oh shit, we can just do our whole combo off this. You just need
Yes,
any 2 level 3s, which is not hard to do.
Ironically, the only Zodiac it doesn't help is the banned one. No, or not the banned one, the limited one.
There's a couple of banned ones now.
No, I mean the main deck monster. Oh fuck. Rat Pierre, right? That one.
Rat Pierre has his own issues.
Because you need to normal summon him to get his effect. So thank God that doesn't work, or that would be. I don't want to think about
I'm
that.
also reasonably certain Rat Pierre is a girl.
Whatever. Rat Pierre's a rat.
I mean, it's.
You wanna fuck a
I
rat?
mean, Rat Pierre's no mommy trident. Yes, I
fuck
said
around
that.
and find
Fucking
out.
fight me.
Rat fucker.
No,
Isn't that an
about
insult?
trident.
Pretty sure rat screw is a rat. I know rat screw's a card game.
Rat fucker is definitely a term.
Egyptian rat screw. Is that racist? That sounds like it could be racist.
You probably should.
Hold on. I need to make sure that's not racist.
So
Egyptian
you
rat
guys want to
screw.
call it here? You want to do like something small?
Well, no. I want to bring up there is technically another dual terminal related card that does have Saber in its name, and I wanted to bring this up for this name. I'm going to blow this card up. I have brought up on screen Zephyr Saber, Swordmaster of the Necros, a pendulum monster, because Zephyrs are
Of
bad.
course.
Wait, there's non-ritual Necros?
Yes, because Zephyr is also a
There's a
Zephyr,
couple
which is
non-Necros.
splash.
Oh,
with
it's also
everything.
it's also a fucking Zephyr, which is
Yeah.
the most.
Now admit it.
Zephyrs
So
are-
this is a Zephyr Saber Necros. What the fuck?
Aren't Zephyr Sabers like?
No. The Zephyr is its own thing. Saber is separate. This is the only Zephyr Saber.
All I can think of is this was in Arc V, and that's the reason.
I mean, I don't think
Because-
this was in Arc V. I think this
No,
is just what they did
the-
with Zephyrs.
The Zephyr Duelist was in Arc V,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe why.
and
But
also the
thing-
X-Saber was.
The thing they did with Zephyrs, they added onto the lore later during the Arc V period. Zephyrs are just kind of a support archetype to try and, like, drag the other duelist terminal archetypes into Pendulum.
Yeah,
It
they're-
did not work.
Yeah.
Rip.
But this is Zephyr Saber, Swordmaster of the Necros. It sure is a Necros because he is wearing all of the dead X-Sabers.
Yeah, all the swords.
Oh, is he? Oh, I get.
So
I guess
he should.
Oh, look, I can see
he-
Dark Souls
he-
scythe on his shoulder.
Yep.
It should have like a bazillion weapons in there.
Oh my god, he's got Garter Strikes. He's got Garter Strikes.
Yeah,
Fan Blades,
he is.
he's got-
He is doing the Necros thing. Necros is an archetype we will eventually do because
He's
I think
got
it's very funny.
Anupiranha's Ivy Sword coming
The
out
problem
of his
is
Full
back.
with
house, full
the
house.
problem with Necros is that every single Necros monster is literally a reference to another monster, so it would not make any fucking sense if we did not pre-establish how they work.
We still have to do
Yeah,
ice barrier. Did we do Fable yet?
We did
Fabled.
Fabled quite a
We
while
did
ago.
Fabled.
We did do Fabled. We need to do Naturia probably.
Naturia Quillfort, or
No,
not Quill-
Clee's way later. We need to do.
We have to do Naturia Evil Swarm. That's what we have to
Yes,
do.
we need to do.
As
Definitely
Seal
need to do
Swarm.
Naturia and Ice Barrier, and then we can do Evil
L
Swarm, El Swarm,
it should be El
and
Swarm.
Oh, and then,
Gishki
do
as
we-
well is also in there, but we
Gishki,
need to
yeah.
do Ice Barrier. I
And then
think, first.
Vylon, and then maybe some Vylon.
Gusto.
Yeah, Gusto would be in the
I
same.
mean, we can
areas
do
there.
Gusto, but I don't think Necros stole any of the Gustos.
They did,
I
but
think
they
they
took
did. I think they got
What
one.
about Vylons? What about Vylons?
Violins are also in there.
Violins we
Violins will
definitely
be
need to
fun
do.
because violins are weird and cubical. And
I will
actually
make a
like
lot
the
of
design.
Protoss jokes.
Okay.
They're
We
very
must
much-
construct
they're very
additional
much-
Vylons.
I mean, they're very much Protoss,
So the soul from Gishki.
You must construct additional Vylons.
on the other hand, this is I want to throw out there. Zephyr Saber here is a scale 1 pen. That's cool.
I think I'm looking at one that they might have stolen off of a Gusto.
Well, they usually need to refer to the name specifically.
Also, we're gonna do Laval, and no one is gonna be able to pronounce anything.
No,
and
we're
it's
gonna be
great.
awful at that.
Oh yeah,
skip the Jim Beam that night. Or
No,
drink it for extra
more Jim
hilarity.
Beam.
Yeah, I do not believe there is a straight up Gusto that
Plausilis?
no, that's a Miss Valley. Miss
Oh,
Valley.
that's Miss Valley. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's. I
Never
don't think
mind.
there's any Necros.
No, they didn't.
They
swipe
don't.
anything
They
from
don't name
Gusto.
check anyone. They name check all the big boy ones from the first run, like
Shikuni.
Decisive Armor, Trishula, Gungnir, Brianak, Cataster, Unicore.
Sophia.
Yeah,
Which
Sophia.
means we're getting closer to just doing Necros, I guess, for a week.
Yeah, like I said,
Oh.
we'll get into
Okay.
Necros when we get there, but we have to pre-explain everything.
Yeah, but at
I
the
demand
very
to be
least, we
on the
need to do
Shadows
Ice
episode, by the
Barrier.
way.
Yes. What was that, Robin?
I demand to be on the Shadol episode, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
no,
yeah, no, you and me both.
Yeah, I want to do
If
Shadal
we're
without
not
you.
on there,
That'll be a
we're not-
late gen one
I
because
will
Shadal
riot.
is also like Necros, where every single monster they have is stolen from somebody else's monsters.
We actually will. I think we'll
And
actually have to show.
You
we'll
actually
have to,
have to do Gusto for that one.
Yeah,
No,
because
no,
this is actually
not
important.
Omega, not stolen, reappropriated.
The reappropriate.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
it's like
I know,
reappropriate
Jalis.
bodies.
The Necromancer's anthem: reduce, reuse,
Wait.
recycle.
These
Wait,
are
so
not your
essentially-
monsters. These are our
Sh-
monsters.
Shadol is
Reduce,
embodying
reuse,
that,
reanimate.
they're embodying that communist meme, like your monster.
Robin already
Oh.
made that meme.
No,
off.
the Shadols are actually environmentalists. Clearly.
But they're evil as fuck.
Well, no, they've seen the
Alright.
true problem with the environment, and that is all of the living people on it ruining it.
All this
Kill all
fucking
of
lore
the
with
living
space
people.
alien monsters. Yeah, Constellar's also
Or
Tellar.
the- or the-
Technically,
or the-
Tellar is the archetype there.
Oh
that
god,
would be the one.
there's a card.
They'll tell
Can I
you
just
that.
say Hidden Arsenal 7? This is a spoiler for our Prague player. Or not a spoiler, but Hidden Arsenal 7 is gonna be fucking hell for a
Nah,
limited
it's fine.
series. Both
Okay.
Constellar, Ptolemy, and Lavalval Chain are in that set, and I'm scared.
Yeah, I don't remember if Chain was fucked right away,
Yeah.
but
Chain was fucked right away. It's
oh hey,
ridiculous.
breaking news, guys. DP26, the one that also had the Mako cards and will definitely have shark cards. Guess what the other archetype is? It's Marincess.
Ha.
Oh no!
And now Cloudians will go back into
And
a
now
corner and
Cloudians
cry.
are dead.
I
Oh
do like
no!
Marincess.
I wanted to play them. No.
No, you get Water Cybers instead.
All
don't know
around
if
me
these cards are
are
any good.
familiar
I hate cyber
faces,
cards so much.
worn out places, worn out
Yeah.
Spin
faces.
Girl, banish a Marincess from your graveyard, special summon this card from your
Oh,
hand.
Are Marincess gonna be meta again? I'm
He's
kind of
a-
tired
he's
of
a
that.
great-
now.
You send your graveyard for a water link monster, send cards to the top of your deck to the graveyard equal to the number of Marincess monsters you control, then inflict 200 damage to your opponent for each card sent by
Oh,
this
that
effect.
sounds like it might be gross in some weird combo decks.
Marincess Sleepy Maiden. Only use each of these effects once per turn. Target one Marincess card you control. Special summon this card from your hand, and if it does, it gains this effect. That target can't be destroyed by your opponent's monster effect while this card is in the monster zone. That's
Oh,
fucking
no.
wild.
yeah.
And
What are you
then
doing?
second effect, you can
ass.
banish this card from your
Fucking
graveyard.
links.
Target one Marincess Link monster you control. Equip one Marincess Link monster from your graveyard to that target.
Read Aqua Argonaut.
Aqua Argonaut. This is a Link for water.
Oh,
2300 attack with
All
all four
cardinal
directions.
directions.
Materials, 2+ water monsters. You can only use the second and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. First effect, your opponent's monsters cannot attack other monsters while this card is in the extra monster zone. Number 2, you can target one water monster you control, one card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. Number 3, when a spell trap card or effect is activated on the field during your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can special summon one Marincess monster equipped from this card, and if you do, negate that effect.
But just a question.
Yay.
Where does this work around equipping
Okay,
themselves to
the-
each other or no?
I believe that is a Marincess thing, yes.
Okay.
The good card is the spell card. You gotta
Dive,
read
yeah.
that.
no, yeah.
This is. Oh, I'm playing Marincess again.
Oh, it's a fucking. Oh god. it's
Yeah, I know,
another wave.
I remember, Robin, you tried to make Marincess work once, and we're just like, this is too Galaxy Brain for me.
It was too Galaxy Brain and a little too slow for.
Aren't like a
But
lot
now we
of
have
like
2 traps and a
archetypes-
normal spell, and then they've got a new
Are-
Link 4 and some fucking...
aren't a lot
Three
of
more
like
Link monsters
archetypes like
coming
this?
out.
No. Those two Link monsters, all those Link monsters, those are reprints.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
Only Argonaut, Aqua Argonaut's a new card. All the rest are just
That
the
card
reprints of
just
your
seems
core
like
cards.
it might get really annoying.
It probably will. It
Wow.
can't- your opponent can't
looks like
attack.
It sounds
I'm
like
pretty sure-
Marincess is
Also-
a really annoying archetype.
Yeah, I'm
It
gonna say,
is.
I'm pretty sure
the field
Marincess is a
spell
control
gives-
archetype.
Marincess gives, I think the field
Archetype.
spell gives attack for each equipped card you have. That's a Marincess.
Hey, I
and
feel
it's
like I have a
long.
problem with Cyber's archetypes. I feel like they're too annoying to deal with sometimes.
I mean, that's incorrect though. There's a lot of.
Here's the
Cyber's
thing.
cards.
I like Adignister because it's literally, okay, can you beat my Big Bungus? If not, you're going to the next game. If you can, I'm dead. It's a very easy deck to play against.
Well, that version of Adignister, which came out after a while, but yes, that is the
the
current
question is,
Adignister build.
can you
mean,
out
still
Big
good
Bumschwa?
reprints.
If yes, I lose. If
Can
no,
you defeat
win.
the Arrival Cybers, an anime-ass boss monster? No? Well, get
I
better at
win.
Yu-Gi-Oh! You're dead,
Isn't
motherfucker.
is from the very little bit I've read, isn't Trains kind of the same way?
Yes,
No.
basically.
Because,
Well,
like, Trains
specifically
also
Filthy
has-
Casual, thank you for your shout-out, by the way, on your membership shout-out. Specifically, all this stuff we're talking about, along with the support for Mako's deck, which was released earlier, is they explicitly are dueling a duelist pack around water duelists. Duelist of the Abyss, I think it's
Yes.
called. The wind equivalent of that is about to come out. That will be important because that's got new Lyrilisk, new Clearwing, and
Oh my god, that has so much stuff in it that it's
some
not
very
okay.
important Fleur cards.
I'm
Probably
so
remember
scared
that
of
character.
Lyrilisks from that set.
Robin, you ready to bird up?
Bird up, bird
Yo,
up.
I am always ready
Bird
to bird
up.
up.
Do, do, do.
See, I wish Bird Up wasn't such a cunty deck.
Well, I mean, bird up
Dude.
kind of.
Bury your
Thank you,
statue of
Robin,
the
for your
wind.
membership shout-out. Unbanned title next. Don't think so.
Yes,
but
it is.
they'll
it
unban
is
title
literally-
when they fucking unban Electromite. Which they won't do.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Give me Electromite back and title.
Is
Electromite
Electromite
at 3, let's
is
go.
Electromite even good in like the meta? Or
Yes,
current-
Electromite would be very good. They would not put
Electromite
it at
is
3.
good.
It's
I mean,
Electromite
Electromite would
is-
make
as-
every
but-
pendulum deck immediately cream their jeans.
So
Oh,
if
right.
you've
No,
seen-
okay. So, Omega, I was thinking of Elemental Hero Electromite.
No. That's
That's
just
Electrum.
Wind
I was
Electrum.
talking
Right
about
now?
Metal Foes Electromite.
Oh.
Actually, by the
no.
way, let me pull up the document. Are Metal Foes on that list? Because I got some thoughts and feelings.
Wind Up, I've said this before. Wind Up Zen Mighty could come back at 1 and it would be fine. It
Ban
just could
Hunter.
never, ever come back at more than 1. Ever.
And they
Yeah, I mean,
need to
if
ban
you've seen
and
the
they need
wind
to
up,
ban
the
Hunter.
potential of wind up loops in the current meta with all the links and stuff.
Yeah.
Electromite.
No, if you put Wind Up Zen Mighty to 1, it doesn't actually do much. If
You
put
also
Wind Up
could
Zen
just
Mighty-
do Hunter.
Yeah, but even then, like, trust me, as someone who's been trying to make
Hunter
it
with
work,
one.
Wind Up Zen Mighty at 1, even with Hunter, you can't do the hand loopy thing because
So I've
to
put,
do that you
I've
needed
put,
3 copies of Zen
yeah.
Mighty.
We can gray out X-Sabers now.
Yay.
Make them gray, and I will slash
I
them.
kind of want to do a short one. Because I still have an
I mean, I don't know. It's
Hard.
after midnight. We've been going for 2.5 hours. I mean,
Yeah.
Dallas could go home, and we could just do whites without him, and we could make the joke.
I mean, sure. I mean, it's only 8 cards.
We're doing whites. I'm sticking around and doing what I said I would do.
It's only 8 cards. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I will,
Alright,
I will
sure,
do what
sure.
I said I do.
Let's do
Ice
it.
Raids are decent
Whites.
cards.
No,
You know,
it's a
go-
solid-
so-
Skull
Qualities.
Servant, Skull Servant, which was also in the OCG was, I believe, just called white.
Sorry, I thought that was a cheap joke at Dallas being racist earlier.
No.
It also is actually the bit, but
Well,
not
I
really.
mean, yeah, MBT has taken it to the talking about what about the
Yeah,
whites.
I'm white.
Chaostra.
I'm white passing. Where does that put me in the geographical
I
context?
don't
of
know.
race?
I don't want to think
know.
about it. We're not talking about this.
It's-
We're not talking about the joke is
Am
a
I
joke.
right?
We're not talking about it actually deeper because like, what's the point?
Okay, this is gonna date me a little bit. Does anyone remember that really poorly thought out duet song between like a country artist and LL Cool J?
No.
Called, like,
Robust.
oh,
That's
God.
right, I said it.
What the
not
fuck are you
you.
talking about?
Hold on, I need to look this up.
That's
Tom the
not.
Shadows did a
How
review of
about
this.
you don't and say you
Stop.
didn't and
No,
just
I need
never
to.
again.
I'm
No,
gonna put
I-
Skull Servant on the screen while Dallas is scrambling.
Also,
he will
Omega,
be-
you wanna put like King of the Skull Surfers next to it?
No, I'm gonna
Okay.
put his fusions next to it. That's how
Oh.
much of a fucking hipster
Oh,
I am.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Jason.
Anyway,
Fine,
so I'm
right,
gonna
fine.
pull up Skull Servant.
Right.
Yeah, he's a skeleton.
You've seen this card a million times.
Look at this dude.
Thank you for that suit,
Yes,
Carlos.
no. It was Brad Paisley featuring who is this featuring?
God, I
Why
think
is it
these
in
are on
Japanese?
already. I wanna play with these cards
I
right
need
now.
to wait for this to.
Yes, Brad Paisley featuring LL Cool
Okay,
J. The
okay.
song accidentally racist.
So, by the
Also-
way, I want to throw this out
Look at
there.
this dude.
Skull Servant's on
Look at
screen.
this
Skull Servant has 2 shitty vanilla Duel Monsters fusions.
Oh,
Because he
Why,
was like
Konami?
shitty vanilla.
Why? One of them makes more sense than the other. I think I'll post the one that makes more sense first.
how's the one that makes more sense second, so that we can
So
get the
going back
nonsense
to
over with
X-Saber
first?
Dark Souls, this is Skull Servant.
So there's Skull Servant. There
He
is
looks so happy.
Zombie Warrior, which is Skull Servant with a sword.
Wait, isn't the other one Fiery Ghost?
Close.
Flame Ghost.
It is Flame Ghost. I will now pull up
Yeah,
Flame Ghost.
that makes sense.
I still can't
It
see
a little makes sense. It's
yeah, I
Skull
don't see
Servant
it
plus
either.
Dissolver Rock.
It's not something weird like fucking Flower Wolf.
True.
It's not something weird like what was it?
Musician King, the Witch of the
yeah,
Black Forest, and Unhappy Maiden.
I
Yeah,
thought it
can't
was.
No, it's not Unhappy Maiden, but it's another girl card. It's Lady of Faith, which is a vanilla.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't it Lady of Faith or what's the 2000
Yeah,
defense?
it's
wall?
Lady of Faith and
That forgiving maiden.
Okay.
and Witch of the Black Forest. No, you may all if you're thinking of a 2K defender, you may be thinking of Magical Sand, which is Mystic Elf plus Giant Soldier
Oh,
of
yeah.
Stone, which
Yeah,
is
that's the
also
one.
Sorry,
weird.
it's just that after seeing this now, because they just showed up on my screen, just the last one, it's like, here's your Skull Servant extra crispy.
I was gonna say that's just off-brand Ghost Rider.
Yeah, it's a
I
spicy
can't believe Skull
meatball.
Servant's big fusion upgrade is he takes off his clothes.
Yeah, and he gets a sword. And also I have to double check. I think Flame Ghost might be bigger. Probably not. Flame Ghost is 1K. So hold
Flame
on,
Ghost,
let's-
coast to coast.
Old fusion monsters were bad. I don't
Vanilla
know.
fusions
yeah.
suck
So
ass.
again, I think they were
Yeah,
balanced.
no, okay.
or-
Zombie Warrior does win. He has 1200 attack.
No, Robin, that's not true. There is exactly one
there
good
was
fusion
one.
monster in
There
the
was
DM
one.
era.
There
you
are
gonna
actually a
say
couple.
One I think I'm gonna say.
Oh,
Thousand Eyes Restrict.
Uh,
Oh,
It's not
quick-
hard.
No,
I
they're
was gonna say
also good
five.
in that one.
the first one was good. Was Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon.
King
Quick,
Dragon.
That is okay. Twin-headed Thunder Dragon isn't good for another fucking 15 years.
No,
No,
I mean,
no.
Twin-Headed Thunder
It was
Dragon
good
is
on
actually
others.
decent because of the way Thunder Dragon works.
Yeah.
Right.
If you have
okay,
Poly
I
and a Thunder
suppose.
Dragon in hand, you have a 2800 beater for free,
Yeah,
which
no,
is
that,
pretty
I
bullshit.
suppose that's not
And
bad.
I would
He's-
say
he's a fusion
Mystical
that you can
Sand,
conceivably
if you
get
were
out.
Yeah.
playing those two monsters
Oh,
together, wouldn't.
I'm
be
also
bad.
stupid. I didn't even name the best one, which is Last Warrior from Another Planet, also known as Waking the Dragon's Target #1.
I also want to throw out there, King Dragon sends his regards.
King Dragon was not in the DM era. I think he
Archibald,
was-
no!
wasn't he in GX?
He may have been early GX, but I don't care. I just had to
Yeah.
make.
He's
that
on
joke.
that cusp.
I had to
whatever.
make that joke because of History of Jank today.
No.
Anyway, I just want to say, quick aside, because I keep forgetting, I've gone ahead and done my card picks for this week.
I'm gonna get my ass kicked by you guys. What is that from?
Also, you're gonna lose round one to me. It's gonna be crazy.
Good thing I'm not fighting you round one.
Yeah, you're not in this round. It's Pro ZD's, like, I think were they originally
Dragon
Mind
series.
Skits? Or are they
Oh,
just
yeah,
YouTube
so
shorts?
It's not something I like.
No.
Okay.
Somebody,
It is
somebody
a
in
grand
the
total
YouTube chat
phenomenon.
link Dallas to the King Dragon canon. 'Cause I'm
No,
busy.
I've heard it. I've heard it.
Okay.
I thought it was from a movie thing.
No, it's a.
I
it's a
mean,
no.
WNET video.
there's
No,
something
it's
similar
from
to it
Dragon
in Game of
Quest.
Thrones. That phrase got used a lot.
Oh right, the Queen of Dragons sends her regards. Right. Would you believe I've never actually watched Game of Thrones?
I
I've
did
only
on
ever-
deployment, but because I got held hostage to
No,
it.
I've only ever read Song of Ice and Fire.
And now I
because
present to you Pimp of the Skull Servants. Come at me, bros.
Impo this what?
Pimp of the Skull
I
Servants.
can't believe the Skull
You mean
Servants
King,
are
I had
right?
close.
Yes, it's
all
King.
the Skull Servants.
It's
and I
King.
was-
It's King. I'm calling him Pimp because look at his pose. Look at this
I
man's
heard-
pose.
I heard Bimpo.
I heard
I
Pimple.
heard pimple. I heard pimple.
I heard Bimbo.
Guys, it's after midnight here.
Fuck is
guy's
that?
And
Crazy.
I
It looks
to
just like Skull
spoilers
Servant.
for future content. I was also all this afternoon. I got started on writing my notes and scripting for Wanted Space Ishtar. I may have tweeted something about this. That's a long, deep, dark hole that's not entirely Nasu's fault.
Is there? Oh,
It's a
are you,
little
are
bit
you
his
going?
fault.
Are you
I
going in the
saw
weird
that.
mythology conspiracy?
I mean, I
bullshit?
have to. That is Space Ishtar. I have to talk about
that
the
is
weird.
unfortunately Spishtar.
I have to talk about the weird syncretism
Are you
thing. Anyways,
Talk about the Darling of the Franks reference.
no.
Okay.
Not directly, no.
Also,
That's not
Omega-
necessary.
Omega,
Are you gonna
it's
talk about
midnight
how
for
she
you guys,
needs
but it's
download
only
of
2 in the
Boots
afternoon
tonight
for
to
me.
mess
I
up
have no
Combo?
excuse.
No,
Lots
Loth,
of
you have an
dropouts.
excuse. You're trapped in a room with the rest of us.
So, Omega, could we explain to the people what Bimbo the Skull Servant does?
So, King of the Skull Servants, which I believe this was not a Yami Yugi, a actual
water,
Yugi
definitely.
move. Regular Skull Servant, we showed him on screen. Regular Skull Servant is a shit-ass normal monster. He's like a 1-star zombie with like 300 attack. He's useless. He's awful.
Yeah, I think he's a 300, 200.
Yeah, he's really bad. But King of the Skull Servants here was a fairly early released effect monster. Was he still in the DM era? I think he was because he was in the
still
actual
DM.
ship.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, he was
in
lost.
the-
He was Lost Millennium, so he was right at the cutoff.
No,
But
that
it
is
was
the
not
Lost
in
Millennium is
the,
technically the GX era.
Yes,
Technically,
but
because
he
that
is
is
still
elemental
playable
hero.
in
Servant
goat
and Skull
in goat
Servant
format. He is
and
so he is
other Skull
goat
Servant.
relevant.
That's because GOAT format people are weird.
Well,
And
goat
did the cutoff
goat
there.
format they it's not about the anime. It's about whether or not you can special Sidra. That's what they're butthurt about.
Yeah, no, I
Um,
know the cutoff, but
So, King of the Skull Servants is a dark zombo. He has a question
I
mark
don't
attack
understand goat
and
format.
0 defense with 1 star. The original attack of this card is the combined number of King of the Skull Servants and Skull Servant in your graveyard times 1,000. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can banish one other King of the Skull Servants or Skull Servant from your graveyard, special summon this card. So, King of the Skull Servants is a classic, basically GOAT era, but also he's in speed duels, and I believe you can do some funny speed duels things with him.
yeah.
He is a classic big bungus boss monster. If
And
you
like
can
a-
somehow
it-
yeet all 3 vanilla King of the Skull Servants into the all 3 vanilla Skull
Well-
Servants, into the graveyard, he's a 3K beater. If you
also,
get other Skull
Omega-
Servants in there, he becomes even bigger.
more than that, he is part of a YCS Championship tournament winning deck.
Yes, Skull Servants is a championship deck. It's pretty
There's
cool.
a non-white card we need to talk about if we're actually going to talk about these
Sure.
guys.
Uh,
Because I don't think you
what
can
color
not
is it?
talk about it. It's a spell card,
I
and
sure
it made the
play
deck
it
work.
to cards
Well-
that don't look like just this guy, but again.
It's just
I mean,
it's
they
also
don't all look like just that guy again, but yeah, there's
the
some
art
other
is
things.
meme-worthy, so
in modern white.
We,
deck,
we are by
isn't it?
we by the way are not going to bring up all the cards that Skull Servant / King of the Skull Servant shows up, so you're not going to see like Teak Boo shit like that.
or
because they're not
the
directly
weird
related.
airplane,
yeah.
or the
No,
airplane
Omega,
ones
this is
over
the
their
card I
dog.
think we need
Also
to talk
because
about.
those are good cards.
Grass is greener. You linked this in regular trad games though.
I did.
Like a
I deleted
Oh,
emphasis.
because the 60 card Skull Servants.
Yeah, because
Gals love the grass is greener.
well, no, the grass looks greener is what made Skull Servant a tournament deck.
Yeah, I will talk about much like Gottoms. I won't pull it up because it's not relevant art wise, but I will talk
but
about
come
it.
on, no, I think we need to
Okay,
pull it up
okay,
because we
I'll
are-
pull
Get
up
a
the
high-res
gallery.
one,
It's
then.
funny.
It's
Yeah, as it turns
Also, to be
out,
fair,
being
we are
able
never going to
yeet-
do the fail portrayal episode on the Goblin of Greed. It won't
No.
happen.
I mean, that'd be fun though. That adventure.
there are too many cards.
Too many cards.
But so
Doesn't
anyway,
That'll be.
you know,
we'll do that
yeah,
one
it
after
turns
we
out
do
that
numbers.
yeeting 20 cards, plus minus a few, can do things.
But yeah, so
Well,
King of the Skull Servants is a classic playground Yu-Gi-Oh ass boss monster who, through the power of the meta, becomes cards that are restricted or banned. Unless you're in the OCG, in which case the grass is greener is semi-limited for some reason.
I still think it could come back and it would be fine. It
But
improves
so
deck
there's
building.
grass is greener's
100%
art.
ruling.
It's some whatever those are they're not from Polynosis.
That
I don't
is-
think.
I can tell you what those cards are if you
That
give me a
is
second.
nettles
'Cause,
and
it's needles
Good
and
Goblin?
Needles, yeah.
well, it's
Nettles?
specifically the card Miracle Fertilizer because you see the
Also,
fertilizer bottle
is
in the
that
corner.
monster like a fright fur?
No.
I don't know what the thing
Nah.
is.
There's a goblin in the background.
That
I
monster
can probably tell
is,
you from trivia.
dead.
But anyway, Grass is Greener is a normal spell card. If you have more cards in your deck than your opponent's does, send from the top of your deck to the graveyard. Send cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard so you have the same number of cards in the deck as your opponent.
Yeah.
The card is Sniffius.
Yes.
There's him tight.
That
Good,
Grasslook screener is essentially like running
Well,
probably 10 to 15 Foolish Burials.
Yeah, basically,
random,
Grass is
though.
Greener is you play a 60-card deck, you play 3 copies of Grass is Greener if you can, you play it turn 1 when you've got the card, and then you just yeet 20 cards out of your fucking
say
deck.
Jesus takes the wheel.
Yes, you're like, all right, so you know how drawing 2 cards is crazy? Well, imagine if you could send 20 cards to your graveyard, and then you're playing a deck which interacts with the graveyard.
You start praying
and then
you start
you
praying
have,
to
like,
God
all
of
of
Greed.
your you pray you
Imagine
get
you're
all of
playing
your
Skulls.
skull servants and
You're like,
necrogardenas.
Oh, you know,
and...
yeah, you basically call out, "Oh, great beast of the sky, hear my cry. Put some skull servants in my graveyard."
But
Oh,
Rod, take
God
the
of Greed.
on
Okay.
the other hand, you also have a chance of yeeting all of your hand traps, all of your
Yes, no.
counterplay.
It's I do
It's
agree. I think
gamble.
it could probably come back to 1 just because making it so bullshit.
Also,
You could just
people play
always draw it.
Desires. People just play Desires.
It's true. People also do just play design. Like that's the thing. People, it's a little bullshit. But
People
yeah,
do
so
whatever to make sure to extend their combos.
King of the
only
Skull
cards that
Servants, like I
matter
said, he is an OG Bung Chua, and I love him. I have the
So
bits for this
in
deck, by the way.
in a modern white deck, how big can you get the king? Like over 8K or something?
Very large. That's the thing. If you're playing the modern whites, you play a lot of things because he can.
Let's
be
go into those other
large.
things you put to buff the king.
Yeah. So I think Lady in White was first.
Yes, Lady in
Oh
White.
yeah, it's 20k they can get up to.
Yeah. No. A King of the Skull Servants is an OTK deck. Now.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of always
compare
was.
that.
I mean, yes.
How big?
But the problem is
how
you could
big
only
can-
make him before with just King and Skull. You could only make him
5K.
5K. Yeah, because you need to have
Until
one on
they
the board.
print the zombie type machine duplication.
Yeah, I did.
You
Konami-
don't need that. There's another thing that does that, Dallas, which we should
Konami,
actually,
that's a
we should
joke.
bring
Don't
up.
actually do that.
Oh,
Well,
I was
also,
gonna
Dallas,
say-
before I bring up Lady in White, since you reminded me about machine dupe, but for those things, also technically, kind of, sort of, they have that. It's called Tri-White. I mean, it's from Graveyard.
Yeah,
no.
but the thing is,
Tri-White is literally 3 skull servants crawling out of the graveyard.
No, but imagine if it was zombies, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, that would be bad.
As opposed to normal
so what-
monsters, yes.
Oh, so like Shiranui
Oh,
and like
real
Nakashi
quick,
and
can
other
I-
things like that.
Can I ask a question for comparative purposes here?
Yeah.
You said that you could potentially get King up to like 20k. A decent Grin Maju deck. What do they get him up to?
What's
not 20K.
40 times 300?
That's
and a half.
Oh,
Well,
okay,
usually.
okay.
well,
You banish your entire deck, so
Yeah, 12.
Well,
then
mine
not
is
40
hopefully
times
they'll
300? Yeah, that's 1,200.
yeah.
Or 12,000, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
But here's the thing. I'll say it right
And
now.
also, he's one of the cards in your deck, so you get.
Grand
It's,
Maju is
around
way
11k.
Grand Maju is way more consistent than Skull Servant.
True.
Yes.
So here's
Even with
Tri-White,
grass.
which is just 3 skull servants come out to party. The crew is here. I like there's the derpy one in the back, and then there's the serious one in the front. The front one is like,
Oh,
you
yeah,
came to the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker. And then the guy at the back is just like, hey, kids, want a party?
Well, it's because he's got
Or
like,
he's
one
on
of the
cocaine.
axe or something stuck in his
I
head.
do cocaine.
Dr.
Cocaine.
Raxo,
Wait,
I do cocaine.
Wait, no. 40 plus 15 because you can send your extra deck.
I don't think you play an extra deck in Gren Maju, but you might.
You do, because that one pot that banishes your extra deck.
Oh, yeah, you can banish your extra deck to draw cards. That's correct. Yeah, so you do play an extra deck. full
You
of
play a
pieces
bunch of
shit.
random bullshit.
And then we have Lady in White, who I do
I
believe there's
have
a little bit
15
to talk about.
Ultimate Zokins.
There's a little bit to talk about here because she is a skeleton, but she is wearing a dress and she's got some props. She's eating some skull cake. She's got her skull dog.
The weirdest thing is, I
that
think she's
a-
actually moving. I think she just never moved her other rubber bodies besides her arms.
Does she have a cup of skull tea?
Yes, probably. Some bone broth. Bone. tea.
I'm more
It's a
creeped out by
skeleton.
all the insects on her. Or
I mean, they're just spiders.
I mean,
I don't like-
that,
I have a
that
minor
one,
phobia of
that one
spiders.
spider in her. How does skeletons have hair?
Marge Simpson.
Wig.
Her hair is fused to her skull.
Anyway, that one spider in there, it's kind of
Looks more like a
kind
crab,
of a plump
honestly.
spider.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't know.
Yeah,
Spider on,
it's a plump spider. It's
Yeah,
simply what you
spider
want.
on her food is the thing.
I love this card's artwork.
It's
very
very
good.
homely and
yeah,
very
calm.
Lady in White's okay. She's got the right
Spiders taste good.
she's got the right attitude, I think. Like she is a baller skeleton sitting in that
just wanna-
backdrop there.
Dallas, you say that. Have you eaten an Australian spider?
I
That
think
sounds very
actually
Everything in
yes.
Australia wants to kill you, so no.
Also, not true. The spiders in Australia are less dangerous than spiders elsewhere. If you really are gonna want to go to where spiders want to kill you, go to South America.
No, thank
I
you.
was
Yeah,
gonna
no.
say, listen to the stories of the camel spiders.
No, literally, Australia has the most venomous everything except for spiders, pretty much. Like snake, octopus, snail, jellyfish.
Oh, Grand Maju. Also, somebody in chat brought up Grand Maju is times 400.
Okay, so it'd be 16,000.
Yeah. My favorite factoid is with the most poisonous snake in Australia is it's has a predator, which is the third or fourth most poisonous snake in Australia.
Yes.
Anyway, we're not here to talk about stuff in
Anyway,
Australia.
yeah.
This is Lady in White. She is
Sorry.
a level 3 Zombo. She has 0 attack and 2200 defense. Kind of reverse for how zombies usually work. Face up level 3 or lower zombie monsters on the field, except Lady in White cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, they are unaffected by spell trap cards and effects. This card's name becomes Skull Servant while it is in the graveyard. So, yeah. So Lady in White really makes the Skull Servant, like the white archetype, come together. Because before it was just put King out there, yeet us some Skull Servants, move on.
Hopefully I don't die.
This has an actual strategy. This is protection. You know, can't be destroyed in battle and are unaffected by spell trap effects, except for her, so your opponent has to get rid of her first. Also, if they like Dark Hole, she dies and the other monsters don't, because that's how continuous effects work. And in the graveyard, she's a Skull Servant, which means you can banish her as well.
Yeah, there's a running theme with these white cards that all have that effect.
Yeah.
They all know that.
I mean, I
they're
think
good
it
at
makes
that,
sense
isn't
because, as we talked about, Skull Servant's name in the OCG is just white. Like, they were just making him a fucking D&D monster, basically.
Yeah.
So all the white cards just basically name dub, and it's more punny in Japan, but it works in English anyway.
The whites.
So let's pull up, I think...
It's a god awful sad affair.
Are we in Nightmare next?
Yeah, I'm gonna do White next, because
Yeah,
White
White
Baking only just came out. That's not fair to pull that card out.
We,
but,
well, we have to end with White Baking because White Baking is hilarious.
yeah, White Baking
White
is
Baking-
also brand new, but oh my god, guys, White Bear.
What's next?
White
White-
White Bear's
oh,
actually
White-
creepy.
White
White
Bear's
Bear's
funny.
funny. White Bear's funny and
God.
creepy at the
I mean,
same
it's a little
time.
creepy, but like when you get to see him blown up.
No, White Bear's not creepy.
Look at this
Golden
dude.
haircut.
If you want me to post some creepy oh, that reminds me, I need to post some stuff in Art Dump.
Oh no,
No,
no.
Dallas,
Dallas.
don't. I need to go back in Art Dump and retweet
It's
some of that.
October.
Don't space it out.
No, but at least spoiler it. At least spoiler it, Dallas.
I won't post anything gory in Art Dump.
No spoiler it, please.
Yes,
LN
save that for the
NSFW, though, is free game, because it's NSFW.
Please spoiler
Yes.
it at least.
If you want to be in there, it's NSFW.
I looked up for porn too, not for horror.
Oh, that's your problem. That sounds like a you problem. Jesus Christ. Hello, I'm Chaz Burnington.
Yes.
He's got a
I
mustache.
believe Hardleg's Yugi poop of this guy was just the whites.
It's literally. Tell me that is not Nigel Thornberry. That is
Of
just
course.
dead Nigel
Hello,
Thornberry.
smasher.
Hello.
Even in
I mean,
death,
like,
I can't
even
escape the ball
even the
cup.
nightmare creature behind him has those vibes, because look at how his mouth is curling. Like, they're just both out there going, hello.
Hello.
Well, the Nightmare creature's gonna eat you alive, but yes. They will
Yeah.
eat you, but he's also just
Like, this
guy's
fucking
having-
skeleton is wearing pantaloons and socks.
I feel like the joke is that, like, I always see the joke is that
And those
the
are,
skeleton actually doesn't
ice
move, it's just
dogs.
stuck in that position, and it's actually just a nightmare creature. But,
They're like high socks too.
Yeah. This
Oh, I know
nerd-
it's subreddit I'm cross posting for. I'm going back to I'm sorry, John. I love that subreddit.
What is
What is
that?
that?
Of
I don't really
course
know
you
what
would.
the shadow
Of course
tag
you
is,
would.
but
So,
it's-
Vightmare here, level 1 Dark Zombo, has the exact same stat line as Skull Servant, but has an effect. This card's name becomes Skull Servant while in the graveyard. You can discard this card, then activate one of the following effects. Target one of your banished Skull Servant or targets one of your banished Skull Servant or Whitemare, so either specifically Whitemare or specifically Skull Servant, return it to the graveyard. Target one of your banished Lady in White or King of the Skull Servants, special summon it. So yeah, Whitemare, just once again, this comes out in 2010, though he was short printed, and he was not reprinted for 10 years until he was upgraded to Ultra, which I think he deserves, because once again, Whitemare really brings us all together. This guy has an inherent discard effect. You can put him in the graveyard to count as a Skull Servant, and he gets back your banished Skull Servants, which means you can banish more Skull Servants. Or he just fishes a King of the Skull Servant if you banished one.
Did we whip this guy, or was he a common?
He was a short print common, so nope. Star Strike Blast happened already.
Oh.
Yeah, I have.
He was short print, so you may have missed him.
Okay. No, I just
back in
wanted
the
to
day,
make sure,
back in
'cause
the
no one's
early days,
tried to run this.
No, not everybody got OG like triple King of Skull Servants. I think I'm one of the people that did. I think Marth got or traded for them as well.
I did.
Sorry, I've double checked. I've got a playset of Whitemare.
Okay, we'll see. Because the short printing rarity is kind of, I feel like it's almost like an urban legend. Like it definitely exists, but for a long time, Konami and Upper Deck didn't say they short printed cards. So it's I don't know if pack opener simulators have perfectly mimicked how rare some of these cards were.
I have something hilarious. I have 6 King of Skull Servant.
I mean,
I
Mark
have
just said
2 Skull Servant.
That's funny.
Oh, that's a lot of people actually.
Okay, so
it was printed once.
I have 7 King of Skull Servants. Let's see how
He
many
was
normal
common.
Skull
I
Servants
don't. Maybe it was the regular Skull Servants people didn't have lying around. I remember it was like not a lot of people were talking about him back in the day.
Well, also remember my entire collection is just
true. That's
and I only pulled 1 Tri-White.
I mean, Tri-White's
but
not
otherwise
important.
I've got all the common.
Because Tri-White fetches
pretty
normals
sure
out of your graveyard. You do Tri-White for other things.
Yeah, like Xyz level 2 plays.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But
I'm pretty
anyway,
sure I gave
so
Moth most of my
You
Whitemare
totally play
servants.
Dark Mist in a white deck.
What?
no. Skull Servants are level 1.
Oh.
Tri-White is
Yeah, I was
level 2 or lower normal monsters, so you can do those plays.
You
Yeah, I was
play
gonna say,
Galaxy
when are we gonna get our level 1 Xyz?
I already
in fact
did.
have-
Baby Tiragon. It's bad.
Baby
I
Tira
have-
and Galaxy Queen.
Yeah.
I have in fact 3 Skull Servants, so maybe I make
Nice.
this
You
deck.
do it.
If you got the
Yeah.
Whitemares.
I could possibly make it too.
I mean, it's a
mean,
fun
I-
deck. It's not as fun as I think it as a version in Speed Duels is, because you literally get a move to I think the skill's like send 3 Skull Servants, summon 1 King or something.
I think Bones might have that skill in
Speed Duels / Duel Links does some really I think Duel Links, because it's literally a computer, does even dumber shit. You talked about the evil hero special ability where you just add from out of the game the materials to make the fusion.
Yes. Into grave.
You just put them somewhere, which is funny.
Oh yeah, no. The spoiler alert. I keep on talking about how I've been trashing some guys with Shooting Star Road, because puts a junk converter in your graveyard, and it lets you special summon a Formula Synchron from outside of the game when you summon a Stardust
Dragon. Yeah.
Or when you have not when you summon, when you have.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
But yeah, so we're moving on to our next monster, White Prince. I'm sensing the spiders are a theme, as he appears to have a pet spider.
This card isn't out yet, right?
White Prince, I do believe he's newer, because he's not got card... he didn't have regular card art. Yeah, this is Duelist Alliance.
I have been tearing things up with Evil Hero. It's so fun.
Also allegedly a short print in Duelist Alliance for some reason. But that would put him at a common rarity, so...
Yeah.
I like how you have the lady in the way in the background, and then
Yeah.
goes over with the Where Art Thou?
Yeah, with
the other
Skulldog
and then
Marin.
there's in the Skulldog Marin, they have multiple Skulldog Marins.
Yeah. They also apparently keep spiders as pets, given how this child is holding them. But yeah,
So
no, I mean, Skull Servant in places he shouldn't be is basically another sub-theme of art.
What I'm getting is it is a thing of it is Lady in White and the White Mare that like are the lady like the owners of like the estate, and the Skull Servant just run the servants. So it's...
The Skull Servant is their servant until he's the king, but then I don't remember how Dark Ruler No More Soul Drain Skill Drain works. Dark Ruler, Hades, and King of the Skull Servants are fighting, and I don't remember how they win. I think Balderok comes in and like stomps on both of them or some bullshit.
I think so.
I mean, there is
also
Yeah.
I was gonna say he's probably collecting that spider like Japanese kids would collect bugs or something.
By the way, I do want to point out the moon is also a skull.
Oh, you're right.
Also, Axe, to answer your earlier question, that subreddit in question is Garfield crossed with Cthulhu.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Right.
Dun, dun, dun,
As I said earlier,
Simple,
of
dun,
course
dun,
you
dun,
would.
dun.
What are you doing, Omega?
This is Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, done.
This is.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
I hear it now.
I did the beats.
Yeah.
You guys were just talking about fucking weird subreddits. Anyway, what White Prince does, because I don't think we have anything to say. He's a prince who's a white.
Yeah.
When this card is, he is a level 1 Zombo with 0/0, so not the stat line. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can send 1 Skull Servant and 1 Lady in White from your hand or deck to the graveyard. So if this card ever goes to the graveyard, perhaps as if you foolish him or something, you can immediately just put a Skull Servant and a Lady in the graveyard. You can banish 2 Skull Servants from your... and this card from your graveyard. Special summon 1 King of the Skull Servant from your deck. This card's name becomes Skull Servant while in the graveyard. So once again, just look at how nuts these cards get. Like, if you foolish this guy, you immediately get to yeet 2 Skull Servants, and then you can banish them to bring out King, and then you could do White Mare to unbanish one of them. Like, it's a whole ass engine, and it's really good. It's just the problem is that
fun.
King has no protection, so he just explodes.
Well, that's what you have to play when you play on board.
Yeah.
There's an X-Saber Tribe. Never mind.
It just.
I bet. I mean, Tri-Brigade is Beast Wing, Beast Warrior, so I'm not shocked. But yeah, White Prince out here.
Tribe Brigades are an engine as well as a deck.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about them. And then when did this come out?
Like.
Okay, this was 2017. Was White Princess. So now I gotta go fish up her art.
It's a beautiful side affair.
Do we have Lyrilisk on the list?
We might. I don't know if we don't. We
Those
should put it on there.
archetype. That archetype is all 1 card.
No, it's not.
What?
No, it's like
I cannot differentiate them in my head.
We're literally doing that right now.
That would be well.
That's very fair.
Here's the thing, Robin. You say that it's not literally true, but also all the other white cards do keep appearing in the white art. I'm gonna copy and paste White Princess.
I mean, it's
where
like,
if you play I Spy, you will see Lady in White, more Skull Dogs, and then White Prince. Also, I'm gonna look at the trivia for White Princess. Lady in White is holding something in this card art, and I don't know what it is. It looks like a fucking Phantom Knight.
I was gonna say wild guess Cup of Ace.
It might
no,
be,
but Bone Mouse is also appearing in that. By the way, Bone Mouse is another old school vanilla card that has never been printed in the TCG. Oh my god! I mean, you wouldn't want it. It's a fucking zombie monster 1-star with 400 attack, but like that's hilarious.
So I actually really like the art of this because it's just cartoonish, in like a fun way.
Look how pleased the dog on the lap is.
So I don't even know if why White Princess is scared, but maybe it's because Lady White's walking it, I guess.
I mean, you would play Needlebug Nest, but also, yeah, people are asking about White Prince. I do believe he just said when sent to graveyard, so yeah, that counts as if you... I believe sent to graveyard is if any effect makes you move to graveyard, it counts.
Yeah, I believe so. But yeah, it would definitely trigger off of...
Yeah, you can Needlebug Nest him, you can discard.
I'm tired.
Don't worry, we're almost done, Dallas. This is White Princess. This is very funny, because she's just a little skeleton girl. There's her little skeleton brother.
Is it her brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the White Prince.
Okay, because I was wondering if it was being... Oh, okay. Oh, he's doing a dance. I thought he was scared because someone else...
No. And then Lady in White is coming in. She's got a flower in her hair. She's not holding a monster, but she's holding something in that tray that is weird to me. I won't look too deeply in it. But no, this card art is funny.
Read deeply.
Getting Corpse Bride feels from the dogs.
Yeah, the Skulldog Marin. There's also the. Is there a? Does Skulldog
that movie
Marin
is unfairly maligned. That movie's great.
No, it's great.
That movie is
it's
great.
2 Skulldog Marin. Okay. Its problem is that it wasn't Nightmare Before Christmas 2, which is what everybody wanted Tim Burton to do.
Oh, fuck him.
But the movie's good.
It's way darker in a good way. Especially, like, that is one of the movies, I will say, if you were a kid and watch it again now that you're older. You'll pick up on a lot of subtext that you did not get as a kid.
It's different. So let's talk about White Princess. Let's talk about White Princess.
Yes.
It's a skeleton in a dress.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was going to talk about her effect. White Princess is the first white monster who is light type. She is a light zombie 3-star, 1600 attack, 0 defense. That's right. This is the white monster with the most attack.
Well,
now, I mean, Skull Servant has an original attack effect, so technically, but he's question mark, so the highest printed attack.
Yes.
Yeah, his original attack until he's on the field is 0.
Yes, he is a question mark, which means you can do a lot of funny things with him. But White Princess, this card's name becomes Skull Servant in the graveyard. If this card is normal or special, you can send 1 White Prince from your deck to the graveyard. That's right, this monster auto sends White Prince for the White Prince thing.
Yeah. Automatically sends her brother to the grave.
Yeah.
During either player's turn, you can send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard. All monsters on the field currently lose attack and defense equal to their own level or rank times 300 until the end of this turn. That's right, this has a quick effect to yeet this monster from the grave.
The only problem is it doesn't stop link monsters.
Well, no, Marthinus, it's obviously so that you can play Chaos Whites.
Yeah.
That's probably a deck.
I mean, they have an in-archetype light monster. They load themselves into the graveyard. Chaos Whites are absolutely a thing. Play 1 Clap Serpent and 1 Light Pulse.
Oh, those cards come out way too soon.
Oh, yeah, just...
They're fine.
Yeah,
I will ban those cards.
Yeah, you will, because you're butthurt about Dallas doesn't like dragons. Much like Dallas doesn't like tits,
I like dragons. I do not like dragon.
Dallas, I've never seen you play a dragon deck outside of Horus.
That's not true.
I don't like
Wait, are you only counting in tournament?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Well, every time I make a dragon deck, I just die.
Yes, Dallas,
no,
you know my pain.
Also, Omega, that is not true. That is not true, Omega. You're a liar. Cyberdark. That is basically a dragon deck.
Okay, I will allow it technically because Cyberdark has to play dragons.
I mean, half of the deck is make FGD as backup plans, so I count that as a dragon deck.
But did you actually play Cyberdarks on camera?
Yes, I did. I died.
I beat him.
Okay.
Yes, David thrashed me.
All right.
And it was a long.
He played the deck on camera.
Oh well, no. Bone Mouse doesn't support the archetype because it's like Skull Servant. It's a shit ass old vanilla, and also if it interacted with the archetype, that would mean the TCG would have to print it for some reason because it's an awful normal monster that shouldn't matter, but it keeps getting an art reference. So yeah, that's pretty funny.
He's like 1 left now.
Also, that spider's there again.
Yeah. When are they going to put White Spider? No, it's not a card.
It needs to be called Jerry the Spider.
Honestly, no, they should do White Dog.
No, that's just Skulldog Marin, though.
Yeah, that is... No, that...
Canonically, that's the card Skulldog Marin, which is the outstanding dog Marin that, literally in Where Art Thou fucking... what's the name of the dog from Futuramas? I know the episode, but I don't remember the name of the dog. Seymour.
I almost just called it Jurassic Park.
No, see, Dallas, I remember the name of the episode because the episode hits hard. I did not remember the dog's name, but goddamn.
I don't even have a dog, but that episode made me cry.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut. Okay.
I don't even like dogs, and that episode made me cry.
So we're going to pull up the newest boy, White Baking, because it's hilarious.
I love it, but also I don't know.
For the reference, I don't hate dogs, I'm afraid of dogs. There's a difference.
That's fair.
I know people will kill me in the comments if I.
And I want to throw this out there.
Like
this name is basically literally translated in the OCG. This is just White Baking. Why does Skull Servant go to the barbecue? I don't know. I do want to throw out there when the card art loads. This is not baking. Okay. This is absolutely an outdoor barbecue. He has a fire pit.
Omega. Do you, as a kid, did you read Goosebumps?
Yes, I read some of them. I don't know if I read
Why is this the cover of Say Cheese and Die?
Oh, no, I know what you mean, yeah.
Let me pull this up.
I'll double check it. I got it as well. Let me pull it
up. Or it might be
Say
Cheese and Die again.
I love the
I
fact
do
that
not
he's
think
in
it's
the
the original.
pose of King
Oh, nope,
of
yep, it's
Skull
the original
Servants.
art of Seichi Zendai. I am going to put that on screen.
Yeah, no, this is literally just Seichi Zendai.
Seichi Zendai is just the white aesthetic. There's a fucking grilling skeleton,
Well,
and then there's a fucking
I-
mom skeleton with the hair.
I just want to say that like the fact that he's in the same pose as the King of the Skull Servants like card art,
Yeah.
as he's just standing there holding 2 sticks.
Yeah, what even is the effect of this? It's great.
Well, I'll read it in a second, but I don't think there's much to say about white baking because he's literally just Skull Servant.
I'm just happy this card exists. You know.
Oh yeah, no. This is, by the way, this is a brand, well, not brand new, but this is a new card. This came out this year in the TCG. And
By the way,
Gottems, he was a common? No, he's a super.
This is what got. If you're ever on the Discord server and are traumatized by any of my images, blame this for getting me into horror as a kid.
Goosebumps, yes.
Yeah.
White baking.
A lot of Goosebumps books are not good.
White baking.
I will stab you, Axe. I know where you live.
White baking.
Yes, I do.
A level 1 zombie.
I will stab everyone in your state to prove it.
With 300 attack and 200 defense.
I will stab.
He has the Skull Servant stat line. This card's name becomes Skull Servant in the graveyard. If a level 3 or lower zombie monsters would be you control will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can discard this card instead. Your opponent tries to dark hole your zombie board. No, fuck you. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 2 names to your 2 monsters with different names from your deck to your hand, except white baking, that are either Skull Servant or specifically list Skull Servant in their text, then discard 1 card. You can only use this effective white baking once per turn. So, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you get to basically graceful charity yourself, or what's the card where you? I mean, it's basically kind of Dark World Dealings almost.
Oh, all right.
Oh, Angel Baton.
You add 2 to your hand and then discard 1, so you only go +1, but it's a Skull Servant card, so it's great. This would allow you to do the send effect on Princess, I believe, because that's discarding, sending to graveyard. And I don't remember if there's literally a draw 2 discard 1, but it's basically like Baby Graceful Charity.
I was gonna say, I think that's there's an anime / game only card because it has speed token.
Oh yeah, I think that is a speed.
Yeah, but Angel Baton.
Angel Baton, yeah, they should just print that. Also, just print Speed World as a vanilla field spell.
Yeah.
When you play this card, put some counters on it.
And each person has counters now.
Gain.
No. In modern Yu-Gi-Oh, that's not good enough. You need to make it so that it's all one-sided. Your opponent has to play their own Speed World.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can't play Speed World, you die.
If you have like more speed like a certain number more speed tokens than them or something, they.
Anyway, so white baking is pretty new. It's another banger. Like I actually really love this archetype, not both aesthetically, but also how because it's just an OTK deck and there's no like shenanigans in it, they just keep giving it good support. Like every new card that comes out is just another link in the engine.
It's just another consistency booster, honestly.
Yeah, like every single thing just gets you to more Skull Servants, or cards that count as Skull Servant, in the graveyard, while also protecting your boy, the King of the Skull Servants.
So he can go bash faces in and get both skulls.
And because he was used by the protagonist, right? Spoiler
yes, like
alert,
I said, it was a Yugi used the King of the Skull
I'm
Servants.
pretty sure it was
strategy,
I think it was season 4.
He's a more interesting deck than Dark Magician. I'll give him that.
I disagree with that. Well,
my deck should be Bakura.
I mean, it depends on how you define Dark Magician.
Modern Dark Magician, I definitely agree. But I love the modern Dark Magician.
Even modern.
They just gave Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl an actual field spell in the TCG first, in the tin. I didn't get any. That means I'm gonna have to, if I want to run that deck, I'm gonna have to buy 3 off some schlub. Well, that's okay. There'll be 3 in the wild nobody wants because everybody's opening fucking tins looking for cross out. That's the beautiful thing about these meta prints and like tins and shit is buying the tins can get expensive, but and same with Ghost from the Past, because they put 5 new Ghost Rays in that. Collectors were assholes and bought it up for no success. But buying singles out of this pack is good because the people who buy those in bulk don't want most of the cards in them and will sell them for cheap. Yeah. I got a playset of Meteor Black Comet Dragon because that card was printed once as an ultra rare and was like $50 because it had been 6 years. I picked up a playset for like $15. They were like $5 a pop.
I should just buy a Marine Cess deck. That's what I should do.
You should start ordering now before this deck build pack comes out and people are like, wait a minute, the price.
Yeah, you should probably get going before people start getting
too late.
answers.
I am hopeful that people will not.
It's too late.
I'm hopeful that people will realize that Live Twin isn't actually that good and super mark up Trouble Sun.
Honestly,
I
after
mean-
watching MBT's testing of it, yeah, no, Live Twin isn't that good.
I mean, Live Twin
he
is
a
okay.
bad
The problem is that Live Twin, even with Trouble Sunny, doesn't do anything that other more meta decks don't do.
Well, no,
Also,
the
again,
problem with
MBT is a bad duelist. He draws like shit. He's a
the
terrible
problem
duelist.
with Live Twin is it just doesn't measure up to the meta. It just doesn't. I'm sorry.
I mean, it
you
makes
say
like
that.
fucking
His
3K.
hands were
It makes
shit.
multiple, huge bung schwas.
His hands were actual dog shit. He's terrible.
Yeah,
Anyway,
well,
I've put on screen Panic Burial. This is not a white card, but it has whites on it. It's just the White Family Reunion. This is our closer, I think.
I
White
know.
Bear, Lady White,
I
and
know
then
we're
just a
still
bunch
talking
of
about
Skull
skeletons,
Servants.
but every time Omega says a card name, I'm just like, hold on. Every time.
Every time
we
I say
are the
white.
white.
Yeah.
I hope everyone's pointing at the screen every time we say it.
I'm just pointing at Axis profile.
These are just
picture.
these whites having a family.
Oh, you want
reunion.
to point at the screen? Hold on, I have a shitpost for this.
I'll point to the WrestleMania sign.
Do you have
I'll see you.
do you have like just Rothschild the pointer of the red the pointer of the red?
Yes, I have MBT of the Red Lotus. I'll pull it up on the screen. You. MBT is so expressive. I love him.
Yeah.
MBT is the third most memeable Yugi tuber.
Who were the other two?
I'm sorry. I love him or hate him. Farfa is just a gold mine.
I mean, yeah, no, Farfa is a
Characters.
meme machine. I
Mr.
think
Brainworms, yeah.
I think
I-
Farfa
honestly,
exists
Gage-
to meme.
Gage's facial expressions are fucking great.
Gage also,
Gage
not
is-
to dunk
I
on
mean,
Gage. Listen,
I'd give it to Trip for #1 though.
he's a great guy.
Trip, yeah.
Um,
Trip is so confident about everything.
I mean, Triff only has one meme, penned, let's go, throw the chair.
Yeah.
But no, like, listen, I don't actually hate Gage. I
I'm
think that
disappointed.
I think that he was not necessarily the best partner for a limited format of the old ass history of Yu-Gi-Oh.
To be fair,
Also, I
neither
do
was
think he's
Teemo.
I do think he's a bit of a pay pig rarity slut, and he doesn't understand how commons work. But that's a problem between him and his wallet. And God.
He's just a bad duelist.
That's a problem between him, his wallet, and our Lord and
And
Savior
Rob.
God, Mott, the creator.
Robin, you only have a 50% win rate. I don't know what you're talking.
What do you mean? My win rate's cracked right now, isn't it?
Yes,
It's
it's like
50%.
6. No, it's not 50.
Your sample size is also very puny.
I thought it was literally 50%.
No.
No, I was at like 73% last week, and then
No,
I
no.
won 2 and lost.
Well,
2.
here's the thing, Dallas. Remember, we had to discount the
Oh,
entire
right.
final. That just doesn't
Right.
count as a win or a loss. It
Because
doesn't.
both
Yeah,
me
right.
and Robin
Oh,
accidentally brought
sweet.
illegal
So I just
decks.
got 2 wins last week. Let's
Basically,
go.
No,
yes.
no, Robin, you were also disqualified. Remember?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
but
got
he
the
beat
2
me,
wins
and he
beforehand.
beat Marth, I think.
Oh,
No, but
my
he was
win
using
ratio
illegal
is going
cards,
to be
too.
gross.
No, he didn't play those though. Those weren't discarded. Only the
I
finale
would
was
like
just
to-
like, I don't want to reward either of you for this shit.
They were in the deck. I'm gonna be pedantic about this.
We're not right now. We'll talk about this later.
I will-
I would like to remind people. once
Robin
again
is
that
technically #1 in the format by a little bit because Axe dead-ended. He stopped.
I would-
Oof.
And Robin is 6/3 at 66%.
Yeah.
Now, Dallas,
Would
keep
like
in
to
mind,
remind
I
people-
still kept your wins before it got weird. So I believe you still got 1, so you're 51.
Oh, I would have just disqualified me and Robin's wins for that week, but that's me.
I mean, you should probably disqualify. Never mind.
No, it's
I
fine.
am reminded of the fact that Robin at some point did technically lose because he played fucking Monster.
Yes,
Reborn.
Robin is also the only one that has ever
Yeah, no,
resolved legal
I'm
cards.
okay with
mean,
Robin
he
having the
also-
66%, the
all-
6/3
all my-
because of
I
Robin.
think
He also
all
lost
my
one
losses
round
are
because
I
he
play
torrential
illegal
tributed
cards.
me that one week, or
And
that
these are
one time
free
when it was
wins.
banned.
Yeah, Robin deserves the 66% because his 3 wins are fake. So if some of his wins are fake now, it balances out. His 3 losses
Yeah,
are fake.
I've
By the way, I do want to throw
I've
this
lost-
out there. I Omega am back to 34 and 34 at exactly 50%. That means I still have more losses than Loth by 1. If
Have
I
you
perfect
overtaken
this week, if I perfect this week and Loth loses, then he will possibly overtake me, but it'll take him a couple weeks.
Have you made a King of Skull Servants deck? Or I mean,
right now, no.
Yeah, no, I just made one. That's
I
what
probably
meant.
will look at what I got to see if I've got the bits. You have more generic zombie shit, I think.
No,
Oh,
you
is
can go.
Panic Burial only
Just you wait, Omega. I'll lose hard soon.
To be fair, I'm only running one generic zombie thing in
Now,
it, and it's in the
that
card
said,
deck.
I do want to bring
sorry,
up
but I will
my
murder you.
34 win rate does mean that I am
Actually, no, I'm not, sorry.
I am the most losses in the format, but I also have the second most wins next to Axe. Like 30,
Loth, I'm gonna
34
murder-
is the second place move.
So I'm gonna murder you next. I'm gonna murder you tomorrow. I hope I hope it doesn't hurt too bad.
I also think Loth's gonna eat your shorts, but
I mean,
Loth,
Omega.
you need to come at Axe like this is for the world championship.
Omega,
Fight
I
Axe
think
like
I might.
it's the finals.
I mean, if we're talking big shit, I think I might just toy around with you a little bit. Really wind you up.
Oh, God. Well, I mean, I knew that might happen this week. I was hoping that would happen the Robin week because you guys are gonna fight, but
No, I'm definitely saving that. for
Omega, I need a buy.
Robin. I'm definitely saving
One
that for
buy.
Robin.
no bias for you,
No,
Robin.
no, no. You are
One
feeding
No,
me
no.
this man.
week
You are-
no, week 43
you
is
are-
gonna be the bullshit one.
You are feeding me this man.
Because Robin, you may have moral objections to playing Goose Kraken. I do not.
I don't.
I'll play that
I
boy
don't-
until he gets banned,
I don't like
and I'll
Goose
do it
Kraken.
badly.
Week
I'll
43.
also-
Tune in for that
also
week. It's
play
gonna be a
that.
bloodbath.
I also play that guy.
So speaking
I'll
of,
get
I do have a couple trades I want to try and get out of.
Yeah,
people
we'll do
tonight.
that off camera
Yeah.
because we're still
Before
streaming.
you-
I've
right,
filled
we're
this out
still
to 3
streaming.
hours, but we should go.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed our prog back talk. We do this a lot when we just practice games and stuff.
Yeah.
We
I
talk
need
shit
to
for a
probably
lot.
pop off because
Speaking
it's
of
1
practice
a.m.
games.
and I need to go.
I
I'm
need to-
fucking hungry.
I
I
got-
need to get a snack
I
and
got
go
shit
to
in the
bed. I
morning.
think.
Down?
So.
But other people can hang around, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Wow, they already have a quick deck build for New Marensis.
Oh no.
Oh,
Damn, that was fast.
nice.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization has
Going in.
already put out a list of Marensis.
I'm going in.
Robin, or Loth, you in?
But
Yeah,
what I'm gonna
so
do
that's
is I will we're gonna wrap up the stream here. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for your super chats and your membership messages. We appreciate it so much. We wanna bring these back some more. I think next time we do a big one, it'll probably be Ice Barrier. We'll buckle up and get it down.
Let's try to start a little early, I guess, and then.
Yeah, we might. If people show up earlier, we'll get in there. But
I will make
we'll
all
also
of
see
the
what other
ice-
shit we got to do.
I will make
'cause,
all
like,
of the Ice Bear jokes.
Maturia might also be valid, and we've got some other shit. I know Axe wanted to do Geargia as well. That's a smaller one.
I would
It's only
kind
like
of like
8
to be
like
here
8 cards are
for
like 4 spells.
Ice Barrier and Gusto.
Gusto, nah.
We'll see. I mean, if we want to get through all of Ice Barrier, we'll have to start earlier. But
Yeah.
I am sure
Oh,
if you are
no,
free that Tuesday and we've started Ice Barrier, you'll be able to join at some point in Ice Barrier.
Oh yeah, no. And that's entirely because I did get the structure deck a while
Yeah,
back.
no, I understand. I bought Freezing Chain as well.
Okay.
It's a fun deck. Also, I think I own like 2 copies of Trishula that one of which I can't run in real life, by the way,
Damn it.
because he was also in Dual Devastator. Because he's a really good generic synchro. But yeah, we should probably do Ice Barriers as our next one.
Oh,
If we have
wow.
to do a small one someday, we'll pop in and we'll probably, like I said, pick on Geargia or some of our. Let me see what other random shit I got in
Yeah,
here.
I will super not be able to be here next week because I work till 11 next week.
All right, so we
in
probably
the
want to do
evening.
Ice Barriers next week just to let you get a chance at them. We'll pick something else
Yeah.
dumb.
Vylon, we must construct additional.
We could,
How
do
about we do
we could
Gear-
jump to Vylons.
How about we do Geargia and Vylon?
We'll probably start with Violence because they're longer. We could probably do Geargia in the back half. We could also do some other weird shit. I'm gonna scratch off a White Skull Servant.
I will say
My
that was
scratching
fun.
stuff.
It was fun to go over white because, like, hey, like, it's. I think they're a cool deck.
I like Vylons. I do have Leerlisk on my list, yes.
Yeah.
Also, if we
I
wanted to
did
do a
say
spooky
something.
theme, another good target would be Vampire. That's another
Nah.
OGS archetype that's gotten a lot of
If we're
late game
doing
support.
spooky theme, it's Ghost Trick, 100%.
Is Ghost Trick on the list? Have you put Ghost Tricks on the fail
It is
portrayal?
on the list.
It
I
is
didn't put
definitely
it
on
on
the
the
list.
list. Someone
I
else
think
did.
me and Robin did.
No,
I think I
that's
saw you about
that's
it.
yellow orange. That's Axe. Because that's Cyframes
I
and
saw
Security
someone
Force and
had it.
Mayakashi, so that's Ghost Trick.
Yeah.
Axe already took care of Spellbook for you as well, I believe, Dallas.
There,
I mean,
there's
I wouldn't
some,
have put it
there's
on
some
the
that
list,
are on there
but-
twice.
Yeah.
Well, unless
no,
Spellbook
no,
includes.
I mean,
I mean,
Unless-
it's
wait,
also prophecy.
Yeah, no, prophecy. I definitely think.
Yeah,
there's
he
a
did
lot to talk
spellbook
about.
/ prophecy, so we'd hit all of them.
Spellbook is more just a history lesson, and like this is what this occult book is.
And yeah, we've got some other fun stuff. I wouldn't mind doing an ancient gear for the memes, but I'm gonna let us go now. We're gonna filter out. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I leave you with our boy, a pointer of the Loth Lotus.
There was no reason.
No, you're not do Xian. We have 6 Sams on the list.
Yeah.
I'll probably.
Which would include Xian.
I should play my 6 Sam deck next week or tomorrow.
I'll
Yeah,
probably put a meme pic of Charmers up.
Charmers are also on our list because I think they've got some.
Wait, no, I don't want to get
arts,
Xian banned before I can play the Xyz.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Xyz is not good.
Before you go,
Dallas,
Omega.
Dallas, do you have any idea? Well, I'm not. I'm trying to end the stream first, guys. But Dallas, do you have any idea what I'm playing this week?
What are you playing this week?
Okay, I won't say if you don't know, but you should know, based on what I've been what I've been testing. That's not in the future. Anyway, good night, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure to watch Progression Tournament. Both the previous one, the episode is currently titled because I changed it because I thought it might be more appealing. We fuck it up with some censorship, because there was some fucking up going on there.
I was robbed.
Sure.
I don't know.
Sure, you was robbed,
You
Mister.
robbed yourself.
You was
wait,
robbed.
Omega, did you just say you was robbed?
Yes, that's what I said. Because you said I was robbed. I was like, you was robbed.
To be fair,
Sir.
the one that got robbed in this tournament was Axe.
Yes, no, absolutely it was
actually
X. That's why he got a prize pack. He got a consolation prize. Shit was
Yeah,
fun.
because like I got fucking destroyed by a card.
I got
didn't need to be
bodied
destroyed
by Robin, but Robin didn't body me with illegal cards. He was just better at his deck than I was.
Though he did run illegal cards.
I don't even know what I played. What did I play?
Yeah, but
You were
funny thing is, like,
you
I
were
don't
Blackwings, and
Oh,
somehow,
right,
somehow
I got
Blackwings
Blackwings.
got gutted and not Infernities.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Anyway,
Or
well,
Master
when we
Imperial
do
Turbo.
when we've completed the progression tournament and we do the entire post-progression
What?
progress, me and Robert are going to talk about how unfairly maligned Blackwings were so much.
So, guys, maybe there's a thing in the format and how like people take their bans for what their experiences are in the first round and then not care about the hack half sometimes.
I mean, that happens, but also that's not entirely true. I have known so many people to like sit and wait and see. Anyway, we are going to pop off. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure to go back and watch previous fail portrayals. I believe the playlist is up to date. I was able to put this in the playlist automatically. And check out Progression Tournament. Also look forward to our next progression. This week it is week 42, Galactic Overlord. We will be seeing you. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye now.
Bye.
All right, stream's
And
over.
everybody.